Japan 2020 in beautiful Chiba, Japan. I'm the Ebonic Plague.
I'm Spooky. What is up, everybody? I hope that you guys are ready for a nice day of some exciting Soul Calibur 6.
That's right. Soul Calibur 6 coming in. This is the first World Tour event, Spook.
That's right. That's right. So this one is labeled as an Edge Master.
Edge Master event. That's correct. Yes.
But it's the only one we know of so far. So pretty much this is going to be the start. 300 points for first place.
300 points. Everybody in top 16, right? Gets at least gets points.
Yes,
everybody
exactly.
in top 16. So, you know, looking out for those placings and everything like that. Evo Japan is kind of how some of the people got the eyes on them last year, right? Like, you know, everybody was aware of certain players prior, but you know, when you start out strong at Evo Japan at the very beginning of the year, like Keeve did, like, you know, everybody else.
Keeve last year, amazing Nightmare performance.
Obviously, yeah,
definitely.
Right. When you start out that strongly, all eyes get put on you for the remainder of the time.
And again, we don't know any schedule yet for the whole rest of the tour. Even the site, you can check it out, scworldtour.com if you want to take a look. There's very little info on the rest of the tour yet. So tonight is pretty much just going to be the standard, as you said. People are going to figure it out. Who's going to be the outbreak? Who's going to be that new blood? We have a whole new season now with season 2, of course. Right. Lots of changes all across the board, especially offensive changes in general. Now you have a new soul charge attack to go along with the standard stuff. Pretty nice. You can continue to be offensive with your soul meter if you want to be that guy and not just use it defensively. Also, new tricks that come along with that, new moves. We have Hilda now here,
new character. That's right, the first DLC character coming out. And another thing is another mechanic we're gonna have RI.
Yes, pretty cool. You could get out of unblockables, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, get out of unblockables. It pretty much impacts everything, right? Like, it's
so
break attacks, unblockables, etc.
You can see how over the age of the game, they've really cared about guard bar a lot. And you see that with the changes, right? Like now, you don't get unblockable when you reversal edge, but instead it just does a boatload of guard damage, and there's like guard mechanic when you hit with it and all this stuff, right? So pretty cool, especially when it's airborne. Now it does more damage too, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I like that a lot, and I like that there's the whole concept of trying to reverse that guard damage back.
Yeah, because I remember there was one patch where they went real hardcore on the guard damage, and it made Taki like the best character in the game because she already did
red bar every match. You were just always red.
Yeah, like characters like Taki, Talim, and all those characters that were already just bombarding you with guard damage were just like crazy strong that patch, and that was actually around the time that Aswell got nerfed too. So like he wasn't running around, but like, you know, they since toned it down a little bit. They allowed for some more re-upping of your guard meter as well. With certain characters have moves that just give them guard stamina back, right?
I just like the direction in general. Before it was like, you know, there was a big distinction between who were like the rush down characters and who were like the characters that were kind of like defensive, right?
Yes.
Like Ivy was like defensive, and then like you know, you had like Maxie and some of the other guys. Like pretty much their job was for the most part to kind of stay in your face the whole time, right? Now there's a lot more free form. Even Cervantes, who at one point was considered like this guy was like almost like kind of one of the worst characters in the game.
Yeah, he was definitely looked at like that.
You can be kind of really free form with him. You can play around a lot more. You got a lot more tricks. So I like the direction that it's going right now.
I definitely agree in terms of liking the direction. Obviously, you know, it's the beginning of Season 2 as well. So, you know, maybe if the community starts finding out more and more as we go, and we're just like, maybe the direction isn't as good as we originally thought, that can be tweaked, right? That can be changed.
Sure.
It can be, you know, it can be figured out right now.
It's the beginning of the season.
It is the beginning. That's right.
So to talk about today, we have so far, according to Smash EG, about 510 players.
That's right.
That's before getting to, you know, who couldn't make it and who got DQ'd and all that good stuff.
And that is an increase from last year as well.
Good.
So, you know, the Calibur community showing up real good.
Yeah, so we're going to see a lot of kind of the early stuff. The first match that we have lined up, as soon as we have it ready, is going to be from SCA 201. And I believe the players are PK Pon versus Seguro.
Both Japanese players.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, given that this is taking place here in Evo Japan, we're going to see a lot of that.
We're going to see a lot of local guys. That doesn't mean that we're not going to also see, you know, some guys from some of the other regions as well.
Right.
That are traveling out.
And, you know, a lot of them traveled out, as a lot of people I'm sure you guys saw at last night. There was the Soul Calibur World Team Battle event that took place. You know, you had Hong Kong, you had France, you had America, you had Japan, etc., right? Now, I guess you know, we get to brag a little bit because America won that last night. Shout out to Party Wolf, by the way, who had the sickest play to finish it off, by the way. Like seriously, go check that out. I'm sure somebody can direct you to the YouTube archive on Twitter or whatever, but please watch that because Party Wolf pulled it out. It was ridiculous.
So that's amazing, right? But the thing that's different about today is that today's tournament, and you know, with tournament there comes tournament nerves. You know, these guys are gonna feel more comfortable. This is their home. This is what they're used to. You know, versus all the guys that are traveling out. You know, today's the day. You got to perform tonight. It's the beginning of the tour. You got to have a good showing. You got to rep your sponsor. If your sponsor's paying for you to be here, you know, all that good stuff. So having said that, the thing that's the most scary to me, I guess, is that looking at the names and looking at the pools, there's lots and lots of guys, even among the Japanese community, that I don't recognize. Just straight up like new blood, just guys that we don't really compete at an event of this level like Evo. So it's almost like guaranteed that there's going to be some newcomer out of nowhere that's going to be really dangerous. And it's like, man, look at this guy with his character.
Yeah. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, I'm not going to claim that I know everybody in the scene, even if there's somebody like older, right? Like obviously last year there was a lot of people I just didn't straight up know. And that could possibly happen here, you know, with the fact that Japan doesn't play in so many offline events, you know, Fighting Tuesday kind of being the big offline event here for Soul Calibur. I might not recognize a lot of the people that play solely online, right, that don't come out, or, you know, that may be the same with yourself, whatever the case might be.
Same thing, and you know that this is much bigger than Fighting Tuesday is. Fighting Tuesday is kind of like the training ground, and some of the good guys show up, some of the other guys show up. This is much bigger than that. So, and this is going to be a moment where, you know, guys are going to be hiding their tech for the last minute, and hey, you know, these are the guys that have been preparing and really just getting themselves ready. That being said, once again, it's the beginning of the tour. 300 points are also on the line, along with the beautiful prize pool that we'll see at Evo JP. And I'm definitely excited to see this very first match.
Yeah, so we're finally getting to the character select screen here. So again, it is going to be PK Pon versus Segreal. Unfortunately, I am
don't know very little about them.
Yeah.
So one thing about Smash GG is that it tries to be pretty good about predicting who will beat strong players. These two players are listening to Smash GG. That doesn't necessarily tell us anything, but, you know, there you go. We'll see how they do.
Yeah, and another thing is when you check it out on Smash GG, a lot of it's in like kanji, hiragana, or whatever the other, you know, Japanese letters can be, and unfortunately I can't read that.
It's okay.
I don't know who's in each pool a lot of the time, unfortunately. So just kind of gotta figure it out, you know.
They'll teach us with their gameplay.
Most definitely, for sure. So just get the button checks underway. I don't know if they're going to actually go in-game to do button checks. Luckily,
or they're going to start out here. You can button check here if you want to.
Yeah. Luckily, you know, bless Okubo and the rest of the Soul Calibur team for later on putting the button check in the game that wasn't in originally. But, you know, they listen to the community as they always do. That's one of the nice parts about the Soul Calibur team, in my opinion.
This game is pretty sick as far as listening. Like, if you look at how it is now, even compared to how it started, wow, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Most definitely agree. So it looked like could be a Geralt versus Astaroth, possibly.
Okay. Better get ready to break a lot of throws. They're harder to break now, by the way.
Well, it's not that the throws are harder to break. It's that you take chip damage if you break them.
Yes.
So you got to watch out about breaking through. Now, obviously, Astaroth is going to be trying to check you.
He would love nothing more than to try to grab you over and over and
Absolutely.
over.
And you know he also has that unique ability to be able to attack back throws, right? So or throws from the back, I should say.
So Geralt, one move that he got a little bit of a buff on is, I want to say, the Infinite 6K. It's like the step kick.
Oh, yeah,
You can do spells after now. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's like step after, mix them up.
I've noticed there's a lot more from Geralt players in America, I want to say. I'm not going to speak on the Japanese Geralt players. Geralt players in America are doing a little bit more of the what I'm calling stance dancing, kind of. It's not really a stance, but he does the dodge, right? I forget what that move is called, unfortunately.
There is some name for it. I forget.
Yeah.
But you can do it from 1AB now.
Yes.
So because of that, there's like a new little mix-up option there. It's pretty cool. It's useful, I think.
Yeah. So you see it a lot more in the middle of like guard strings and stuff like that to help either like force your opponent to want to press a button because they're like, oh, he did the thing, I should press button.
I should do something,
you know. But then you get counter hit or what have you, and
it's kind of weird, right? So 1AB, that's minus 12. You can get your 12 frame if you have one, right? But if when you do the dodge, it's like a little bit different. Maybe they can block. Maybe you can go for something different. I don't know. Anyway, first match.
Yeah, it does look like we are going to be getting that Geralt versus Astaroth. So yeah, range-wise, Astaroth can kind of oppress, but the thing is like, I mean, have you seen Geralt's sword? Like,
Geralt's faster. He's definitely faster.
Okay, oh, got the stun right there. Okay.
Nice follow-up.
I thought he would have been able to get the ground throw, but
he
I guess
took
not.
something basic.
Yeah, I mean, he still got a grip of damage out of it, right?
Definitely.
About half of the life coming in. There's the
Nice
GI right there. Got
that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt so much.
God, look at the damage.
Goodness, that was 2 hits. Astaroth, please.
Hey, that's what happens when you get lethal hit in this game. Okay, mix-up time. Here we go. Oh, no tech on the throw. First round right there to Sigrill.
Definitely like what Sigrill's doing right now. So if I'm PK Pan, oh my goodness, I was gonna say that I would like to see a lot of 6BB, pretty good against
I think right there he was probably trying to 2-2B to dodge the vertical. There's gonna be the GI, gets the guaranteed right there. Oh, got another low
off the 6AK.
Plus frames right there. Oh, it's lethal!
Oh my goodness, again! Dude, he's on point. This guy's scary.
Yep.
That's
gonna kill, yeah. That's guaranteed. That is new, by the way. That is new.
Not even scarier is that he has a lot of soul charge meter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, gonna get the Usher right there. Gotta let it burn.
That was probably not the best follow-up that he could have done.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, goodness. That was just a throw.
It was a back throw. I mean, back throw, historically, back throws have been real strong.
That was a sick follow-up.
Yep. He got the wall. Oh, he tried to go for...
There we go.
He tried to guard crush him.
Plus K. Oh, got the just frame. That was nice.
Okay, push. Back, nice spacing right there. Okay, so PK Pan trying to...
Oh, almost.
Got the throw. No.
Okay, nice break this time.
Yeah, push him off. Okay, soul charge coming out, though, from Segro.
But Geralt has a little bit of meter. Not gonna happen.
Ooh.
Man, the range is so good.
Yeah, Segro. And on a low, because he's in soul charge, he gets the follow-up right there. That was a grip of damage, you know. And actually, that move right there was not blocked once, I think, that first game, to be honest with you. So that might be a weakness that Saygirl is gonna, like, you know, capitalize on, because like if you can just keep getting those lows,
that's the only weakness that he's gonna capitalize on. This guy,
he was already capitalizing on the GIs,
he's gonna take this next game. I'm sorry, PK Pond, okay, but you see what happened to you that first game. You better be very. Oh my goodness. Okay, nice back throw. I like this.
Got the throw here.
He needs a lot more. That was a good 1A.
Yeah, catching him rolling, right? Okay, here's the situation right there. Gets GI.
Okay, he did not reach GI this time. I'm not surprised, because last time he lost like 40% in 2 hits.
Okay.
Oh, he tried to get out the low throw. Dude, he's trying to mix it up so crazy.
Doesn't go for the guaranteed after the level 3 GI, and unfortunately...
That's all right.
That's usually the big GI that a lot of people get good stuff off of, you know what I mean? Like, sure, it's GI, so there's a little bit of scaling, but...
Oh, my goodness.
Nice block on that, though.
Oh, your stomach.
Okay, here we go. With the Loki afterwards. That's the important...
again. Same combo, just because I can.
Oh, no. Yeah, you hold it long enough, it becomes a break attack. Okay. Oh, got the Erden. Okay, knockdown situation here.
Did not get it.
He did not.
He did not. He was afraid. He was like, okay, this guy's gonna wake up and press something.
I guess maybe he was looking for Soul Charge or CE or something like that.
I think he just saw a big black giant Astaroth coming at him and said, oh god, I'm very afraid right now. Do you see the big axe?
Whatever the case may be, that fear has put him in the final round right now, and he's it's looking pretty bleak as he gets to the yellow guard gauge. Nice dodge into the whip punish on that CE. Stand up for me. Now taste my steel.
Rush down? No.
Okay, counter poke on that though.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I think he's only teched about one of these command throws, to be honest with you. Oh, got the push.
He's getting a lot of small damage and another good throw.
Okay, hit the wall.
Can we get him?
The 1A. Not a lot of guard gauge going on right there. Trying to use the chest.
Soul charge. Can we come back?
Yeah, he's looking for that guard damage.
He didn't get it. Big combo.
Stun.
Follow up.
Okay, there's the tech on it. Push. Yeah, get off me. Nice 2A.
Just need a little more. Very good low kick.
Nice. Okay, so I think PK Pond was recognizing like kind of what situation was he was in. He got a little bit antsy with it.
He does not have a lot of momentum yet. That's the problem. He needs a way to like scare Sigurd. And right now, that was a start. Okay.
Yeah, his back steps have been looking real pretty, to be honest with you.
Up. There we go.
I think he's adapting pretty well, to be honest.
All right. He's starting to get a lot more aggressive too. Nice break after the GI. I like it.
Oh yeah, the
watch out for the string. Mix. Okay, that's plus.
Not anymore.
Again. Soul Charge mix would be really dangerous right now.
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh, he didn't do the rest of it.
Duck.
That was dead. He's got a second chance at it.
Nice.
No just frame, but it's okay. Oh, he got the lethal hit because he...
Oh, no, he went for a tech trap.
Oh, my goodness.
This is the first match. Are you serious?
I'm sorry. I was having heart palpitations, bro.
It's crazy. Okay.
Okay, back tech on that one. He's trying to get away. No tech on this throw right here. He's going to be able to go for Oki on this one.
Oh, my goodness. He got the combo, actually.
I'm pretty sure that's a tech trap.
It
Am I
was
wrong?
a tech trap. Okay, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. What? Save me, please.
Oh, yeah, that ground pound. Got under it right there.
Goodness.
There's a lethal hit.
That's because he had full meter.
Yep. Back turn B.
Oh,
got
nice.
the wall.
Good follow-up.
Oh, another one!
Sick.
Oh no, it was off axis, so he dropped it. That's really unfortunate. The Soul Charge is going to come out.
He can go for Silver Sword.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness, that's going to hurt.
Through it.
Okay, mix up right here. Soul Charge, get me out of here. I don't want to deal with this.
He can still use Silver Sword.
Got it!
Oh, that was sick.
He was stepping.
No,
oh.
he missed the follow-up. No.
So unfortunate right there for PK Pod. He caught him stepping with the new move from Geralt, which, again, it only activates if you're stepping back, if I remember correctly.
I think so, yes.
And so... Yeah, come to me. Or go over to the side if I want to ring you out, whichever, you know. But it was real close. If he had gotten that follow-up, that could have been a real different situation. He might have been able to take the game, right?
He definitely had a lot of options available there. So when you're in Soul Charge,
okay,
Geralt can do any Silver Sword move. And any Silver Sword move will get extra damage or a lethal hit of some kind based on what it is. So definitely he had lots of combo options available to them. Probably had another mix-up there. But Seguro looking really, really scary with Astro up there.
Terrifying, yeah, for sure. Like, he hit check traps that he needed. He got pretty much almost every command throw except for those last 2 rounds, you know.
Well, you don't play Astaroth if you don't like doing command grabs, and we definitely were going for lots of grabs. Oh, nice. Shouts to Cup Noodles, one of the sponsors, of course. Much respect to them and much love.
Much love to our sponsors here at EVO Japan 2020.
I don't know if you saw it last year, but they have like the giant cup noodle foam thing. I don't know how to describe it. It just looks really cool to me. I don't know. Every time I see that, it always reminds me of the Final Fantasy 15, like Noctis wearing the cup noodle on his head and everything. I think that's every time. Cool. I wish that was a Tekken outfit.
I don't understand why it's not, to be honest with you. Because like back when he was announced, there was still the Tekken World Tour was a cup noodle, and Cup Noodle had the Final Fantasy 15 crossover going on for a while too. Absolutely, yeah. So
all right, so we got our next match already lined up. We have a Star Daisuke. Okay, I guess he loves Star Daisuke, and Zaki Wild.
Okay, Zaki Wild, that is a name I recognize. I'm not too sure of Star Daisuke, unfortunately.
Okay, well, we'll learn about him right now during this match. He's got those, man, that is a stare that says, I'm ready.
I've noticed that that's actually a very common demeanor of the Japanese players once they finally sit down and start playing. They might be like the most jubilant guys, or you know, like they might be the most jubilant players outside of the fact, but the second they sit down, the second the stick is in their hands or the pad or whatever they play with, they're trying to murder you.
No, I don't want to die. I want to live. I thought we were friends.
Evidently not. Not
in tournament.
Not in game, bro.
So this is pool SCB213.
Okay.
There are 64 pools because yes, there's just that many players.
I mean, you know, 510 plus people, and the pools are Soul Calibur A and B, and then the number, right? So it's like the blocks, I guess.
Yep. So we're breaking it down pretty much to the semifinals, which you'll also see broadcast a little bit later today.
That's right. Yeah, I believe the semifinals is actually going to be happening on the main stream at around, what is it, 7 p.m. or something like that?
Yes, local time.
I can get a more accurate statement on that later. I don't want to give you guys the wrong time and have you not show up.
Worst case, give us a hit on Twitter, fellas. If you need more info, we'll try to help you out as much as we can. Anyway, you're also going to be here for a while talking about Blizzard Cross Tag.
Yeah, just a little bit after this, I will be sitting in this exact same chair, unless I guess I want to get up for a second, talking about BB Tag. But for now,
that's going to be sick. People are going to die in like 2 seconds.
2 seconds, that's right.
Much like how Seguro killed PK Pon. Like
I was going to say, in this game, people can definitely die in 2 seconds, depending on what stage you get. You could just be caught. Okay, this is actually a really good stage
cool.
for Nightmare at round start. The reason why this is good for Nightmare at round start is because nobody can contest him at the far range from him getting a terror charge. He can just get one if he wants to.
I see.
He'll be minus afterwards, but he'll have the terror charge on deck if he wants it.
Terror charge when available powers up some of Nightmare's moves. Pretty nice.
Get the 2K right there, just trying to push advantage. Yeah, stopping that. Don't let him Grim Stride. Don't let him get those
Nice
revenge
3B.
attacks.
Man, I'm surprised that Gerald's so popular. 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Just a good, well-rounded character since day one. Flapjack. Oh my goodness.
Wow, get that terror charge right now. 2A plus B. Okay, mix up. It's another
Your
Flapjack.
feet.
Back throw again. Oh, Grim Stride. And the mix up. Zaki Wild is not blocking.
Round number 2.
Yeah, coming into it right now.
I mean,
a little bit.
it was so
AGA. Okay, he escaped the back Flapjack on that one this time. Okay.
Hands
Duck on the
off.
throw. Yeah, get up off me. He got a little bit of chip damage for that,
No,
but oh, Flapjack
you
on that
need to
one.
break the throw, my friend.
Well,
I love this real basic Nightmare from Star Daisuke so far.
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, it hasn't been shown that he needs to do anything extra.
No, he's just nothing fancy. Soul charge, keeping the momentum.
Yeah, basically a permanent terror charge. That's big.
Death.
Yeah, that is definitely death.
Nice one. All right.
You know, okay, so Zaki Wild has been getting quite a few 3Bs, which is really good because a lot of the 3Bs he's been getting during terror charge activation, which it counts as a strong move, so it beats it.
Yes, but he's been getting him at this really far range where the follow-up he's going for isn't really working. You might want to try something a little different.
Oh, try to get the GI right there. A bit of two soul. Oh my god, he didn't block the rest of the 6B, but he does whip punish with that.
Ouch.
That's the second sidestep whip punish CE we've seen so far from Miguel.
He still has another meter. You might want to consider.
Oh, okay. He was able to block. Nice step.
But did not get 3B in time. GI no go.
Oh yeah, that's one of Nightmare's best move. 8K. It basically hits on all sides, and it hits. Oh, that should be death. Nice right there. Zaki Wild coming back. Okay, that time he was a bit closer for that 3B.
Yes, yeah,
you know?
no, that was good. That one worked. All right,
coming back into it.
Ouch, that's a big start.
Get that terror charge.
Next time.
Yeah, it's always the Oki afterwards that's a big deal because he has the terror charge.
Oh my goodness, and then the follow-ups get a lot better too.
Okay, he got to guard it at least. The GI comes out. Oh, broke it. Oh my god, look at how much damage that was. And then the wall rising cake.
Can I see that in the replay? That was cool. Not too often you get to see Nightmare combo into a back throw.
Yeah, it's God damn, that did so much damage. Like, I know it should.
That was cool.
I understand that it should. It just...
Yeah, that was just crazy, right? All right, I don't think you need your spine anymore, girl, but it's okay because you're a Witcher, so
yeah, he'll be fine.
Regenerate and things like this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just drink some of that poison,
yes,
you know?
exactly.
Well, speaking of which, we haven't really seen any soul charge out of Zaki Wild just yet.
Yeah, so one thing that I like from him is that he's really good with 3B. He does a lot of step 3B, a lot of weight 3B, and things like that.
He gets a lot of hit by the launcher, though, too.
I know. Maybe blocking would be nice, but I also was going to say maybe a little more like 1A/1B/ we saw from the previous Geralt a lot of 6/6 AK, which is kind of like a nice way to get in and get a little bit of plus frames. Oh my,
the spacing on that was beautiful. Oh, he tried to go for Silver Sword right there. 2A plus B is going to get that terror charge right now.
You're letting him become a monster.
Yeah.
Don't do it. That's so scary. GI.
Full crouch B. I'm interested.
3B again. Basic follow-up. Back throw. Nice break.
Okay. Yeah. He's going to get the follow-up off this thanks to the soul attack. Remember, that is new.
So now he's in.
ABA right there to catch him coming to the other side. I love that he has both AGA and ABA so that you can catch people stepping on different directions.
Star Dice.
You know, his spacing has been so strong that he's been like punishing very, very well, to be honest with you.
3B again.
So many 3Bs. He's got a lot of bar too. I feel like a soul charge might help him out in a lot of these scary situations, like right here. Yeah,
okay,
nice
he's
AK.
so good at using that. That's gonna hit.
That's gonna be a lot of damage too. It's not gonna kill, but
he's gonna have very little left.
Yeah, I mean it's cuts range, so it's gonna do extra, of course. Oh, he backed up. Okay, no, that 3B's gonna miss the 1K. Oh, that's death.
That's death. Star Daisuke 2-0.
I love 2A plus B from Nightmare. I love that move. It looks so sick.
He made the face almost like he was the one doing the move.
But yeah,
like,
so Star Daisuke is going to move on right there. Zaki Wild, unfortunately, going to be moving to losers bracket. But, you know, going to have a lot more action as we keep going here, Spooky. Unfortunately, some matches are just going to be like that, you know? I mean, like, Pools has everybody under the sun from the strongest player to the weakest. So
you just never know what's going to happen, too. It's a new season. You're just trying out your tech. You don't necessarily know how you're going to do, right? So, again, this is going to be a situation where, you know, Star Daisuke was looking super good. Seguro also looking really good in the previous match that we saw.
Yeah, he was definitely looking very scary.
And, you know, both were pretty new to me, so that's great. You know, it's great to see just some new plays, some new tech. We got to see a lot of Soul Charge already, which not soul attack.
Soul attack. Yeah.
I'm sorry, everything has soul in this game. Your soul must burn.
Because the soul still burns.
Yes.
Soul still burns for this world tour, Spooky. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So again, this is the first stop on the tour, and this is the only stop on the tour that we know of so far. Haha. You know, we'll see what happens, I guess. But you know, we are here in beautiful Chiba, Japan, Makuhari Messe, famous venue, one of the largest convention halls in the entire world, believe it or not.
Yes.
Also hosts of great shows like Tokyo Game Show, where we had many of the great classic, you know, fighting game events and things of this nature. So just a beautiful, historic place to have such a large-scale fighting game tournament like Evo.
The last time I was looking at this venue was during Grand Blue Fest.
Yes.
Because that just happened.
Yes, and I had a lot of fun there as well.
Yeah, you were there. Apparently, they heard you were coming.
Yes.
Fukuhara-san and them, and they thought it was me. I heard. Yeah. So they were like, oh yeah, an American representative is coming to get footage and things like that.
It was I had fun though. It was great.
Yeah. No, it's just. I just thought it was funny that it was like no, it's definitely Spooky.
Yeah, no, it was great. I had a lot of fun. Thank you to them, of course. Anyway, so Evo Japan again. We're continuing with Soul Calibur. Looks like we have our next match lined up. This is from SCB 201.
Okay.
And it's Masakichi
versus Nakamura.
I don't know anything about either player, but they're both from Japan, so they're both local.
So one of the things that I always do on commentary, and it really irks me, and I've been trying to get a lot better about it, is sometimes I won't recognize the name, but the second I see them pick the character and then their play style, then I'm like, wait, I feel like I've seen somebody play like this before, kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just never know too. Like for me, it's fun at a tournament like this because I feel like last year there were some discoveries too. So for me, it's just so fun to see some new people and see what they're really about.
Yeah.
And see what they're going to show us. And I really want this to be a breakout tournament for the Soul Calibur guys because we didn't even know if there was going to be a season 2 at one point.
Yeah.
And this is a game that, you know, no offense to any of the other big games out there, this game I feel like with some of the players it gets overlooked a little bit, right?
I can definitely agree on that front.
People and the people that play this game really have such a great respect for it, right? So, you know, I want this tournament to be big for them. I want it to start off the tour really strong and get people excited so that when we do learn news about the rest of the tour, you know, everybody will be ready to go. They're going to want to travel. They're going to want to try to play their best. And hopefully it'll be beautiful for everybody involved.
Yeah, you know, and even for some of you not looking to the tour specifically, you know, maybe you kind of watch like tournament matches, but you're not so into the esports part. The new characters and stuff are a thing that are going to be happening this season, right? That's
nice
less,
too.
You know, competitive side of things and more for everyone.
That's been working in Tekken. You know, not for nothing. Like Tekken, the new characters make a big difference. Like right now, we have the whole Zafina and Leroy meta going on in Tekken.
Yeah, everybody's like, what is a Leroy?
How do I fight Leroy? How do I deal with this? How do I deal with Zafina and her amazing backdash and all this stuff?
I love Leroy.
And
I am all about Leroy. I'm sorry.
Dude, with Season 2, too, you know, like, I like how Reversal Edge got changed. I kind of hated the whole unblockable Reversal Edge.
That was
you
a
play
little
this
odd.
little mini game, right? Now it's like, okay, cool. I just can do guard damage to you and I can be offensive. I'm gonna do Reversal Edge and Soul Attack. Haha! Now your guard damage is really body. Let's go.
And I mean, you know, actually, now that you mentioned doing Reversal Edge into Soul Attack, for some people that's actually a really strong thing.
No, I know.
So like, you can see the character selection right now. You see Kirlik on the screen. His Soul Attack, in my opinion, is really, really good. The reason being is it's a disjointed projectile. So that right there was a move that he was lacking in that area of the screen, in my personal opinion, and that helped him out immensely because, you know, obviously it also puts him in Soul Charge, and with a previous buff from one of the other patches prior, he can stop the Soul Charge and heal himself.
He still has one of the most damaging supers in Soul Charge, right?
That's right. Yeah. It was toned down a little bit. It might have been a bit ridiculous before, but I personally think he needed it.
Really, it was really good for comebacks, which I guess when you make a move do that much damage, I guess the point is you're supposed to come back with it, right? So,
no,
really damaging as a critical edge, really good comeback factor.
And then on the other side, we're going to be seeing Amy. So this character, when she does not have roses, she can be a little lackluster, I'm going to be honest with you. But when she gets roses, when she gets the purple, she's one of the best characters in the game, in my personal opinion.
So there's 2 rose types. There's red and there's white.
Absolutely.
Red generally is offensive, and white generally affects stamina. But she has lots of ways to combo into both options, and it doesn't really take very long to build. You only need 4 of red and 4 of white to get into the best form. It stays between rounds too, doesn't go away. It makes her critical edge better as well once she's fully stocked up.
And you're really trying to get those roses, to be quite honest with you, because it gives you so many different extra options. Yeah, you see he's going to try and catch a whiff punish with those white roses, right? He's a little bit far behind. He's trying to find a way to get in. Nice low parry! So that's a parry you do with directions.
4 red.
Oh, nice punish right there on the back turn. Ari's going to come out. Horizontal option, got the kill right there, and that can be the hard part about dealing with Ari. It's legitimately rock, paper, scissors. There's more than 3 options, to be fair, but it can be really scary.
It's like a guess, and it favors the person on the offense generally too. So when you're behind, a little more frustrating to deal with.
Nice 1B right there, getting the rose, getting past that. Oh, okay, that is one of the best moves that Keelik has in his arsenal. It's back turn K, it has the GI, and it has just an incredibly fast startup. Ari's coming back out again.
Time to guess.
Vertical this time.
Okay.
One more chance.
Another
block right there. She's got a lot of bar to work with right now. Nice block on the 1B. That's going to be able to get stunned. Nice block on the mix-up soul attack. That's a punish.
Wake-up soul attack.
Oh, caught the step right there from the stance.
All right, free meter there for Nakamura.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of meter on both sides, to be honest with you. But the thing is Masakichi has not really had a reason to use it outside of... okay.
He's just kind of playing his standard game.
Okay, there it is, the soul charge. So now he's terrifying. This character is insane. He does so much damage in soul charge. Okay, Ari coming out. Okay, plus frames. Nice step right there. Gonna get a rose here. No, goes for the Oki setup, I think.
I think that was a mix. Oh, that's scary.
God damn!
Oh my goodness!
That's gonna kill. Easy money.
He's definitely dead. All right, so Masakichi gonna take the first game. Anime.
Yeah, he was building up that 1A lethal hit the entire time. For those of you who don't know, the more 1As you hit with until you get to the maximum amount of, I believe it's 4, if I could be wrong.
I don't know the amount.
He says the number actually when he hits you with it that he's on. So he's like 1, 2, stuff like that. And so then obviously he glows white when he has it available to him. Even if you block it, he glows white. So that's how you'll know. But yeah,
I don't think he cared once he had a big lead. I think he was just like, I'm gonna press.
I mean, possibly
over and over, and then I'm gonna do my super.
I mean, it's a good low, right? You pretty much either got to block it or you got to jump. Like, you don't really have much of a choice because of how far it goes away. Like, obviously you can backstep it if you're far away anyway. But most Keeliks are not going to be using it as a range that you'd be able to backstep it on.
Masakichi versus Nakamura.
Coming into game number 2. No opt for a stage switch either. Staying right here. Possibly trying to keep him as close as possible so he can, actually get a better lead on it. Because the second he does get those roses, things become much easier. It's just a problem is getting there.
It's getting there. He got red really easily. Red Rose Ascension. It was White Rose Ascension that he had a little trouble with. In the meantime, Masakichi's rush down really great against the wall there. Was that guaranteed? That was sick.
He must have pressed a button into the hitbox for it to happen like that, I think. That's the only way I could think of like that. That
was wild. His awareness to keep the combo going after that too was great. All right, so Nakamura, I don't know what he's gonna do. He needs to figure out something. He's
definitely being impressed.
Okay, that was a good block, but oh my goodness, no, you don't want to be at the wall, Nakamura. Please, there we go. 3B.
Okay, got the one right rose right there. Trying to catch it. Oh, nice red the tech trap with it.
Nice interrupt too.
3B's gonna. Oh, there's the middle stance on the GI. He's got the wall, so this is gonna be
very nice. AA. I like that he's keeping it simple now. Almost. That would have been a sick whip punish. Again, GI.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's guaranteed. No, that's guaranteed.
Okay, I see. Yeah. Because it was level 2.
Yeah, it was. So RI has a guaranteed level of GI at minimum.
Okay.
So, which is just enough for his CE at all times. And you know, I like that I'm seeing the RI used by itself, to be honest, as well, because it is a new mechanic. So a lot of the time when a new mechanic comes out, you don't always see people using it immediately.
It's situationally different too. You instead of getting soul, you get guard, right? So let's say like you're behind on guard, it's kind of a good way to help recover that too. Okay.
Yeah. It does use a little bit of your meter, but it's worth it.
Yes, but it's worth it depending on what you're trying to do. Masakichi huge lead right now.
Nice
That's
whip punish on that one.
But Nakamura needs a lot more than this.
Absolutely, but it's a start. You know, you gotta at least get the knockdown, good damage. The problem is the Oki is not in her favor in the slow.
That was scary. Thankfully, he didn't run into it. Okay, pressure. Can we get away?
Oh man, no, he's got to do the last mix-up right there, and that's gonna do it. Masakichi.
No mercy.
Absolutely none. That was one of the more aggressive Keelik plays I've seen in a little while. And I mean, you know, the buffs to his kit, personally, I think that's a good way to start playing the character, right? It's a little bit more aggressive than you might have played him prior.
Of course, of course. I love that he got the super, because you don't get, I mean, it's a great super, but you don't get to see it all the time, right? So the combo into it was sick too. And he landed it twice, right?
He scoops you out of the air.
Off the RI too. He also RI and then
yeah, it's just guaranteed. The second he got that RI, that was the death sentence. You gotta get that death certificate signed and everything right there. Masakichi's gonna be moving on with that emphatic play as well.
Yeah, well played. So we're gonna keep going, guys. Again, it's the first set of pool play. So we're just building our way into the top 64 / the or top 128 / the semifinals, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We already have another match coming up for you guys shortly, but I do want to remind you guys, this is also the first stop on the Soul Calibur tour.
That's right. It's going to be an Edge Master event. So, you know, like you were talking about earlier, like you mentioned, it's going to be 300 points for first place.
That's
but
right.
Everybody in top 16 is going to get points.
All going to get some points.
The minimum being 5.
That's right. That's for if you tie for 13, you get 5 points.
Which is still really good. It's still really important, especially at the very beginning of a world tour. You need to have something established, right?
You need to flex and be like, yeah, you know, I was the one that won the first tournament, you know, at the beginning.
Yeah, it puts you in such a good position because 300 points is a lot, right? And Edge Master is the second highest of the point totals that you can acquire from a first place. So once you get an Edge Master, you may actually be able to chill for 1 or 2 tournaments in the World Tour, and then you can come back and you still would probably be okay and be qualified or whatever,
exactly.
Right?
Again, you can check out scworldtour.com if you're interested. There's no current standings because this is the first one. Woohoo, we're just jumping into it.
That's right. So that'll be updated as soon as they get the ability once the tournament is over. You know, some of the I'm sure some of the Bandai Namco people are eagerly waiting to see the results of this, as you know we all are.
Yeah, so this one is Evo Japan, of course. Last year, as far as the results went, we know that Keith won with Nightmare.
Of course.
And Shen Chan got second.
That's right.
Really great matches between the two of them. SHK was Zaslamel.
That's my man. SHK is actually one of the people who set up for the foreigners to show up. He set up a Discord to help us all communicate with the Japanese players for food, sightseeing, and games, right, here for Soul Calibur. So I just want to give a shout out to SHK.
Props. Well, props to SHK. Shen Yuan was fourth. Shen Chan and Shen Yuan, we know that they're training partners. They're both amazing. Would not surprise me to see either of them not just be in top 8, but win the whole shebang, especially with that Season 2 training that they've been doing.
I really want to see SHK on this stage. I'm a Zaslamel player. He's my favorite Zaslamel. I got it. I just need it.
He's BC. He's BC. Fifth place was Tamonegi.
Yes,
with
correct.
Maxi, dope Maxi.
Yeah. Also, you know, at Evo Proper, Tamonegi placed in the top 8 there as well.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We have the results for that. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Okay.
Shiwa Pan, Sophie.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask.
You don't see too much Sophie, but we had 2 in top 8 last year. That's crazy. How about that? Shen Wan also played a little bit of Sophie. Then Kangmin as Taki was 7th place, and also Joshin as Ivy. So that was last year's top 8. Not sure which ones of those we'll see back this time, but Tamonegi's definitely here. And definitely a threat. So
Tamonegi has always been a threat, especially with the Maxi buffs, right? So, I mean, if we want to talk about Maxi for just a moment, that character is OD right now. He has his Heaven's Guard is an RI that only has 4 frames of vulnerability before he just whops you if you try to press a button. There's only 4 frames before he just stops you.
You know, some characters have a soul attack that's kind of just like, it's a soul attack, and then, okay, cool, I'm in soul charge. And then he has, like, I can do any move that I feel like doing from this. I hope that you're ready to block. You might not be. I can throw 2 if I feel like it.
I mean, he's looking real good. He definitely needed the help, in my personal opinion.
He's cool. So
it's not that he was bad. It's just that he needed some adjustment, right?
The thing about him is that he's one of those characters that it's almost like playing the piano. When you're like a master of Maxi, it's like it's almost beyond comprehension. You can't even understand what they're doing, right? So it's kind of tough for you when you're like a scrub and you're trying to fight it out or whatever. But at the high level, there are guys that can recognize your habits and your patterns after a while. And they can find that one little way to step at just the right time during your vertical and make you real sad.
Yeah.
So that's the life of a Maxi. You have to watch out and not be repetitive.
I think Maxi is actually one of the biggest newcomer issue characters. The reason I say that is because, you know, you have to kind of know what he can do from what stance. And then even if you know what he can do from what stance, you have to know what stance he's in by checking out what he's doing, right? So that can be hard if you don't know all the moves and what the stance looks like. And he's constantly switching. So it can be harder for newer comers to be able to look at that.
It gets tougher for the Maxi player when you're actually experienced against that stuff and you just kind of know what Maxi wants next.
Yeah.
Especially when you know when he wants to go for like a 3B to try to launch you versus when he's going for like a low mix up or his tech crouch that he likes to go for a lot, things like that.
He's like, oh, you know, he's in lower behind or whatever. Oh, and he pressed this button. That's going to be negative afterwards, or that's going to be a thing I can crouch kind of deal. You know, there's stuff that is telegraphed for him. But that's where the Heaven's Guard RI comes into play, is stuff can be telegraphed, but you want him to be able to have a counter to his telegraph situations. Because prior to this, he would have those, and then he would just die. Because you'd be like, well, I know what to do. Like, okay, so for example, like at CEO, Blue God versus Rich Stick, any guard string that Rich Sticks did, Blue God ducked because he was like, well, you can only do this move afterwards. That's the only move you can do.
Sometimes it's not even about taking the path of least resistance. It's just about lowering the amount of options that he has available. So now we have Owl Pie versus Night Spirit.
Night Spirit coming out of a Hong Kong with the Zhonghua.
Interesting.
We saw Keelik a little bit earlier, but Zhonghua got some nice buffs for Season 2.
Okay.
She got some new low options, as well as some other things, which I'm certain we will see.
Show me Hong Kong Zhonghua.
That's one of the new options right there for Zhonghua. Nice duck on the throw.
Good awareness.
Okay, here we go.
This is an even matchup so far.
Back throw.
Okay, good block.
Yeah, you know, this is one of the more volatile stages, too, because of how close it is to the edges, so you kind of have to watch out.
Still even.
Nice. And then the mid right there mixing up. Night Spirit taking the first round.
All right. Hong Kong Zhonghua.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
that was a nice whip punish.
That's one of the nice. Oh, 4K got the just frame.
And the
look at the damage. 4K is so good. Now, if it hits, it does a grip of damage if you get the just frame.
Combo time.
If they block it, it's plus. Or no, is it -2? I can't.
Sorry.
It's been a little bit. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Too many frame data changes. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm scared. It's even. Nice. That's a combo. Great tech trap.
Right there. 2-2B.
That's
might, yeah.
Peace.
2-2B has always been a very, very good move for Zhonghua. It hasn't changed in the slightest.
Nice.
Whoa, what a
nice
jump!
Spirit. GI.
That's guaranteed lethal hit.
Charging it up. He's going to soul attack, I bet.
Nice block on the low right there.
He's looking for it.
Okay. Up to the low right there. Trying to get the throw, but his back is to the wall. It's going to be real scary.
It's going to be very scary. He's trying to 8-way run his way out of it. Okay.
He did just that. He actually got away from the corner. Maybe Night Spirit was afraid of a reverse ring out potential.
That was sick. Follow up that stuff, I think. No, actually, he might be alive. It's going to be close.
You can't stop me.
Oh, wow. Death.
Yeah.
Man, even with the throw scaling.
I've noticed that once you're within Guts range, as long as you got the command throw at the Guts marker,
like
the
right
CE will still kill.
Okay, I wonder if that was calculated. Like, oh, you're at just the right
It possibly could have been. Yeah. I mean, even if it's not, you have to check the life total, right? He would be at a sliver. At that point, it's a 50-50 city, and he would die if he guesses incorrectly.
For you.
So.
All right, so Night Spirit, excuse me, I almost called him Fighting Spirit. That's a different player.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow, what a tech crouch! That was insane!
Spirit. He has a spirit of a knight. I didn't know that Zhonghua was a knight. Now I
know. Another great tech crouch. Actually, we've seen a lot of those.
My mix-ups are ridiculous. And finally, Alpine trying to fight his way out of it. That's a big one. Ari, no.
Ah, nice crybaby.
Crybaby,
yeah,
another
keeping away from me. Block. Well, he tried to backstep, but the crybaby hit him before he got away.
No. But the secret to that move, as silly as it sounds, is actually minus even on hit. So when you get hit by it, you don't really have to run away. You can actually just press a button if you really want to. Just press the right buttons, don't run.
Nice block on the 3B right there. Trying to put his pressure back into the situation. Got the throw, though.
I like the in-close game by Night Spirit. Walk up, block, walk up, attack.
You know, I've noticed that a lot of Alpine doing walk-up block and only walk-up block, though, is the thing.
No, versus Night Spirit is mixing it up.
Exactly.
That was a good one.
Oh,
good
nice block. That should be a punish. That should be.
Wow.
Yeah, that should do it.
Night Spirit.
Let's see. Hold on. There it is.
I love that we get to hear the Japanese voices in Japan. It's like, no. It's like, that's right, my friend. Now you must listen to our voices. Nice follow-up.
Okay, tower
Auto
stance.
GI on that, yes.
Yeah, that's a lot like Amy's, where he just does a quarter circle and he gets the auto GI, basically. Okay, soul attack's coming out.
Okay. So we are in soul charge now. Break.
Oh god, this could be a lot of damage. Okay.
A little drop, but he's got a big lead. Throw.
Yeah, get that guard stamina back. That's gonna
definitely kill.
Oh god.
That was like unnecessary almost.
Well, yeah, but it's guaranteed though, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's a free CE, so it's not like he lost bar doing that.
That's right.
Okay, staying back in the game right now. You know, Night Spirit is technically on set point, so I mean, Alpine has to pull out literally everything at this point.
Throw. Follow up.
A nice block on the 3B right there. Doesn't have to worry too much about the 50-50, and he was coming, but
that's a combo. He might have to wake up soul charge.
Nice block on the mid.
He's okay.
Yeah, didn't go for the low
again.
follow-up.
Uh-oh, this is looking really bad.
1A? Oh, nice.
Crybaby.
Okay, watch out for the Crybaby. Yes!
There we
Oh, traded!
He traded for the win.
I think he had the right idea.
Yeah, I think that was good too, but I didn't. Wow, I can't believe that tiny amount of damage was just enough. How embarrassing. Just imagine you're in the middle of a fight and then no, stop. Don't hit me, please.
Oh man,
right.
yeah,
Night Spirit from Hong Kong.
He looked great.
Well played.
He looked great. He showed up for sure to play. Like, you know, and Zhonghua, again, we mentioned it earlier that she had some really nice buffs coming into it. And we saw a lot of those into play. That a few of the low options that she had before, or didn't have before, excuse me, showed up quite often. And I noticed that Alpine was having a lot of trouble recognizing that. Maybe he hadn't yet seen new Zhonghua.
I feel like Alpine was just kind of outmatched a little bit in general in that matchup.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that the new options were a factor too. Like, hey, what are all these new transitions that I've never seen before and all these new lows and things like that. But I think it was also a matter of he was getting whiff punished a lot.
Yeah.
Really nice throw combo. Calculation at the end of the first game, right? Good 3Bs into full combo. You know, that's how it happens sometimes. Sometimes your opponent is just stronger than you are.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, just how it is. I mean, this is how you get better too. Sometimes all it takes is you experiencing a little bit of that level of gameplay and being like, well, this is what it takes to be that good. And sometimes a little taste of that gets you hungry and it makes you want to get better.
Yeah. One thing that he may have to look at is you were mentioning the 3Bs earlier. He did actually block a few of those 3Bs. I don't know what the frame advantages or disadvantages after Zhonghua 3B gets blocked, but it seemed to me that he wasn't attempting to take his turn very often afterwards.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I know that sometimes she can play like GI gimmicks and tricks if she wants to in that situation, but you're right. Recognizing when their pressure is over and taking your turn that's almost like 101, but it does make a huge difference, especially against Zhonghua, who otherwise, especially with the throws and all the gimmicks, she kind of just seems like she's always attacking you and never really getting to do anything.
I mean, that's exactly how it felt, and so of course, you know, he's going to be moving on, and then up next we're going to be seeing Kid A versus Ushi.
Kid A, I like the name.
Is this the player that goes to Fighting Tuesdays? Kid A?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I believe this is. I believe. I could be wrong. I might be mixing them up.
Okay.
It happens all the time. I'm sorry. But it will be a Yoshi mirror.
Yoshi mirror. Wow.
The first Yoshi we see is a mirror.
That's how often does this happen? Okay.
Hey, I mean,
Well,
I'm
we
about
have
it. I think this character's really fun to watch, to be honest with you.
Blue
You know,
versus
evil. It's evil
Red, I guess? I
Yoshi
don't
versus
even know.
good Yoshi.
All right.
Obviously.
Battle of good and evil happening right now in Soul Calibur.
Who would have guessed, right?
All right.
Okay, so we're going to get Grease right here. So one of the strengths of Yoshimitsu is that as long as he has the bar, he can kind of ring you out from the middle of the stage, right? So, yes!
The respect.
Yes! I don't even care what I was saying earlier.
Oh, that was so sick.
I love it.
Mutual respect.
Oh, nice dodge on the
micro
Ari.
step. So clean.
Well, it was the twirl.
Yes.
It was the twirl at the stance.
Oh, okay, I see.
Nice duck under on the Amplis B though.
Man, the 12 just dodges that minuscule. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh,
All
near
right.
the ledge. Got to watch out. Nice block on the high though. Setting up the Shining Wizard. Not a lot of health left right now for Ushi. He's kind of trying to make his way back in there. Just staying as vigilant as he can. Stalwart on the block.
Losing some guard meter too a little bit.
Oh!
Unblocked. He's suicide.
So we can see the camera. We can see the camera, and you guys can't. It looks like he did not mean to do that.
Oh, okay. I
Because
see,
on the camera, he was like, "Oh no!" Like he did the
I love that Kid A immediately reacted by bowing. He was like, "Oh, okay, well."
Forgive me.
Okay, now Ushi with a pretty good lead.
Okay, set up right here.
This matchup is so wild. RE, okay. Time to guess.
Oh, got the horizontal too. That's great. This is a much better start for Ushi. He's got him really close to the ledge right now.
That ledge.
That was such a good 8K right there.
Woo, peace. Let's fly it off, guys. All right. Round number 3. RE. He's been getting a lot of those, Ushi.
Oh, wow. Right back at you. That was the
Okay.
exact same situation that happened to him just a
He's
second
got
ago.
to watch out for his guard bar, actually. This is a big threat.
Yeah,
for
that's
Kid
one of the
A.
reasons why he went to that break attack. Is he dead?
Uh-oh.
I believe he is.
Goodbye.
Okay.
And that guard bar is still red.
Yeah,
that is
that's
not good.
amazing for Kid A. This is going to allow him to possibly guard break here, potentially very soon. That's why you see him going for the verticals, right?
Yes.
Verticals are going to do more guard damage than horizontals.
Okay, soul charge.
Oh, wow. I can't believe that got
please.
him. He had to have pressed the button, I feel like.
Yes. He was trying to whip punish in some way, I imagine. Okay. Nice mix. Another mix.
But here's the
Tech trap
50-50.
time.
His throw. Okay.
Good break.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a whip
hell
punish.
switch.
Oh,
Oh,
he
no,
didn't
he
finish
didn't
it.
finish
He
it
didn't
off.
finish it. He gave him a chance.
Oh,
lethal.
hit. Okay.
He got, oh my goodness.
But what's the setup? That's
He can
the
soul
big-
attack.
Okay, yeah, soul charge to get out. Gotta watch it right now. There's a meter on deck for both players. Anything can be whiff punished at this point.
Ushi still trying to find a way to come back. Definitely. Oh my god. Please
I
whip
thought that
punish
was going to
him.
connect for a second. Oh, he caught him
my
stepping with the
goodness.
5A.
All right. Kid A takes the first game. Yoshi Mirror.
Yeah,
How about
you know,
that?
I definitely didn't expect to see a mirror so quickly. I thought maybe it'd be like a, you know, if we saw Yoshi or another character, there wouldn't be very many mirrors to start. But sometimes it just happens like that.
Right.
When you see the bracket, you're not looking at all the characters.
You just never know what's gonna happen. I can't believe this happened. Okay, nice crouch.
That was
Saw it coming.
amazing. I mean, you know, when you play the character, you have to know, right?
You know, yeah, of course. Door knocker. There's so many highs in that string.
Yeah. Okay, gonna steal a little bit of bar on
Give
that
me
one.
some.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Recognize how slow that move actually is and challenge the hell sweep.
It seems like Kid A has like really strong. He's got really strong knockdown mix up. Versus Ushi, I guess he kind of like he likes the space a little more. He's like just plays with smaller strings and runs away.
Oh, nice duck right there.
That was very good.
Okay.
That's a combo.
That's a wall. That's
Ow,
a death.
The damage.
God
My
damn.
goodness. Kid A.
Yeah, I feel
Whoa,
like
that
this
was
is
close.
definitely the same player I'm thinking of from Fighting Tuesday, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Okay, trying to use that.
I'm sorry. Time zones are terrible. We have Battle Circuit guys. I watch them all the time.
Oh, yeah, you know, no,
Fighting
you're right,
Tuesday
you're
is so
right.
sick, though.
You're right.
I try to catch it when I can, but man, those times was like a nice whip punish.
Yeah, with the hell sweep right there. He's trying to go for the mix-up. It gets
Okay.
blocked, though.
Good
Okay, a lot
blocks.
of patience from Kid A on those.
Yeah, I don't. Oh my goodness, that's what I was saying before about how like Kid A is the one really doing a lot of the mix-up. Seems like Ushi's off it.
Oh, that was so smart from Kid A.
goodness.
You know, it was in kill range, and it wasn't going to kill him, so if it missed, so he wasn't too worried about it.
He would have still been in the game there.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Lethal at the start. Man, he got him with the whole. Whoa, I never seen a hit like that. That was so weird.
Yeah, I don't know if he was ready for it to hit like that either.
I don't think so.
That's going to give Ushi a chance to come back on this one. He's still got a little bit of bar to work with. Oh, give me your...
some life back, my friend.
No, he gave him the life back. He took his bar. That was the other one.
It's the other one, yes.
Well, wait, no.
I was looking at Kid A's HP, so that's what threw me off.
Is that if you tech it, they get their health back?
I don't even know.
I forget that's how that
life
works.
bar moving, and I was like, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, nice break. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of guard bar right now.
Nice.
So, that's great for Ushi. He killed him without touching the guard bar.
Okay.
Got another chance at that situation we talked about earlier.
Wow, okay, that's big damage. Follow up. How? That was like 40%.
Caught the tech trap too.
Tech trap. Kid A. BBB.
Yeah, got the meter off it as well.
Oh man, he almost had a whole whip punish there.
Oh,
low.
Low right there. He tried to. All right. Oh my God, he's gonna die because of the whip
Calibur
armor.
happened. That was sick. It was over, and then get kicked in your chest.
That was back in
for Sparta.
That was really good awareness too for him to sidestep in that direction just to get that.
Was that good awareness or was that desperation? Was that really just this is the only thing that could possibly work?
Hey, whatever the case may be, he's now back into it. He's got to deal with the mix-up right now, and that might be death.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
He's dead. Golden letters.
For all those moments where I thought he was making that comeback, he came back and got perfect is what actually happened.
That was a good previous round though. Oh my goodness. All right, so guys, we're just setting up for the next match, but in the meantime, while we set up for that, I just want to talk to you guys about the results for regular EVO. We talked about the EVO Japan results. So for regular EVO this year, this is what happened. We had Utoto was first place, who's also here, if I'm not mistaken. I definitely saw his name in the polls at least. Blue God second, possibly Blue God, who I think is also here.
He is here.
Skill was third, who was also here, if I'm not mistaken. So wow, man, top three were here. Woes, I think that's finally the first person that I think is not
from America,
here.
definitely.
Yes.
I don't believe he's here.
Yeah, I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Tamanegi was fifth. Also, as we mentioned, was top 8 at EVO Japan that year.
Yeah,
Shen-chan, who was second, was also top 5, fifth.
But I don't believe present for this event, if I remember correctly.
Really? Not here? That's a shame.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Kayane got 7th. Amazing match, by the way, in the semifinals.
Several
by the way.
amazing matches,
one of the best matches of the tournament was her against that really, his name escapes me, really amazing Voldo player. That match was
it Monta? Was it in America? Was it American Voldo?
I don't remember if it was America or if he was somewhere else, but this guy was like the craziest Voldo that I've ever seen, at least up until that point. And then Sane, New York area, Tri-State. Let's go Sane. Dynamic Focus Sane.
With the best fit at all times. Dynamic Focus Sane.
Yep.
But yeah, so a lot of those people that from both EVO Japan and EVO proper of the previous year are present here at EVO Japan 2020, right? Obviously, you know, it's very enticing as it is the first World Tour event, of course.
Yep.
But the fact that we have so many heavy hitters, even if this wasn't a World Tour event, this is definitely one of those events where you would want to be here because of how prestigious it is without.
We're gonna learn a lot by the end of it, no matter what happens. Even if you know all we learn is that the same guys are still the strongest guys. You know, at the beginning of the tour, we'll at least know where everybody stands. We'll know how season 2 maybe has shaken things up among the top guys. And coming up next, we're gonna have a match from pool SCE 221. It's just letters and numbers to me because there's so many pools, my guys. 64 pools of around 8 players each. We have a Meika from Korea. Korean Soul Calibur, guys. I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready.
Representing ASL, evidently.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, for Japan, attempting to defend the turf from Korea is going to be Dengeki Goro.
Dengeki Goro. I don't know. That just makes me think of so many things. Dengeki
Bunko fighting Climax.
Yeah. Dengeki Bunko. And then Goro from like KOF or something.
Yeah, or Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, put Goro in Dengeki. That would be kind of cool.
That would be really weird. But I mean, at the same time,
but either Goro.
Do it, whatever.
Just do it. Mix it up. Why not? All right, definitely interested to see what's going to happen in this match.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see the players from not America, Japan, or France, because those are the ones that are always the most heavily talked about, right? So it's like we know most of the players from those areas, whereas like the Koreas, the Hong Kongs, and stuff like that. I'm not too familiar with those, unfortunately.
And I mean, you can't always find matches to the bottom line in the first place, even if they are like a good player, right? Because they're not necessarily like playing in tournaments locally. Even in Korea, like good luck finding like a Soul Calibur tournament in Korea. Like, does that even exist there right now? Like,
to my knowledge, they play online with Japan a lot, don't they?
Oh, okay,
Am I incorrect?
I mean, that makes sense, but like, how about like a tournament? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like,
you're totally right. But it just crossed my mind that it's either Korea or Hong Kong that plays a lot with the Japanese or over online because, again, the infrastructure is not only really strong for Japan, but the connection is a lot closer than you might think.
All right, Ameka. Hopefully I'm not butchering his name, Team ASL.
Yeah, I was worried about that. It's like I'm a dumb gaijin. Like,
it's okay, we're trying our best. I mean, he's not even from Japan, he's Korean anyway.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what a gaijin is.
You know, maybe he knows a little bit of Japanese.
Know the meaning, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Slurs travel everywhere.
He's a gaijin too, if anything. He's just visiting the land of the rising sun.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, okay. So up next, we're actually gonna have an Australian player. I like it.
Okay.
After this. I wonder if it's any of the Australian players I know, because one of the Australian players here actually recently changed his tag. And I knew him back in the day from BlazBlue. He played Soul Calibur prior to BlazBlue, but obviously there was kind of a lull of Soul Calibur until 6 for a little while.
For a little bit.
So I don't know if that's the same Australian player. I don't want to call it just yet, because again, he changed his tag and he didn't tell me what it was.
Shall find out. That would be from pool SCA 210. But right now we're in SCA 221. Ameka versus Dengeki Goro. They're just trying to get situated here in character select.
Yeah, looking like Yoshimitsu versus Taki, possibly. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. We'll see.
All 2B.
Yes, finally.
Okay.
Put 2B in. It's funny because that was probably a joke. Somebody was just like, put 2B in Soul Calibur, and then they did it.
So originally, when Soul Calibur got announced, everybody was asking for 2B as the guest character because we all knew it was going to be a guest character. It's Soul Calibur. There's going to be one, right?
We already had Geralt, which is already kind of crazy because that's like a totally different RPG. So now you can have. I don't even want to think about it. So the crossovers make no sense anyway.
At the time, Geralt wasn't announced for it, I don't believe.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know what the guest character was, if I remember correctly. So everybody wanted 2B because it was like, this is the most perfect character to guest character into Soul Calibur. She has a lot of weapons, right? She can really work in the system in a lot of people's head. And also, Nier Automata is a very popular game, right?
Yes.
So a lot of people were really, really wanting it. And then Yoko Taro said, after all of the talking about it, and I quote, "We will do anything for money." so eventually they started talking.
And there she is. Actually, she's pretty good. Not for nothing. Last year, Kayane, we talked about her performance, 7th place at EVO in Vegas.
A lot of that was 2B, actually.
Yeah, 2B.
She had that amazing moment where she jumped over, hit the CE. I lost it. Dude. It was insane to me.
I mean, it's hard to profile characters based on speed because their speed, like as far as movement, there's also frame data. But she's very fast. You know, she's got like, she's in, she's out.
Aggression shifts, right?
And even reacting to the mix-ups can be really difficult.
Okay, so in Fisherman Chance, popping shot, there's the aggression shift, tossing the sword right there. Good duck there from Goro, however.
Nice stab.
Gonna get the lethal hit because of it.
Oh my goodness.
I believe the lethal hit.
Oh my goodness, that was a sick tech trap. All right, that's definitely good. Goodbye.
No
okay,
points of analysis and still getting lethal hits. You know, a lot of her lethal hits come from having points of analysis, and yet...
Hey, I mean, if you're going to whiff the entire time and make it easy on her, why not?
Yeah.
Make her round number 1.
And it was real strong on that. You know, what a great sidestep to start it off. Not a real punish on it, but hey, still got something, right?
That was a great tech in the step. That's guaranteed.
Just backs off, trying to fake the
This is what I meant about the in-out style 2B.
Yeah, that's the nice part of that aggression shift, right? So prior, originally aggression shift could be kind of negated with RI before we really understood it. And that's kind of not really the case anymore, especially after post-buffs.
I feel like the 2B guys kind of adjusted to that after a while, too.
Yeah.
Nice low.
Okay. Oh, nice block on the low, though.
Yep.
Trying to get the throw right here. Trying to make something happen. That's a whip punish.
Beautiful.
And yeah, that's one of the only C's in the game with true invincibility because she actually disappeared. Shout out to Cuts damage. And I believe it was also considered counter hit, so even more damage on top of that.
Evenly matched so far. Tried to whip punish.
Yeah,
That was a makeup. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, big launch. Goes into Fisherman, but nothing really happening from it. Yeah, okay. I like that Goro was like, okay, you cancel Fisherman, so you're going to be negative. Wow.
That was a good bait on DRE. I like that.
That was a great cancel, too.
Omega, okay, chipping away.
Got that guard damage. Okay, there's the low. Oh, wow, that tech crouch.
I guess it did tech crouch. That's right.
Yeah, soul charge,
Soul
though, to get him off.
charge. Just trying to get some space. That's okay. Freestyle combo.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that there was really like a known like idea there. So
okay, another combo.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes, it does hurt. Follow up. Good block.
Wow.
Okay, nice 8. Wow.
I'm surprised that hit high enough and then afterwards caught the roll with the break attack. Really, really good from Goro there.
I wonder if Omega could have maybe air controlled a little differently there.
It's possible.
Maybe, okay.
Putting up those points of analysis. Nice block on the mid right there. Not getting lethal
Missed
hit.
the follow up.
Trying to toss.
Break. Make a lot of meter. Not really using any of it just yet.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised to be honest with you. Okay, aggression shift throw. It's gonna do some okay damage for sure. Follow up.
Good stage control too.
Yeah. That's the hard part is when you get an aggression shift throw, she gets the follow up that allows her to be plus afterwards, right? So
early soul charge.
Soul charge coming out. You're talking about how much meter he had to work with, and he's finally using it right there.
That's
nice
right.
interrupt.
Okay. Free combo.
Guaranteed.
Top of some soul charge mix up.
It's another low. He's gone low about every time, I think, in that situation.
Hey, why not? Especially if Goro's not punishing it or anything like that.
And he's getting a lot of damage from it.
Nope.
Nice Fisherman.
Nice. Oh, no, he did the wrong version.
That's so unfortunate right there from Amika. It's going to allow Goro to start moving forward. He got him on the backside. Soul charge comes back
again.
out.
Oh, it was out of range. Goro's
dance.
Okay. Mid again.
He tried to see in the middle of the aggression shift, but there wasn't enough frames.
No.
He got a lot of damage. There's a mix-up. He tried mid.
Funny.
Finally,
oh
the dunk.
My goodness. It's still not enough. Good
nice block while rising.
Actually, Goro's still in. Good low.
Okay, he's got one more mix-up here right now.
Mix.
Oh, he got over it. Incredible composure right there from Amika. That was... Okay, this one's gonna be good.
That was so scrambly near the end. You can definitely tell that both guys were a little bit nervous.
Well, I mean, they were both so low on health, right? Like, Goro was in the middle of making a comeback. And when you see somebody making correct gas after correct gas on you over and over again, when you normally were about to win, your confidence starts waning.
Oh, definitely. You're just like, no, I don't want him to come back. And then we have game number 2.
Oh, nice. With the launch to stop the aggression shift right there. It's going to keep the string going to stop him again. Oh, wow.
They're both challenging each other at close range now.
And look at the damage he got out of it. Already past half of his life. Fisherman stance coming back in with the gunshots. Popping shots. Trying to fake him out.
Whip punish. Pretty good damage for that also. Low.
Wow, nice wall rising. There it is. Yeah. The mix-up is real. He got some points of analysis for that as well.
It's actually impressive how 2B can keep up with Taki's fast buttons up close.
Yeah. I mean, you were talking about the speed, right? It's not just her movement speed.
Her frame data also pretty good. That was guaranteed. Mix, that's a low.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right. If about the lows, he can just keep going for it. Screw it, it's working, right?
Hey, it's definitely working. I feel like that's part of what's scary about 2B is that she has lows. Some of them lead to like a full combo, especially after the aggression stance, right?
Wow, just caught him on the way back down. Again, caught him on the way back down as well.
Maybe that's like a matchup thing. I feel like Taki can get a real punish for that if she's ready.
You might very well be right.
Okay.
Aggression shift to get away. Tried to bait him out with the backwards when he's at the ledge. And yeah, he felt
smart.
Pretty threatened at the ledge.
Okay, walking out of it. AA.
Okay. Stop the aggression shift. Doesn't want to deal with the 50-50 mix-up, right?
Oh my goodness, that's gonna... Oh, he messed it up.
No, it's the wall. The wall messed it up, I think.
Okay, Veka.
Oh yeah, she has a gun.
Nice. Ow, that did crazy damage. Okay. Cross? No.
For the cost of a lot of soul charge meters, she can hit you pretty hard. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. Amika is going to move on over Goro. That match looked a lot less close and a lot more emphatically in Amika's favor.
He kind of ran away with it a little bit, especially with the lows in the first 2 rounds.
It's one of those download complete things, I guess.
Maybe he figured it out. It's okay, I'm just going to go low a lot. It's going to work.
Yeah. I mean, you were talking about the lows earlier. You know, lows into a lot of the stuff that 2B gets specifically, it's not super common in 3D games, less let alone Soul Calibur, right? So it's one of those things where a lot of people are not looking out for Lowe's as heavily, and then against this character, you have to change your... Yeah, exactly.
Wait, she has mids, too, that are horizontal. She spins her arms at me. That doesn't even make sense. Anyway, really cool to see. So good stuff to a maker of Korea.
That's right. Moving on.
Visiting here in Japan, doing well. So we do have more matches lined up for you guys. We're not going to stop. It's crazy because I'm sorry, guys. They feed us cup noodles, but then they don't give us breaks. So we can't eat the delicious cup noodles. We have to stare at it. That's unfortunate.
Can I take this?
No, unfortunately, because like they didn't give us all the things that we require to enjoy.
There's no hot water. There's no chopsticks. I need my chopsticks.
But thank you, of course, to Cup Noodle for being a sponsor, being a part of Evo Japan this year. Once again, this is a part of the Soul Calibur Tour, the first event on the tour.
That's right.
300 points for
Edge
first place.
Master level event.
I want to be an
now.
Edge Master.
You know, some of us already are, man. Some of us already are.
What is that, like B or something? I don't even know where that is in the ranks. Anyway, I don't want to think about it.
You played Melty Blood. I think you know what an Edge Master might be.
All right, maybe. That sounds like one of the Shiki Moons or something like that. Maybe
right?
Edge Master.
See?
Anyway, so again, we're gonna have one matches like, dude, please put Melty Blood back in Evo. It was only 1 year. I was so salty, my guy.
You know,
please. And then I got like
Soul
9th or something. My goodness.
Back at Evo proper.
Hey, we're here, man. We had it at Evo 2019. We got it here. You know, like
we never know until it gets announced. And so I'm just gonna plead right now.
Is Vegas not announced yet? Usually, like Wizard does something like December or something. So we haven't announced the games for Vegas yet.
I don't believe so. Am I wrong?
All right then. No, I guess
really
not.
Dumb?
No, because we would have known already. Everybody on the internet would be talking about what game is dead now because Wizard said that it wasn't at Evo. So I guess not. All right, well, I'm sure that we'll hear news from them soon. Styles, of course, the team Triple Perfect, Joey, Tom, Tony, the homies, Seth, wherever you might be right now. I have not seen Seth this weekend, by the way. I hope that he's going to be here. I don't know. I hope that he's going to be here because I miss Seth Killian. Anyway, I hope we'll see him. Soul Calibur 6 pools are going to continue. We got Korai
versus Gel.
He's from Australia.
Wait. Is Korai the Maxi player?
You got me, my friend.
Okay. I could be wrong. But again, it's one of those things where I sometimes when you are a part of multiple games, you run into people who share similar names or even the exact same name.
I try not to guess too because like with Calibur, I'm still kind of new to this game, so like I know some of the players' names, but I don't necessarily know their face or even sometimes remember the character they play and things like this. So
yeah, well, I mean, I'm new too, Spooky. So like I feel you for sure,
it's
man.
Fun,
like there's no reason for me to be for any of us to beat around the bush around it because like we genuinely love the game. It's way too much fun sometimes.
It's great. And so forgive us to any of the high-level guys who might be watching. You know, I know that you guys are probably also enjoying yourselves. And let's have some beautiful matches. So far, we haven't seen too many of the crazy fan favorite foreign monsters. We've mostly been seeing, you know, some local guys and some new heroes.
To be honest with you, in terms of local monsters, I really want to see... I know I mentioned SHK earlier, but I really want to see Shiwapan.
Okay.
I haven't seen Shiwapan play in a little bit,
Gotcha.
so I just want to see Shiwapan.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, we will have the semifinals later today, so I would expect around that point is where you'll see some of your crowd favorites.
I would be surprised if I didn't see Shiwapan in the semis, but at the same time, Calibur's been out for a little while, and there's a lot more... Exactly. There's a lot more players. The player base is higher than it used to be, right?
Amazing.
So there's
especially.
There's killers that weren't there before that could just be like, I know this matchup kind of deal, you know what I mean? So
drink that water.
Oh yeah, very, very, very important to stay hydrated. Anybody watching the stream, you know, please make sure that you're doing so. Get up and stretch every now and then, but you know, you can do so in front of your computer. Keep watching. Keep watching. Do not miss a beat. It only gets better from here. First Talon we're going to see today. Is that going to be Gel?
Talon. I like this character a lot. To be honest, if I didn't play Geralt already, I think I would play Talon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Talon got some nice changes this patch. Some people are really personally believing that she might be one of the best at this after the buffs. You know what I mean?
I know this is like a dumb reason to like a character, but she wind punches you. That's her critical edge. She literally jumps at you and does like a Superman wind punch. I think that's incredible. That makes me want to play her.
And
Anyway.
I mean, that's how some people find their favorite characters anyway. It's just like, oh, I did this one thing. I love that.
Hey, that's great. And Joe, wow, I love the tech traps right now. A lot of more tech traps. That was sick.
Yeah, stopped him from being able to use the unblockable pole jump to get off the ground. You know, you don't always have to do the attack, but if you stop him prior to that, it's really good in your favor. Okay, trying to catch him stepping right there. Just going to do the 6AA.
Nice small pokes from Korai. Ouch. Don't get too greedy, my friend.
I am genuinely surprised. You know, Gel was really, really heavily, like, conditioning.
But you know, sometimes it's about trying to close out the round. You still have to finish the job, and that can be really difficult against Kilik, who definitely has a superior range to Talon.
Yeah, and that actually might help out in some of the moves that push back a lot for Talon, because normally she has like moves that are a lot of pushback, and it's hard to deal with, and it's hard to take your turn back, but Kilik might be able to do that without issue.
Yeah, Kilik does not mind your pushback. He has superior range, as you can see.
A lot of the time, he can definitely outrange you. But, you know, right now, Gel is back in the lead in terms of life, and she's kind of controlling a little bit, but yeah. Hit the 1A again. He's got to be very close to the lethal hit 1A at this point. Great jump! Got the tech crouch! Has a chance on the mix-up right here. Nice block, though, from Korai, and then the 2K.
Wow, 2K. After getting hit, he just knew what button to press.
Oh, wait a minute. I think the names are switched. The reason being is the Australians are cheering when the Kilik player won.
Okay, well, we'll see about that one.
I guess we're going to find out.
We'll find out. In the meantime, our Talon player has got a big lead in this round.
Okay, yeah, because Soul Charge was at the wall, it doesn't get the pushback that the Talon player might have wanted. But regardless, so far ahead that it didn't matter.
No.
Plus, with the guard gauge at this point, yikes.
Be careful.
Oh, got the lethal!
That's a huge lethal.
I think that one's on whiff punish, if I remember correctly.
Going for a little mix there. Korai, oh man, this guard bar is becoming a problem for Korai.
Yeah, I wonder if Talon would opt to just go for a mix-up rather than trying to break the guard bar at this point, right?
I don't even feel like he's thinking about it. He's just doing what he likes to do. And it looks like you were correct. Joel is on the player one side and Korai is player two.
Okay, I thought so.
Oh my god, so scary. Ouch. Got you. So yeah. Gel is actually the girl that you saw on camera too. Thank you, Kilik player. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
GI?
Trying to use as much guard damage. I love that he. I do love that he went to the GI right there because you know you want to be looking out for the possibility of your guard getting broken, right?
Gel, oh, that's huge. Gel, oh wow, nice play. Awareness for both players. Nice low block. Oh, Gel still worried about this guard, but gets him hit.
Here we go.
Soul attack.
And nice soul charge right there from Korai.
Okay, just breaking up the, whoa, big trade. They're both about even.
That's the guard break that he wanted.
Combo.
I guess he couldn't get wind cannon off that, or maybe this is more damage than wind cannon. Whatever the case may be, he's got to be able to take the game off of that. Yeah, you can kind of see the consternation on her face right there from having gotten guard broken into death, basically.
That was extremely close. You can see it in his face. He's like, ah.
Gel was very close to making a comeback right there. We're going to switch the stage here. I guess he doesn't want that up close and personal fight versus Talon anymore. And I can totally understand that, right?
Sense. All right. So Gel is Kilik versus Korai as Talon.
Okay, got the wall rising right there.
Yes, very good.
Is that full crouch? It's one of the two. Oh my god.
Big clash. Oh, the step.
Okay, stun combo right here. Here's the setup.
Yep, and she's going to have some nice pressure here, but the tech, last minute tech with punishment.
I'm not sure how many Kiliks I've seen go for tower stance after that, but she opted for it.
Good blow.
Wow,
close. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, just really, Korai is really swinging.
Yeah,
you were talking about just doing the thing that he wanted to do, right?
Yeah, but I like what we're seeing from Gel here. She's kind of, just a lot of AA, a lot of B, a lot of simple pokes. Man, Korai's scary. This guy's in another tech trap. Oh my goodness, the pressure.
It can pay off to be kind of aggressive with Talon, to be honest.
I mean, this is the matchup, I think.
Oh, got the stun right there. Here's the mix-up. Caught her rolling. Yeah, she's got to watch that guard bar. Okay, she's starting to press right back.
Now.
Sidestep
nice
it. Good punish.
Follow.
Okay, here we go. Knockdown situation. It's tower again. Or monument. That's what it's called. I keep calling it tower.
Power? I mean, tower, monument. I get it why you would call it tower. Monument. So, Gel, a little bit of guard bar troubles, but about even on meter.
Yeah, she's going to have to really... you know, it might be more beneficial for... Oh, what a step! Soul attack. Here we go. Gonna soul charge. Get off me. I don't want to have to deal with this. Oh my god, she alright!
That's sick!
That is new to this version. In Season 2, RI became a thing, and you remember, you can RI anything. Even the soul charge. Incredible choice right there.
Gel, oh my god, you're back! Gel, no! Korai's coming all the way back.
Oh, the unblockable's gonna hit him. That's guaranteed. With a vengeance!
She didn't even flinch. That was sick.
Nah, she's ready. Yeah. That's the kill phase. She is ready to kill. Like we were talking about earlier, when you sit down and you're looking like you're ready to kill your opponent.
Yeah. Let me see your war face.
The second she RI'd that soul charge, she probably felt all the blood pumping.
Definitely.
God damn.
That was dope. All right.
Again, I love to see that people are using RI raw, and it's not just like one of those things where it's an automatic RI from one of their moves, because normally
that was like a read too. That was
a hard
read. You're gonna do something. I'm ready. All right, Gel versus Korai.
Again, on the smaller stage, so a lot of the time, more up-close and personal fights can really benefit Talim.
You know, I feel like Korai is not really catching on. In the second game, Gel's been just stepping a lot. And it's just been like, okay, I'm going to step, you're going to whip something, I'm going to 3B. And Korai has Korai has not been using horizontals to counteract it.
No, and well, the few times that he has been using horizontals, actually, you notice that she has actually ducked them and then got the stun combo afterwards.
So she might be looking for a little bit of both, a little bit of step into crouch.
Well, she's looking at very specific strings, it seems like. Because she's been consistent on either the step or the duck. There's the 2K.
Nice low kick, just to check Korai there. Again, another nice little low. Stand transitions.
Yeah, trying to use monument as much as possible. Oh, there it is. See, that's what I was talking about. Getting the crouch, right into the stun. Goes for guaranteed. Yikes.
That's a big hit.
Oh, that was side. It was side throw. Okay. I thought it was back throw for a second. I was like, wow.
It was close. Hard to tell.
Oh, monument actually gets bodied, and that's going to be the round right there. Korai staying alive.
His confirms are super dangerous. Even when he's whiffing a lot, he does not give up. His combo is always on point, and after a knockdown, it's like Tech Trap City.
That composure can be very, very important.
Nice break.
Not letting that RI soul charges get into him at all.
Yeah, good job by Joe, by the way, withstanding the high amount of mix-ups that we're seeing from Korai.
Now,
both players
there's
even meter.
There's only one hit on that wall, by the way. You gotta watch that.
Yes.
Big damage right there. Oh my god!
Wow, that worked.
What?
That was crazy. Soul attack.
Okay, and then
soul charge.
That's been the response to soul attack every time, by the way. That's one of the reasons why she got that read with the RI.
That doesn't necessarily nullify the super, though.
Okay, here we go. Set up City.
Is she gonna go for it?
Try to hit mid twice. Oh, what a block on the low! I don't know if that put it blown up into the mid. It's gonna be close.
It's so close. All right. Good blocks. Patience.
Oh, wow.
Oh, GI, nothing.
Yeah, the problem is look at her guard bar.
Mighty red right now.
That's a back throw that time.
That's guaranteed. And it broke the wall. That was insane. Clash, back turn clash. That was crazy.
Yeah, back turn K again.
Remember? No, it did not hit that time. That's back turn. Nice low, too.
Oh,
actually,
big whip punish.
It's still even. Soul charge.
Soul charge to try and get that back. Oh, that's a break the guard. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. But the thing is only the critical edge off the guard break. That might actually be better for Gel than what could have happened.
That was not very much damage at all.
Oh, she got a little guard stamina, or he got a little bit of guard stamina back, but got the low throw.
Being aware of the CE.
Okay. Yeah, the big whiff, and Korai making the comeback. Unfortunately for Gel, whiffing that break attack, it has a lot of whiff recovery, so she was just unable to do anything to defend against it, you know? Yeah, so Korai going to be taking it over Gel. Unfortunately, Gel from Australia, she's going to be moving on to the losers bracket, I believe. I'm not too sure if that was winners or losers.
I believe that was still the winners bracket. So she'll have a chance. That was, again, pool 210, SCA 210. I said 210, but my God, there's a million pools. But we're still going to continue on, by the way. We still have lots and lots of matches for you guys. We're just going to go non-stop up until it's time for PP Tag.
Adaptations like that from both players have been, in that last match, were beautiful, right? So, because we were talking about with... with Gel, she specifically was either ducking or stepping almost perfectly every time.
Yeah, especially the second game, so many great steps.
And then on the other side, Korai, the level of mix-up he had, for as much as Gel was able to block it, he kept it in such a way that either it was always his turn afterwards, or he would be able to guard break you soon
Just
after.
Good mix-up in general, recognizing little ticks in Gel's defense as well.
Yeah. But, so, again, Korai, moving on. We're going to have the next couple of matches coming up. And, again, we do have another international battle. It's going to be Bluff from Korea versus Natakisi.
Kisi.
Yeah, there's no H, so I think it's Kisi.
Kishi, yeah, Natakisi. Okay.
That's why I paused for a second, is because I was about to say the same thing. But I guess, I don't know, I could be wrong. It's not like I know any Japanese. But, yeah, so Natakisi from Japan, Bluff from Korea.
All right, so we have another Korea versus JP matchup.
Yeah, Korea coming out full force, for sure. I'd love to see it. And I can't wait to see how Bluff shows off the power. And thank you for joining us once again, guys. We are here at EVO Japan 2020 in beautiful Chiba. This is, as I can't stress enough, because it's kind of wild to say, this is the first event in the Soul Calibur World Tour.
Yeah, really amazing. So EVO Japan, of course, the first stop. Is great to see. Lots of support for Soul Calibur in general. A lot of people wanted to see a tour, and at one point, community-wise, we weren't really even sure if there was going to be like a second season or if the game was going to be over after the first year once Amy and the rest of the characters were released. So it's great to see #1 official support, to see that they want to continue on with the game along with the Tekken World Tour as well. And man, I got to give it up to Bandai Namco. I feel like they're in a beautiful place right now with their 3D games again.
Yeah, the Calibur community did a great job of just showing the love, whether it be competitive or casual, right? To make that second season, to make that World Tour, the World Invitational, all of that be a thing that Bandai wanted to look at.
It's not like a lazy slap together. Hey, here's a new character and that's it. No, it's like we have Soul Attack now. We have huge changes to the guard bar. We have the reversal edge changes that we talked about a little bit. Some characters have new moves and transitions that go along, especially with the Soul Attack. So yeah, it's a whole new meta for us here in Season 2. And yeah, it's great and it's a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds a little obvious for me to say, but it is a whole ass season. Like, it's definitely like...
It's different. It's definitely not the same game that we played a year ago.
Most definitely not. I don't see Siegfried running around killing everybody yet,
Oh yeah, there was a lot of that. Ready? Go! Ready? Go! People were trying to do the crouch the first part and jump over the second part just to deal with it. It was like, my God.
I mean, it was sick once you saw somebody get it, though.
Yeah, when you see somebody do it, it's dope, but it's like, you have to go that far? My goodness. How good is Siegfried anyway?
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, so he has been toned down a little bit. I think he's fine because, to be honest with you, the way I see Calibur balance at the moment is I think everyone has viable things. I think every character is viable and can definitely win. And I think that was probably indicative of the last few patches as well. I mean, we saw Shen Chan obviously killing everybody with Cervantes, regardless of that character's inconsistencies. So that's just how it is.
I just like, and I'm not saying that you didn't have to think as Siegfried, because you have you got to play with your chief hold and your base hold, and you got to trick the opponent and all that stuff, right? But there was definitely a time where, as a Siegfried player, you kind of just did like your regular training mode stuff, and that would work on most opponents.
Depending on the patch,
to go beyond that, right?
Depending on the patch, most Siegfried players would be like, I feel brain dead.
I will do whatever I want, and it will work
Linkor
well.
has definitely said that a few times.
And now he's like, I guess he's a fair Siegfried.
Yeah, at this point, he's probably more fair. I do wonder how much Geralt we're going to be seeing from Link. I feel like there's a possibility that we'll be seeing him a little bit later.
I still like that character. My thing about Geralt, right, is that, sometimes well-rounded is not good enough, right? And I'm not saying that Geralt is not good enough at high level because he's got like the spells and the auto GI, especially with the meter spell. I always forget the name of it. It's so good, right?
Which one?
And
what does he do?
It's the trap.
Oh, okay. So I think it's Yurden.
Yeah, Yurden. There you go. That's the name of it. Anyway, especially good, really good for getting you out of certain situations. He's got so many good character matchups. He's got an okay CE, like gets the job done, I guess. Whatever.
It does
Gets
damage,
you there, you know. And he's got all these gimmicks against the opponent when they're soul charged and everything else, right? Really good, right? But he never really excels in one area, right? Versus with some of the characters that we see a lot more at high level, like even today as an example, like Astaroth, right?
Okay.
You know, he like excels at grabbing and zoning you. Like, literally he excels, and I know that tier-wise, he's still not even considered like excellent or anything like that, right? But you know, that's just one thing he does really well. And I feel like for tournament, sometimes I wonder if like that matters more than having like someone like Geralt.
I mean, it could possibly be. We didn't see a ton of Astaroth outside of a few people. You know, obviously there was Club and a few others.
Right, but those guys that were the Astaroth guys, you know, whenever they went to tournament, you know, it was like
they're blowing people up.
They excelled at that thing. That's what they did. Their job was to be a big, scary Astaroth player and zone you out and kill you with command grabs.
But it's very important to play to your character's specific strengths, right? Because you want to always be playing from when you're the strongest, rather than playing at any moment when you could possibly be at the weakness.
Right. And that's my thing about Geralt. That's what I'm pointing out, right? It's like to be well-rounded means that you have to be good at all matchups, and you can't really make it too many big mistakes. Versus the other guy, maybe sometimes they can make a mistake here or there, and it's like okay, because
but they can snowball.
Exactly. That's the tough part about playing Geralt at that high level. I
can definitely see what you mean about that for sure. And I mean,
but he's super good at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised to see someone just be well-rounded the whole tournament. Haha, I would punish 3-beat everything. And then I did 6-BP when you did something dumb, and I won as Geralt.
To be honest with you, that's kind of how skill played. And still plays.
Yes.
So like Mitsurugi does have like some dirt, right? It is possible for Mitsurugi to use the sauce. But the way skill plays Mitsurugi was the way you were describing. Was like, I'm gonna whip punish you, I'm gonna just outplay you straight up, and that's what he did.
Yeah. So, you know, some matchups for Geralt are a little bit weird too. Like, you know, Nightmare, haha, no 12 frame. We joke about that all the time, right? So Nightmare actually can't punish certain things. Like 1-8 from Geralt, he just straight up can't punish that move. I don't think he can punish 1-8 either, which kind of sucks as Nightmare.
That reminds me of Nightmare versus Aswell. Nightmare's the only character in the game that couldn't punish Beyblade.
No, that's
because it's -12.
So it's just, okay, cool, well, I'm in your face now.
Yeah.
You know,
he's just like, whatever, bro, I'm Aswell. Like,
I guess I'm going to, like, AGA or something.
Actually, that's the character we haven't seen yet.
Yes, you're right.
We haven't seen any Aswell yet.
You're right.
I hope that I didn't just, like, jinx it or whatever, and he's just next.
He's bam, right now. Amy versus Aswell. Let's go. So this is from pool SCA207. We have Bluff of Korea versus Natakishi of Japan. Wow. All right then.
Oh, this is definitely a character in the video game Soul Calibur 6 for the PlayStation 4.
So I'm not usually the type to get into like matchups or things like this, right? But in this particular matchup, I find that a lot of Amy players don't find this matchup very fun. I think they have a lot of trouble.
Maybe if she had purple. Maybe if she had purple, but to be honest with you, it just seems so difficult.
It seems kind of tough. We'll see how it goes. All right, so Bluff versus Natakishi. I imagine that as the Amy player, you probably want to get like stamina like ASAP if possible. We'll see how.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Amy is like depending on what matchup she plays, she might want to go for a different type of rose. You know, last patch though, one of the things was Red Rose was usually just better a lot of the time last time, but you know, there were a lot of changes. It could be different.
That's really bad. Bluff is actually the Ivy player, my bad, and Natakishi is the Amy player. Okay, 2 red.
Goes into stance immediately. That's one of her best moves. That's only available to her in back turn. Nice step right there. That's just going to finish it off.
Get off of my stage.
Popping shots right there. Okay, Bluff with an amazing step on the unblockable. Kishi was like, okay, I have to test you at least once, right?
Yes.
So he went for the unblockable regardless.
This is a qualifying match, by the way, fellas.
Oh, this is qualifying. We're that deep, huh?
Yes,
all right, let's go.
We are.
That means the bracket runners are doing a great job.
Yes, they are.
Thank you so much to the bracket runners, by the way.
I'm glad that we're getting to see some qualifying matches. Oh my goodness, the tech cuts are dangerous. Okay, all right. No, you're not getting away with that, my friend.
And that was such good patience from Natakishi. So that's one of the things that I love to see about high-level Calibur is when you start ascending in the way people play Calibur levels, there's a lot more patience when you walk up on somebody because you're trying to get them being antsy, or you're trying to like get more plus frames than you normally should be allowed.
Yeah, one thing I guess that as a concept, let's say you're not into Calibur, but like you're a Tekken type of person, right?
Okay.
That because this game has a guard button, they consider that when they're guarding, that's kind of like a state where they can't actually do certain things, and because that's what allows you to manipulate the opponent exactly like we're talking about. You can get in their face and walk around, and they have to decide they're going to keep guarding, are they going to let go of guard, are they going to do a while standing button. All those little moments of hesitation are part of your mix-up that you have to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Nada Kisi, looking very good.
Yeah, much better than that. Well, I mean, the first game, I guess, was fine. It was just that he got rung out.
I feel like they've both been kind of even about it. Now he's building a nice ouch. That hurts.
Yeah, well, Nanakisi has been more so running the aggression game, right? He's pretty much always been in Bluff's face, forcing the Soul Charge out at this point, trying to catch him stepping, no dice, but he is going to get the knockdown here. Oh,
that's an unblockable.
I think that's guaranteed.
Is it? That was scary.
Because of how fast it is, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what a jump right there. This is great damage. Look at that. Then the setup. Nice. He delayed it, rolled as soon as he saw the possible 2A plus G. Soul Charge comes out.
And Bluff just trying to close out this round and stay in this game. Nice one.
Yeah, stopped him from even getting in right back there. But Nanakisi, remember, he used that bar to get that bar back. Very important to be using your meter in this game, especially with all the new options that you have available to you.
Nice low mix. Nanakisi.
Nice block though, but then the step!
Step 3B. Full combo.
Great damage as well.
This is over now.
1B gets the rose.
All right, one more.
You know, I'm surprised he goes for the cinematic to get the rose because that puts you a little bit farther away after Oki.
He might just like that particular spacing. Unblockable mix.
Nice.
Go for it.
Canceled it, but the problem is he has nothing left. He's got a soul charge here. It's pretty much last ditch effort.
He can still get a lethal. Not going to happen.
In the exact area of the move that doesn't actually have a hitbox. So he was able to run in and just like press his advantage afterwards. If it was a punish, I didn't notice, but regardless, he would have at least had him on the back foot.
I feel like that was like a little bit of prediction. Like, okay, I see your maximum range here. Game number 2.
Very well could have been because, you know, Nanakisi that entire time, he looked like he had the knowledge. So prediction could have been, you could be totally right on that.
Like, hey, I have a feeling this is the move that you're going to do.
Oh.
Okay. Wow, what a change.
The prodigal son shows up finally.
Going from Ivy to Maxi.
Look, Bluff is attracted to power. You can tell.
I'm not even hating. I'm just like, whoa, what a change. All right.
Yeah, I guess they're vastly different, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Could also be a matchup thing. Maybe he Bluff normally plays Maxi and then switched over to Ivy for the matchup. Okay. So 6 A plus B is going to be a real strong pool at all times. It tech crouches, it knocks down, and it's stuck.
I think he let go of block a little early there.
That was one of those guaranteed strings that you could crouch under. He tech crouched under it, got the hit, but I mean now it's not mattering nearly as much. Nice.
No. Watch your feet. That was kind of like just a Maxi round. This is looking like another Maxi round so far. Ouch, that's all guaranteed.
Yeah, okay, went for the setup. Yeah, so due to the buffs from 7-star Severance, that's the Heaven's Guard right there. I was talking about one buff, and then he shows off another. Nice,
okay,
got the backstep. Able to get out of range right now. The setup after Red Rose. Oh, faked it.
He can get another red. I think that was the 4 that he needed. Ouch, you're back.
Okay, Soul Charge to get out.
She's still going to be pretty close.
Yeah, 6A plus B is a ridiculous move. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. That stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, in Season 2, they gave everybody a gun. Maxi already had Soul Charge 6A plus B, so he already had a gun. That move is a gun.
I like the sound effect it makes. Again with that nice slow. Man, this is a total 180 for Bluff now.
He's almost got all 7 stars.
He's kind of just partying. Plus
3A right there. Trying to catch the steps and everything. Oh, the 1B.
Oh my goodness.
He's going to be able to get the rose. Yeah, he's got all red. So Red Rose Perception is
now active.
Yep. Hi. No telling if he's going to start going for white roses. Oh, big whip, but no punish right there. And he stops him. He's back turn. Oh,
nice break.
That's a whip punish. That should be death.
Doing the combo follow just in case.
Wow, a complete turnaround right here from Bluff. I feel like that kind of leads a little bit more credence to me thinking that he was possibly a Maxi player that just picked Ivy for the matchup.
Well, you were saying that it's like, okay, Maxi's like a different type of matchup, right? I feel like with Ivy, it's almost like, especially with the first season, you know, there were so many good Ivy players that it was a little easier to get Ivy matchup knowledge versus with Maxi.
You're totally right.
Either you have like a good Maxi near you or you don't. And if you don't have a good Maxi to fight against, this character's like...
just kind of runs all over you.
Goes crazy and everything hurts.
All the mix-up,
everything's a standing reset. You don't know why you got lethal hit.
And he's gaining
Tech
stars
crouch.
the entire time he's doing all this, too.
Oh
Look.
my goodness. Hokuto no Ken.
Oh, meu amor. Break attack plus frames, yeah. And also that forces crouching, too. So it's like even more plus than most other break attacks. Oh, jumps over? That was beautiful.
You cannot low mix me.
Your Bluff is smart as hell.
Man.
What?
Oh my god. No, you can't low attack me. I will jump at you with nunchucks and with my feet.
Okay, Soul Charge coming out right now. Nadakisi's trying to find his way back in. He does. He's almost running on another.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't even say it.
He actually is trying to do the Hokuto.
Yeah, I guess so.
At the wall, I run away. Not like, run, my guy. It's the problem. Mix. No, we're not hearing it.
That's a low. He tried to go for the middle stance. Not going to have anything help him out. He does interrupt right there. Catches him out of the air. Okay, gets another Rose. Back to Red Rose.
Get off me again. He's been using all this meter just for Soul Charge.
Heaven's Guard. He's going to be able to get his stars. No. He drops it. Unfortunate.
And Nanakishi still has a chance. 2 meters. And I want to use a Soul Charge. Maybe.
Okay, 3 A's to try and get out of the situation. He's going to go for a mix-up here. Got the stun. Another mix-up comes out. And
unblockable.
No GI. Give me my guard stamina back. Or is that the one that gives meter? I always forget.
Ouch. All right. I'm not really sure what changed in that round, to be honest.
Well, he definitely read a few GIs like over and over again. You know, obviously there was the unblockable one, but prior to that, he had also gotten. Oh, what a stat!
Nice.
Yeah, we were talking about guaranteed maxi strains, right?
Okay.
I'm surprised that 3A whip. That move is normally like amazing. It's one of her best.
I'm surprised that he's fighting point blank like this against AB. It's so scary.
Maxi is real good at that for sure, especially with the Heaven's Guard scaring you, right? You're always worried like, oh, am I about to get RI'd?
Yeah, but she's coming back. Oh, GI.
Oh, RI right back. Man, gets the guaranteed.
Oh, she went for a mix. That was smart. That was not safe, I think. Oh my God.
Oh, is that death? Here we go.
Plus.
There it is.
And his bluff.
I feel like that might have been a combo drop from Nadakisi rather than a mix-up.
So. I think when she does that stab at the end, though, I think that's minus. I forget minus how much.
It definitely is minus. I just can't remember what the exact frames it is. But, well, whatever the case may be, Bluff is moving on.
Good stuff, man. That was a close match. They're both excited. Yes.
Yeah, well, you were talking about earlier, what matters is closing it out, right? That was one of those closing it out moments.
Bro, that's the thing that I find the hardest in this game, right? Is like, you know, you do have like mid and low mix up, and you have your throws, and you have things like this, right? But man, you know, when someone's really smart, it's so hard to finish the game against them, and then they use their Soul Charge well, and then when they have their Soul Charge, I have to be scared because they can do their comeback combo on me and all these things. So I find that one of the hardest parts about this game at high level is finishing the other guy off. It can be really difficult.
Yeah, there are really strong defensive options for sure to be able to make a possible comeback.
Even something like RE, I got hit by a random RE. Now I'm the one guessing.
Yeah,
right?
now we're playing rock, paper, scissors. When I was winning, what happened? Yeah, so Bluff going to be moving on. We're getting the next match set up right now, but we are finally going to be seeing an American player, actually. So it's going to be KOA Sandman versus, on the other side, Japan's Kibutsu.
Yep. So Sandman is definitely one of the favorites. I don't know too much about Kibutsu, but, you know, Sandman, this guy's like a nut. Pretty much, like, there's not really much other way to describe him. He, you know, there's some guys that, like...
Bro, he got a perm, too? Did everybody get a perm? So a bunch of the Soul Calibur players the other night got perms.
Well, did he try to perm his beard too? I don't understand.
No,
that
his beard just looks like that normally. But
that looks a little smoother than what I normally see from. Anyway, so Sandman, this much like the perm, this guy's like a nut. You know what I mean? There are some guys where, or there are some players where, you know, they know like fear, like you can like make them scared and things like this. Like Sandman doesn't really get like scared, kind of just.
You know, I've definitely seen him scared at least once or twice, but normally it's one of those things where he's just like, I think I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
So regardless of my fear, I can execute.
Anyway,
Kind of deal.
we'll see what he's up to in season 2. This is the type of guy that he used to play a lot of Aswell. That's a character that he's really well known for, and in fact, he might still be playing Aswell tonight.
So the 3 characters that he normally plays are Aswell, Siegfried, and Amy.
Yes.
Those are the 3 characters that he normally plays.
But he's the type of guy that, not that you'll see that in tournament, but he's the type of guy that would kind of like dance around the character select screen. He knows a little bit about like every particular character, and he tries to learn matchups and things like this. So this time it's going to be an Aswell mirror match.
We were talking about, you know, we haven't seen any Aswells.
Hey, well, there you go.
Now it's the mirror
he
match.
Comes.
I love this character. I love this character. Everybody was always hating this character.
There's like another character that kind of
season.
changed a lot. Like in the first season, it was like you would stick to a few moves that were good.
Muscle
and that
Buster,
was,
namely.
Exactly, and that was kind of what you did, right? Now he's a little more well-rounded. You're encouraged to use the stances differently. You're encouraged to punish better based on which stance you're in.
What a step right there. Got the lethal hit.
He's going to try to space
he
it so he
close
can get
enough?
the wall. He's going to try to space it. He did get it. Oh, my goodness. That was a ridiculous combo, Sandman. You should not have won that round.
What mistake!
My goodness. Anyway, all right.
What
so
great
Kei Butsu,
capitalization. I mean, okay, look, you can say that he shouldn't have won that round, but he capitalized it off it perfectly, right?
He did the perfect combo. He juggled him into the corner, and oh my goodness. Anyway, Muscle Buster. No,
Wow,
I
use
know
the
my
6B to
spacing.
stop it. I mean,
No,
I guess
you can't reversal edge. Cut it out.
6BA. Gonna go for the 1A. Another one?
Again.
Oh,
No.
that one's not 1A.
Again, you ring him out, by the way, just because I can.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of
That was for good measure, you know. Tech on the throw right there. So a lot. Oh, he tried to see in the middle. I saw that.
All right, so now he's out of meter. Oh, lethal.
That step
I
was
don't
like
even
a teller.
understand.
He's
What
dead.
just happened? What?
Gosh, golly gee, Batman.
Was that fair? I don't know if I could say that was very fair, but Sandman would take game number 1. I bet Kei Butsu was like, I thought I liked Soul Calibur, and then I ran into this guy Sandman. Why does he have a perm? I don't understand. My guy, I'm mad confused right now. Anyway, 1-0 Sandman.
By the
I hope
way,
that you guys are excited at home.
Totally real perm. Sandman definitely has
That
hair.
is not a wig, okay?
again,
That's his hair. It's not a wig. I don't know what's going on. I'm mad lost. Is he trying to be Aswell? Like, you know how Aswell has, like, the long hair? Is that what it is? I don't... Anyway. All right, game number 2.
Sandman definitely has hair.
Kei Butsu gets to play Soul Calibur this time. Last time, he kind of tried to play, but then stuff like this happened.
I mean, he played early on, but then we started Sandman really getting into it.
I don't understand what the step lethal was. He did Ukemi sidestep, and it worked. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was just guaranteed. You can do that in any
All
version
right,
of this
Street,
game.
this is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to create a ring out highlight reel of this match. You already have 3, okay? So the even 3 is already enough.
He's killing him so fast I can't
I
even
don't
speak.
understand.
Oh, okay. Got the
Death
lethal
start.
hit. This is yeah, he's got him at the wall too, so 50-50 is going to be pretty prevalent here. Nice
Oh
dunk
my
on the
God. Is he gonna ring out
6BA.
again? No, I'm so scared right now. GI.
Okay, if he found a way to ring out off of that, it would have been
That's why I
some
was
way
like,
that
oh
I
my
had
God.
no idea existed.
All right. Okay.
6BA.
The pressure's good.
Soul charge.
He has a soul charge. I'll do it too, just because I can. Why not?
Well, you know, I mean, it puts him in a really good position, right? If he's soul charged, he has access to some really strong tools. Obviously,
Sandman.
Beyblade becomes a break attack.
5 straight now.
Yeah,
Looking
he's looking
excellent
real
for
good.
him. This is a qualifier, by the way.
Yeah,
I
this
should
is a
point out.
winner's
So
qualifier.
his opponent is not a scrub. His opponent defeated several opponents to get to this point.
Okay, using the A's, trying to get that sword. Is that already safe? Yeah, I
Okay.
thought it was. Oh, wait, is he out? No, he's a little bit too far. Yeah,
Oh
trying
my
to catch
God,
him
I'm
roll
scared.
right there.
I'm so scared. Is he gonna bring him out again? He's
If
definitely
he
trying.
muscle busters.
He's definitely trying. Oh my God. Mix.
I was going to say, Muscle Buster is actually reverse ring outable on that -12. I guess he didn't have sword
slow.
stocks. He might not have been able to 12 him.
Okay.
Is that new?
Kei Butsu.
Or was that
trying to-
jumping A?
I don't know. That might have been a jumping, like a jumping low, like a
It
jumping
looks like
A or
jumping
whatever.
A, yeah. I couldn't tell if it was new or not.
Big start for Sandman. Kei Butsu on the board. He also has that soul charge available. Muscle Buster
Is he
actually
at the
might hit the
wall?
wall.
Let's see. No, too
No,
far.
not quite.
If he was at the wall, that was a grip of damage.
Yes. Soul charge.
Reason. trying to toss axes right now. But yeah, he
Right
wants to
back
keep
action,
advantage,
smart.
basically,
Yes.
right?
Of course.
Oh, God, with the stun.
Nice.
That's
big
huge.
damage. All right, it's even after that one.
Oh, my
Whoa,
goodness,
that was
muscle
crazy.
buster,
He just
muscle
woke up and-
buster. Plus
All right.
frames.
Pressure time. Both players out of soul charge, but Sandman has the muscle buster. Not gonna hit the wall, but very close. Whoa.
Yeah, I would have been scared too, but then
Yes.
he ended up getting that. I believe this should be a kill.
Just enough.
My love.
All right.
Excellently
So
done.
Butsu is starting to kind of weather the storm a little bit, but Sandman has a huge meter advantage.
Yeah, very important to note, especially because of the strength of the soul charge for Aswell. And especially how much damage he could do with soul charge CE.
Yes.
Like, think about that. He could just kill you from half life.
Ouch, that hurts.
Yeah,
And you get a
quite a
combo.
Muscle
Low.
buster. It's too off axis, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna like hit weird.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
He tried
back
to
at you,
interrupt.
He did it. That hurts.
Yeah,
Sandman.
6BA. Sandman's going to take it. He
Woo,
looked
let's go.
real good there.
He touched the hair. Did you see that? He was like, yes. Don't mess up the curls, headset.
Totally real. Perm. Definitely actual perm.
Don't mess up the curls, Razer headset.
All right,
All
y'all.
right, guys. So we've seen a lot of dope matches so far. Unfortunately, that's all the dope matches we get to see for now until the semifinals. But very soon, Blaze Blue Cross Tag right here. It's going to be also dope. Ebonic, I hope you had fun with that, my friend.
Oh, absolutely. I always do, man. Soul Calibur, and I get to commentate with you, my man.
Awesome,
Please.
guys. He's staying here. I got to go. We're going to send you to break. See you.
Back to Evo Japan. We're live here from Makuhari Messe in Japan. My name is Mark Man, but with this lighting, it could be Dark Man. And I'm here with James Chen.
How's everybody going out there? I feel like I got to do this now,
Yeah?
just to kind of keep myself in the shadows as well. So, no, but yeah, we are here in Chiba,
Yeah.
in Japan, right east of Tokyo. And this venue is amazing. This is a really, really nice venue. I was told that this is like where TGS is held.
This is a historic venue, so normally Tokyo Game Show is held here, but the last few years before the very last one, they also had Super Battle Opera and Togeki over here as well.
Oh, dang.
So,
Okay.
not a stranger to competitive gaming.
Nice. Okay. And yeah, and again, Evo Japan this year, lots of people here. I'm really excited about that. A lot of cool games here as well. And we're here for some Soul Calibur 6.
Does your soul still burn, James?
Nah, my
Is it
soul
heartburn? Is it heartburn? Because I'm getting that
that's what it is.
seeing
Yeah.
the action and the competition from a lot of these players. You know, there was a community event just yesterday over at the Esports Square in Akihabara where it was a regional battle where they had teams from France, teams from Korea, teams from the United States, and of course from Japan, and they were battling it out to see which region would come out on top. You know, just a little preview to Evo Japan, and the U.S. team won.
Yeah, I was about to say, you told me that Team US
Yeah.
took it. So good job to
Yeah,
them.
Party Wolf ended up clutching it out for the team, but Blue God was doing work. Blue God was doing work. Either way, guys, I am excited. We have some players up on the stage right now. Looks like it's going to be a battle between two Japanese players. We got Kikuzu versus Tsubasa.
Yeah, so here we go. And, you know, one of the nice things about Soul Calibur right now, a lot of people are talking about how nice the balance is currently after the latest patch.
It was a huge change, you know, at the Soul Calibur World Invitational that happened late last year. There was an announcement, of course, of when the updates were going to happen, more about Season 2. But now here we are. This is the first event on the actual Soul Calibur World Tour. This is an Edge Master event.
There's a lot of people are going to be really excited to see who's going to take this one. A lot of, like you said, you know, a lot of the French players, the U.S. players are all out here trying to get an early start, put themselves on the board. And speaking of, Kikuzu right now with a slight life lead.
Yeah, he's doing that work. You know, both of these characters,
Here we go.
Shungmina actually was a really good tournament pick in the previous season, but now still having those upgrades and a lot more, I would say, character options in her repertoire. And Xianghua just got so many buffs all around. Her ability to deal damage in more situations is probably amongst the best, especially if you get near a wall. There you go, get guaranteed throw follow-up here. What's the mix-up?
It's going to be the same thing kind of situation here. Obviously, Songmina want to play a little bit more at range. Xianghua trying to get in your face.
Yeah. And that's the great thing is that new low move that she has, attack that she has from her excess stats, able to get more options. But look at that. Puts him in the yellow. And this stage is actually a very interesting stage, James.
Oh yeah, it's got the breakable wall.
Yeah.
It's like a small stage, and after that blue wall that you see in the background breaks, all of a sudden you can get wrung out everywhere. The stage gets a little bigger, but obviously a lot more dangerous.
Yeah. And the scary thing is if you actually get hit by a wall splash, they can continue the combo, break the wall, and then push you out of the ring too. So we'll see. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like to see. I want to see somebody get hurt.
Gets the soul charge, get her off of her, and here we go. Yeah.
Oh, almost had the second hit there. So right now the ring is yellow. It was blue. So 2 more hits will break it.
Well, but Kikuzu right there taking his first round. So far it's been all Tsubasa.
Oh yeah, making things work.
You see, going first to 3 rounds here, of course, for Soul Calibur. Oh, nice. Gets the launch. Now, let's see. And it's interesting right now because Tsubasa really just going in close range. Like I said, Seongmin are kind of good at a far range, but I always see Tsubasa just going in and getting with those sweeps over and over and over again. I think that's why that kick landed right there. Was probably expecting another sweep. Crouch unfortunately got hit by the mid, and so there you go. So Tsubasa's going to take game number 1.
Oh, he gives himself a round of applause. I like it here. It's actually really great to see, you know, a lot of the communities here coming together. Soul Calibur, you know, not usually one of the bigger games that we see in, you know, big tournaments, but here in Japan, you know, I was over at Fighting Tuesday recently, and it was the biggest tournament that week. I mean, a lot of it in part, of course, to, you know, the new World Tour for this game. But it's nice to see that, you know, this game is as big as it's ever been competitively.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, obviously this is, you know, just talking about the World Tour a little bit here. But that's why those World Tours are so important, you know? And with Bandai Namco's reputation for how amazing the Tekken World Tour has been. Being what a read over the low.
Yeah, able to tech right over that, gets the follow-up, guaranteed damage. But look at that, Tsubasa kind of continuing his reign of dominance. Oh, gets a sweep again. Goes for the follow-up with the tech roll catch. Not able to get it. Second time, second hit. This time hitting.
But yeah, like I said, if you are a fan of Soul Calibur, to hear that Bandai Namco is doing the World Tour has got to be so encouraging. And it's going to bring everyone out of the woodworks. You know the company is supporting the game and the Season 2. So balanced.
Yeah, I know, at least on the Bandai Namco side, Okubo-san has been doing such a great job. You know, just being a face for the community, letting everyone know about the updates, what they're planning. And, you know, he's been working on something like the Soul Calibur World Tour for quite a long time now, and now we finally kind of figured it out. Tenno is the operating partner for this tour. Good. So we're really happy to, you know, just bring Soul Calibur to the masses.
Yeah, it's a good time to get into the game right now if you like what you see here. Launch. They're going to get decent damage there, but still going to go nice tech.
Yeah, and that's guaranteed. Gets the follow-up here. And Kikuzu showing some signs of life here. Really needs that. He does have full meter as well. One of the things that we should probably talk about with the use of meter now, you know, with the Season 2 change, everyone knew about, you know, having critical edge, having the ability, you know, kind of get your opponent off even like a defensive burst option, right? But now there's a soul attack. Oh, is it going to break?
Yeah, you see the wall is turning red right here. Yeah, so before you just soul charge like this, it's get off of me, but now you can get into soul charge.
There's a soul attack right there.
Yeah, by doing the soul attack right there, but it was blocked.
Okay, nice.
And honestly, everybody can use meter for the resist impact now, right?
Yeah, which is, of course, kind of like a get out of jail free card as long as you time it right. Able to guard impact or repel attacks that you aren't normally able to do, things like unblockables and, of course, break attacks as well. There's a follow-up here. Goes for the mix-up. Again with that low, getting so much mileage out of it.
Look at this lead that Kikuzu has right now to be able to try to tie this up at 1 game apiece.
You know,
there you go.
He was on the verge of losing, now able to tie it up and bringing it to a final game now.
That was a reverse no-round Brown right there. It was down 0-2 and then took 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, 0-2 and down 1 game as well. Showing that perseverance. He's just scratching his
head. It looks like he's like trying to wake himself up right now too.
Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you got to get into the game. Can't be complacent. Either way, we have a tied match here between Kikuzu and Tsubasa, Seongmin and Xiangfa.
And this is one of those like mentally frustrating kind of situations. If you're Tsubasa, you were 1 round away. You were up 2-0, and so you're like, okay, I'm good. I probably don't have to. I can relax a little bit, but then you relax a little too much, and now you have to recover from that.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes it's that feeling of like, did I just throw it away? That could be the worst.
There you go. Back follow up there. Nice. It's the guard point right there. Oh, trade. And oh, here we go. Look at this damage he gets. Can he get him over the wall? No. Breaks the fence, though. And actually, he can get knocked back as well. But, oh, you know, he was just waiting there. I'm not sure what he was waiting for. Her back was turned. She was swinging away, but just a little slow on the reaction.
That's the thing with this game is you cannot hesitate. You have to go in for the kill, especially having that situational awareness. Uh-oh, there's a follow-up here.
Yep, the forward version there. No tech that time. Nice.
That's big.
Sidestep whip punish.
Ooh, and the wall splat. What's the mix-up? Goes for the jump over.
And now getting dangerously close to the ring out portion of that stage right there. Nice crouch under the throw. Gets him to whip, and he is up 2-0 rounds here. But this is where Kikuzu made his comeback last time.
Yeah,
and good start here.
That whip horizontal attack, capitalizing there with that big lethal hit, and looks like Tsubasa is in cruise control right now. He has full meter, but again, Kikuzu has the meter as well. But it's all about getting the hits and utilizing it.
Yeah, neither of them have used really much of the meter at all. And there you see, you know, Songmina with the range there. Xianghua couldn't whip punish that in time. Here we go, get off me. Trying to use one of those bars to try to get something going.
Oh, nice jump over. It's not going to be enough. This might be it.
Yep.
This might be it. It's it. It's over.
And you get the follow-up off of that for free. Even though the soul edge, the critical edge doesn't trigger, but you get the free follow-up after that. And Tsubasa going to move forward.
Yeah, gets the nice wall, or ground splat, I should say. Look at that. He's still like, I should wake up. Well, what am I doing here? What time is it?
Wait, where am I? Is this Evo Japan?
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. You guys are watching Evo Japan. Soul Calibur 6 action, man. Here in Makuhari Messe, Japan, you know, I've been to this building a lot over the past few years. I'd say over the last decade, I've been traveling to Japan pretty often. But it's nice to see Evo Japan event. I mean, we were in Fukuoka last year. We were in Ikebukuro the year before. But here in this venue is actually kind of, you know, just memorable for me because I think about Togeki. I think about Super Battle Opera. I think about the old days.
There's a lot of history in this venue there.
Yeah.
That's cool. I need to get myself a cap, dude.
Really? You want to be in the darkness with me?
There you go. I can
there you go.
make it here like
yeah, you got the brim covering. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see how red my eyes are.
No, but one of the things I want to talk about, you know, you talked about Okubo doing a lot of stuff for the community and everything like that. I mean, I really want to say, like, just say this on stream because this is something that I've talked about, and I really believe. You know, obviously we have these games that you keep getting patches and all this stuff like that. By far, I think the Soul Calibur patch notes are the best patch notes out of any community.
Yeah.
Because they actually list whether it's a buff or nerf, even a buff nerf. And they even have a lot of things in there where they talk about the mindset of what they're trying to do with the characters. And it really helps the understanding and the fact that, you know, everybody's been saying that the game is so balanced. Someone just showed me a Japan tier list. And it was literally like S, A+, and A, and that's it.
Yeah,
that was just
every character is viable. Every character can maul other characters, but it's nice to see. Oh, we have from Singapore, we have Shen Yuan.
Ah, yes, okay, one of the strongest players from Singapore.
Yeah, he's going up against Minamo from Japan. I wonder who Shen Yuan's going to pick, because, you know, with the Season 2 change, he's always one to kind of, you know, gravitate towards different characters. He started Soul Calibur 6 with Siegfried early on. Then he switched to Talim. But now I heard he's been messing around with other characters, so it's going to be a surprise to me who he's going to be picking. I haven't been paying attention, at least since the transition to Season 2, on what the Soul Calibur scene is going to pick. I mean, we know that Shen Chan is picking Cervantes. Like, that's his point from now until forever. But who is Shen Yuan going to pick?
I mean, the nice thing about this is because, and this is the first event on the tour, people can be busting out all sorts of weird stuff that they've been experimenting and maybe, you know, not telling anybody until this first event.
Yeah, this is the classic save it for nationals argument, right?
Oh,
all right, here we go. Looks like he's using X.
Yeah, Xianghua.
Gets the pickup there on the rush kick.
Well, I mean, if it was a former Talon player, kind of makes sense, wants to keep the rush down going, but Minamo using that Ivy there, going to try to play a little bit more of a range game again. Because again, same thing, you know, range versus rush down here. Yeah, you see him backing up there, he's like, get away from me.
Yeah, he had him very close to the wall there, 1+2 A+B cancel. Follow up here, what's going to happen? Nice, and getting so much mileage off of that.
Okay, not quite enough yet. That throw not enough to kill, but then just crouched there probably and just got caught by the mid.
Yeah, I got to be aware, and that's the thing is, like, X will make you want to kind of step certain ways, but then as soon as you start stepping, you're going to get caught by one of her tracking moves.
You're saying X going to give it to you?
X going to give it to you in ways that you cannot comprehend.
Ooh. Well, there you go. It's a great start here for Shen Yuan.
Nice, and the follow-up there. Gets the kick follow-up. Here's the mix-up. Nice while standing K.
Yeah, trying to get out of there and then went in.
Yeah.
But nice crouch right there to go right under.
Yeah, the from crouch 3B, I mean, that's a classic talent or a tool set move for Xianghua. You got to be able to pull that up whenever you need, and there it is. Gets the follow-up again.
Yep.
This time, keeping the mix-up, has the wall.
Yeah, of course, for a lot of you new to the game of Soul Calibur, you know, a lot of the horizontal attacks are crouchable, and that's kind of the weakness there.
Yeah.
And of course, the vertical attack, sidesteppable.
Oh, gets launch punished for it. Now back to the wall. Gonna have to be careful. Will Minamo have what it takes to like start some offense up? Because right now, you know, usually Ivy is all about control, especially space control. Nice. This time catching him.
Yeah,
one more hit can do it.
Oh, what a block!
Is that a punish? Oh, he went for it.
Oh, not in time, not in time.
Yeah, Xianghua usually having one of the fastest critical edges in the game. Not able to punish in time.
No meter now for Shen Yuan, but Minamo sitting on full resources. You do get that free resource once you get to your last round, though.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, low. Gets a little bit of that damage.
Nice, gets the low here. Goes for the low attack, or low throw, I should say. There's a follow-up again. This is looking really good for Minamo. Oh, the steps. Okay, mix up, pushing towards the wall, 2-2B, the pressure. Oh my gosh, that back
nothing left. Yeah, now at this point in time, Shen Yuan's going to have to do something crazy.
Yeah, he's close to 1 meter though. Let's see if he's good. Oh my gosh, nice break. That yeah, on the low grab.
Look at this. It really actually has been all Shen Yuan.
Oh, what a block. That's going to punish. Oh my God, what a godlike
a comeback
reaction.
All the way. And nobody looks at the explosions in Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah. Wow. What a block.
I just didn't, you know, that's the thing, right? The high-low mix-ups are so strong in this game. Usually when you're down to no health and the opponent has a full bar, that's pretty much it. Like, it's basically an almost unwinnable round, but
and that's the thing, he just built up that meter towards the end of that round. He was down like 80% against his opponent, and he had the will and the drive to just, you know what, I'm going to block this and punish it with the super.
Good stuff.
Critical edge.
God, going low multiple times now. Finally switched to the mid. Nice block from Minamo.
Well, that's the thing is, too, you don't want to dunk against X, especially when she's doing that stance transition. So that low, and because of its ability to track, is such a good option now that she has.
Oh, nice sidestep, but again, so pause just a little bit after that sidestep. Didn't believe it. Didn't have the whip punish all ready to go, and there we go.
Ooh, lethal.
Got the lethal hit. Oh, drops the combo.
Yeah, they didn't time it properly. Okay, nice 1A series here. And then Minamo, again, this time with the block. Doesn't get a full punish afterwards, though.
You can see right now, Minamo, again, keeps trying to build that distance. There we go. Yeah, now trying to be able to play his game, but look at this, Shen Yuan right back in there.
Yeah, finally starting to make use of that 6-6. Nice, 9K. Follow-up. Here we go again, keeping that pressure. He does have meter as well.
Very close round here. Gets the launch.
Oh, and he misses
doesn't get the juggle. Oh my God. That is not something you can miss and expect to live, but there you go. Minamo taking that round.
Yeah, and that was just a series of just not capitalizing towards the punishes at the end. Shen Yuan probably hitting himself for that.
Yeah, but again, that's just the thing, is this game is so fast-paced, it's really hard to capitalize on every successful, like, crouch and sidestep and everything like that.
That's the thing, is like they're both trying to circle each other right now. Look for those openings, catching him again with that low.
Okay, nice punish.
Okay, gets the whip punish here. Uh-oh, this could be big.
Lethal hit, big damage.
Serpent's embrace the low. Attack though, the follow-up, good break there from Shen Yuan.
But again, a nice sidestep right there. Plus.
Uh-oh, they both have meter. This could be big. Uh-oh, get off me. Soul charge.
This goes for the soul charge. It's the safer option than just going for the critical edge, and there we go. Second round to Minamo.
Yeah.
No. Now he's at game point right now to tie this up 1-1. Shen Yuan trying to stay in there.
Nice, gets the kick follow-up here. Continuing that pressure again. I'm telling you, that low, it's that low. It's working so well.
He's been, I mean, obviously he's not been getting huge damage, but it's just enough to keep chipping away to make Minamo think about crouching. Woo! There we go. Big damage.
Nice.
And again, just chipping with the lows. Good block on that low, but didn't quite get the punish.
There we go. Nice block there. And look at that. The AA able to come out on top. Going to the final round here. Match number 2. I mean, it's like we saw this in the previous set.
Yep.
What's going to happen here?
Good start from Minamo so far.
Nice. Good throw with punish there.
Stay away from me. Get off me.
Yeah, the holidays are over. No more Christmas trees for you. 1A series again using that Christmas tree.
Yeah, and speaking of going for those lows, but what a crouch under the throw!
That was crazy.
Punish. Wow. There
I
we
mean,
go.
when you have a fast super, that's what you can do, right? That's what you can do. And right now, he's going to, oh my gosh, that was smart. Soul charge, get off.
Yep.
Yeah, that pressure would have been bad. There you go. And that's the thing, is you have to block all that. Oh my god, the follow-up.
That's going to do it right there.
Yep.
And Minamo going to take game number 2, sure enough.
Yeah. It's crazy too, because it was like a gradual, like slowly but surely fighting. He was fighting for his life. That was by no means easy.
I like how all the players keep turning to the camera when they're on camera, and they just keep looking at the camera.
Yeah, I mean, he still looks pretty confident. I mean, like, oh, he's like, okay, but the Japanese players, they're like, whoo, man, what did I get myself into?
He looks like the protagonist, like in a martial arts movie, who just like fought a guy who beat him up a little bit. And now he's like, nah, time to take this.
Time to show you my training.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. Now, oh, there was a whip there on the 2-2B. Here's the follow-up here. Decide to go for the guard break version. Look at that. Good defense, though, from Minamo, yeah.
Yeah, he was just trying to find the opportunity to backdash and get out of there. You see a lot of the side steps right now from Minamo. So expect to see Shenren maybe go for some more. Oh, got him.
Yeah, he caught him idle. Able to get the low command grab here. Has him by the wall. Oh, that's going to get hurt.
Oh, yeah. Try to maybe read a back roll or something? Or
yeah, I don't know. That was weird because, I mean, X was already standing.
Right. I just felt like maybe an execution. It was just a weird choice to me because the wall was right there, too.
Yeah. Gave him a lot of time for that whip punish. And look at that. The counter hit, interrupt. Look at the positioning here. Keeps him with the tracking attack again. Do it again. Oh my god, he went for it. All right, this is the range that Minamo wants to be at now. Uh-oh. Gotta use those backswings when you can.
Oh,
here's a follow-up.
And now back to the wall. Gotta be a little careful. She tried to get out of that wall situation. Sidestep didn't actually make it past the horizontal.
All right, I like the option here. He's gonna go for this play. It's going to be just enough. And look at that. One more round here for Shen Yuan. He is looking to take this, of course, move on in the bracket. But is it going to be enough? That's the crazy thing. Minamo, again, we saw this before. He has meter. He can be dangerous.
He's got the full meter right now. Hasn't chosen to spin it.
Oh, my God. Crybaby.
There you go. Poking away with those lows. But nice.
Oh, had a big opportunity there.
That move has the auto crouch right there. Just goes right under the high attacks.
Nice had we've seen of any of the command grabs from Ivy. Something that he can probably
nice got caught by the follow-up. And this is going to be good damage. Probably not going to kill here.
But one mix-up could end it here. He's in the yellow, of course, so he's going to have to do more damage than usual. He's going to have to take a bigger risk.
Oh, well, soul charge, get off.
Bad. He's going to make him block. It's going to whittle away at his life bar. Oh, he got the counter hit.
And
Yowza.
Minamo staying alive.
Oh my god.
If he can pull this 3-0 comeback 3 rounds straight. We already saw Shen Yuan with the crazy comeback on a round. Let's see if Minamo can do that for the game. But there we go. Wake up and avoids and gets the launch. And good damage right there, you can see. And Chase as well. Already down over half life in one sequence. But a good throw break right there.
Nice, got him again.
Yeah, poking away with those lows, but nice whip punish.
Ooh, threading the needle there with that 3B. He goes to the throw.
That might have killed too if he had managed to land that.
Yeah.
What a stand block right there.
And it builds a meter though. And just in time. Just in time.
That's gonna be it. Is this gonna kill?
I will say yes. It will. Thank you, James. Look at that. Woo!
And he does the pose too as well.
I don't think he's used to it yet. He's still new with this pose.
There you go.
I mean, we could have been worse. We could have been seeing Ivy poses from this gentleman.
Oh man.
All right, let's go take a look at some of that action. I mean, that was a pretty tight, close match between these two. Obviously, it came down to who was going to get the counter in.
This is that comeback. Look,
oh yeah.
Anything is going to kill him. That throw tech, look at this. Range, but I almost feel like Minamo started becoming a little too passive. He hasn't hit any attacks. Finally, one attack. One low, and Shen Yuan just had the read on that. He said, "You know what?
Isn't that like the 3D classic? Don't go low.
Yeah,
don't go low at the end of the round.
Yeah, just keep going mid. Just keep going mid because they're gonna crouch eventually." I mean, that's what makes it that kind of almost unwinnable situation because, you know, they could just poke away with your safe mids all day. Safe mid, safe mid, safe mid. But, yeah, he went for the low and he paid for it badly.
Definitely did because, I mean, that must have been a huge mental blow in the matchup as well. You think about it, like, you're not in control, I'm in control. Jeez, that was rough. But either way, we are going to get more matches up on the stream. I believe we have a battle between two of our Japanese players. We have Kei-chan and Yami Yodare coming up right now. And then we have a few of the American players in contention as well in this pool. But again, if you guys are tuning in, you guys are watching EVO Japan. I'm here with Mr. James Chen, and we're just, you know, enjoying all the fighting game action. We have 6 main games. We have, you know, 40 or actually I think 60 different side games that are happening throughout the weekend. There's a lot. That area is huge.
There were some games I walked past and I was like, you know, I've actually never heard of this fighting game. It's crazy.
As a fighting game fan, I'm sure you were excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird to me to even see, because, like, I know tangentially most of the fighting games. Like, I'm sitting there, oh, yeah, I've seen
You're
that.
like our historian, man. You have to know it all. But then they got some weird stuff. I almost said the other word. They have some weird stuff here. Man.
It's okay.
Interesting stuff.
You can say whatever you want.
No.
You're
no.
Illuminati here. There we go. No,
no, I don't want to get pulled off stream like what happened last year. Anyways, into the action. We're going to find out who's going to be playing next. I think this is Kei-chan.
It is good to see you, though. I mean, one of the things that's it's always funny about people in the FGC, I see everybody, even though we all live in Southern California, I don't see any of you guys unless we're way out yonder. And here we are in Japan. And you know what? I had never been to Japan before until the first EVO Japan.
I remember.
And so now every year I've been able to come back year after year. And every time I come back here, there's something about it that feels like I'm coming home sometimes. You know, there's just, I like being here. It's just, it's such a fun place to be. Go to Hey Arcade and play some 10 yen ST. You know?
And then you wait till like 6 p.m. until the businessmen get back and you're like, the real players are here. I see you on Twitter all the time geeking out like, oh, that's so-and-so. That's so-and-so. The thing is, like, these guys aren't really online. But you can tell because you know their styles. You've maybe seen old little images of them in the upper right corner of these old videos of these old matches.
I can't remember which player it was, but there was one player that I saw and I was like, oh, can I get a picture? And he just looked at me and was like, I just came from work. Like, I'm just tired. What is this even? Like, all the best players were there. It's ridiculous. And for them, it's just these are the guys who come and play after work, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you mentioned, like, you know, there's that feeling of coming home because I have the same feeling. I mean, even though I'm here all the time, but the home feeling for me is like, for most of these games, for a lot of the games that we love, this is where they were created. This is where the culture of the arcade fighters stemmed from. So like seeing things like Soul Calibur, Tekken, especially for me, and of course like the old school Street Fighter games, I love. I love how much, especially you know back in the day when we were just having match videos on the internet, even before the days of like YouTube and Twitch.
Oh yeah, our real media players.
Yeah, real media players, 56K downloads. Like, hey, you guys see the new match video?
My combo videos all had to be 40-some seconds long because I couldn't make them too big. Like, if they were like 50 megs, it was like, why are you doing this, James? You're killing my modem here, you know?
Nowadays, you guys have it good. You guys have it good.
But, you know, one of the things you're talking about with the arcade is like, there's just no feeling like walking into an arcade. For those people who haven't had that experience, it's like you're just walking into a a world.
Yeah, it's a time capsule.
Yeah.
It is the land that time forgot.
I mean, honestly, that's like one of my favorite things about High Score Girl. Like, they talk about that. And, you know, the feeling when they were at the amusement park and he walks into the arcade and he's like, you know, I knew exactly what they were talking about there. But here we go with the match here. It's Kei-chan, as you mentioned, going up against Yami Yodare.
2B action. You know, 2B had quite a few changes between Season 1 and Season 2, even after the initial patch of Season 2, which I know kind of upset a lot of 2B players. So we'll see if these adjustments would play out. But Mitsurugi, overall, still a very solid pick. I mean, Skill, who won, from France, who won the World Invitational. And
I'm still wondering, honestly, how they're going to do Haomaru, you know, to try to make him as different as possible from Mitsurugi.
I know. I just want to see a single input button with the slash, and I just want to see half your life.
Yeah, I know, right?
If that doesn't happen, I want my money back.
Better be a guard break, too.
Make it happen.
Oh, man. Well, so far, Kei-chan has been kind of doing that virtually here.
Yeah.
Everything that he's been doing has just been taking off huge chunks of life. Okay, there we go.
Yami Yodara is really going to have to put in some work here. He's down close to 2 meters. There it is. Has it. Hopefully he'll be able to use it in some way.
K-Chan's been having a good read on the high-low defense from Yami Yodare.
Yeah, Yami really hasn't had a chance to get any of the mix-ups on, not able to use an aggression stance. Here we go. Oh, he was on the floor.
Yeah, but I mean, he was getting a lot of clean little small hits, and now you can see it's all added up. He's got the life lead now. Oh, there we go. What a whip punish.
He should be able to get the kill here. Yami Yodare going to be on the scoreboard.
And that's the nice thing, obviously, is, you know, just to be able to get that critical edge out there. It's just 3 buttons.
Yeah.
Hit him really fast. Good way to react. Very easy to react with those.
Yeah, in the older Soul Calibur games, it would always be like a 2-3-6, 2-3-6 motion, double fireball motion to pull out those special attacks.
Both of them now doing a good job crouching under those horizontals. Those horizontals are good checks, but obviously they can low crush them.
Yeah, I mean, in the same token, those ducks are good checks too, to kind of put it in the mind of your opponent, like, oh, I need to start using some mid-tracking moves instead.
And that's why you see a lot of times when players are just kind of standing next to each other, you see them crouch just a tiny bit. Oh, here we go. Push him off there, maybe trying to push him towards the wall. But that's how you see Yami Yodare trying to step away from it a little bit.
That was a good block.
Ooh, yep.
This is going to hurt. And another mix-up afterwards. What's he going to go for? He went for it again. Put on the brakes. Here we go. Soul Charge.
Yep. Here we go.
That should be it. That should be it.
Out of there. And actually, it didn't even matter.
Yeah.
Dead anyway.
There we go. But he does get that bonus meter because of the potential final round on his side.
So, yeah, that's 2 bars now compared to 1 to 0, I should say. So here we go. Blocks the follow-up.
Oh, lethal hit, and this is going to hurt.
Yeah, is he going to take him out? Not quite yet. Close. And he's going to try to push him back even further with that. And you see Yami Yodare saying, I need to get away from that edge.
Oh, he's going to punish it. That's a launch punish.
All right.
Follow up here. What's he going to go for? Oh, other way. Oh, the second hit able to land. What is he doing?
The other hits didn't connect at all. Another chance, but nope, not going to happen. K-Chan. Yeah, you can see the relief on his face there because once that juggle, yeah, that's what he's thinking. He's like, how did I miss that juggle?
I don't know what he was doing. I mean, he went for B there. That's usually a move that no one does with Mitsu, but he was able to pull it out.
He was like, you know what? He's 2B. I'm going to do 3B, right? So he wants to...
They want to one-up, huh?
Yeah, he wants to
one-up
him. That's what it BBB. There you go.
Then the other Asian parent comes in like, what do you mean 2B? I want 2 A's.
Why you use 2B? You use 2A. Exactly. Oh, man. So I can make that joke because, you know, I lived it. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't. My parents were cool.
Yeah, I saw some of your tweets recently talking about how much you love your parents.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Holidays do that, man. And, you know, that's another thing what I like about Evo Japan. It's like, you know, fresh out of the holidays, starting the new year off with fighting games. There's a great events in January. I mean, Frosty Fossing just happened, KIT as well. Lots of love to those guys.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was at Frosty Fossings last weekend, and like in the U.S., it's great to see the year start out that way. And then here in Japan, we're starting out with Evo. We start big in Japan. We go big in Japan. Oh, here we go.
Boom.
First reversal edge we've seen on stream.
Yeah, the follow-up here. Here's the mix-up. What's he going to do? The mix-up gets him with the mid. I like it. And that's a good option because had he stayed on the floor, it would have flipped him anyway. So he got some damage. But great read there from Yami Yodare.
I mean, had he side rolled, he probably would have been able to get away from that, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. Is like, do you side roll? Do you try to tech? What do you do in those situations?
Yeah, it's the mix. It's the mix. And here we go, another reversal edge.
I gotta say too. I mean, you're semi-new to competitive 3D. The Oki in these games are crazy.
Yeah.
Compared to 2D games where it automatically gets you up.
Yeah.
Oki in these games are wild.
It's always funny because, like, you know, when I was first learning Tekken and I started doing back rolls, I kept thinking I was invincible during them, you know, and I would get hit out of them. I'm like, what's happening?
Oh, you're lucky you didn't play the older games.
Yeah.
It was worse then.
That's what everyone tells me.
Yeah. But yeah, generally it's a better option nowadays. But but I mean, if only things were that easy.
They're a huge part of the game. I remember when Blaze Blue first came out and they were making a big deal out of the 2D Oki that they were going to have in that game. You know, they were comparing it to the 3D games.
Yeah, variable Oki? I can control it? Okay, here we go.
I don't have a safe way to get up. What is it? Oh, there we go.
Oh, that was sick. I like it. That was sick. He was ready for that.
Yeah, a lot of times after you get that guard impact, you go for the guard break because you think they're going to try to guard impact back. But that time, Yami Yodare read it, had the punish against that.
Yeah, sometimes there's those things in this game, especially characters specifically, where they have options to beat options, right?
There you see that crouch right there to get right under that throw attempt. And like I said earlier, you see that when they're standing next to each other, it's just stand crouch, stand crouch. You want to just be flexible on which way to defend.
Yeah, and K-Chan was coming out on fire here in the initial part of the match.
Right.
And now, Yami Odare looking really, really good here in match number 2.
Gets the wall standing. There.
Oh, that's a punish.
Ooh.
Now you got to be careful, and I like how these players are ready, locked and loaded, going for that critical edge punish. Got to get that damage.
I know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just needs a little bit more damage here. Let's see if he's going to do the mid option. But you know what? Yami Odare is just going with the quick attacks to prevent him from starting up any sort of mix-up. Oh, no, there he goes. He's in. It wasn't enough to kill, but that one is going to be enough to kill right there. So now K-Chan at match point.
Here we go. But the meter, of course, in Yami Odare's favor. But Yami Odare has only been using it in the... Oh my gosh, is that going to hit?
Ooh, it is. Okay.
All right, that's one good reason to have meters, to be able to pull those out.
Yep, so good chunk of damage there, and now gives himself a lot more meter to keep building as he plays over here.
This time gets the low option to follow, which is great because, that would have caught him if he tried to track or try to sidestep.
Ooh, caught him crouching. And try to run forward there. Nice, wake up.
Okay, what's the mix-up?
Oh, backs off. Is that still within range? Oh, I think he dashed into the range of that, but still was able to get the hit. There we go. Yami Odare on the board.
Yeah, not afraid. He run in. Usually you'd be like, okay, Mitsurugi has soul charge. He's going to try to mix me up. But he was like, nah, not happening. Let me just throw out an attack. He was able to hit.
Yeah, because he knows after you get that soul charge activated, especially because he got caught by the edge of that and stumbled, the opponent's going to want to come in as hard as possible.
Oh, unfortunate. Looks like maybe an input error for K-Chan on the combo after the lethal hit.
Ooh, charge guard impact, but nice sidestep, gets the punish from behind. And now look at this, and we got like the back swing blow right there.
And those are always key, especially in games like Soul Calibur. They get around when you need to. Sometimes you can't sidestep. Sometimes you have to go for things like that.
Oh,
be able to make it work.
For the low plus, and there we go. Was that a guaranteed hit afterwards, or was that just mixed right there?
Wasn't sure. Either way. Oh, that's going to be big. He gets the launch punish. Again, you got to make sure you're in range. You're going for those big attacks like the 1B series there. You got to make sure they land.
He's got him towards the edge as well. Going to maybe try to go for the ring out. You see him sidestep in there, blocks the reversal edge.
That's a new change, of course. The reversal edge now has to hit to initiate the actual sequence.
I like that change so much.
Oh, yeah, it keeps the pacing on point, right?
Yeah. And plus, I died the reversal edge so much.
Oh, okay.
I got hit by that every time, and I was always wrong on the mix-up afterwards.
Here's the follow-up here, keeping that pressure. He has him in the yellow.
Yep.
You have to be
Towards
aware.
the wall.
Oh my gosh, he's done.
There it is. It's out, and Yami Odare, like we said. Oh, look at that pop-up right there.
I mean, he got destroyed the first match.
Yeah, you had mentioned it. K-Chan came out of the gate swinging. Was really done. Yeah, and you can see obviously the opposite reaction right there from K-Chan. Not particularly happy.
Yeah. You're so good, James. I like what you do. You are a man of the people, of the sponsors, of the companies involved. Shout out to Zone, of course.
Yeah, Tempest Rob over here taking pictures. Always some of the best pictures.
I'm a big fan of his.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of his as well.
Yeah. Of course, you guys will be able to see the photos and, a lot of the coverage throughout the weekend. Just make sure you follow the social channels, twitter.com/evo.
As well as twitter.com/TempestRob.
Yep.
You know what? I will tell you this right now, though. Yeah. I mean, we've had Tempest Rob, Vexany did a lot of her start here in the FGC as well. We have some of the best photographers.
The fact that our events might not, or some of our players might not win esports anything of the year, but our photographers can. They're our tournament winners. Yeah. They are our tournament winners. If we have a tournament, we'll put them in there.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, shout outs to Stephanie who had the iconic photo.
Which iconic? There's so many iconic. Okay, that one was really good.
Ash,
that one was.
And floating Tasty Steve is a pretty good one as well.
I mean, I guess we got to give Steve some credit for that too, right? We have to, right?
I mean, he's always like that, right?
Yeah, but that was the highest I've seen him in a long time, and I've seen him pretty high a few times. I'm talking about the air. Yep.
Right. Exactly.
Soul Calibur, baby. Anyways, that was our first matchup. I believe we do have one of our American players. We have MT Fighter from the United States going up against, wow,
Cheese Korogasi Festival.
That's an interesting name.
Cheese Korogasi Festival. So let's just call. You know what the interesting
Cheese
thing
Fest.
Is? He's like the reverse KFC. He's CKF. No, actually, it's a mix. It's a mix.
It's Japanese KFC.
Shifted the letters just a little bit. You know, he's CKF. He's just trying to win that. He's trying to win the reversal edge mix-up right there. He shifts the letters over.
Not gonna work on me. I'm gonna read it as it is. Cheese Festival.
Cheese Festival. There you go. But does that mean he is a big fan of cheese, like as in the food, or does that mean, is he describing his gameplay? Is he planning to cheese people out?
Oh, we're gonna find out. That's actually pretty exciting. Like, are there guys that just do the same moves over and over and over again? Are you that cheesy guy? Who's he gonna pick? That's another question now too.
Like I said, was MT Fighter on the U.S. team yesterday?
I don't know if he was. Actually, there's quite a few U.S. representatives here. I'm not sure if he was actually on the team or not.
Obviously, happy to see Party Wolf in the, here at this tournament.
Yeah.
I was a Killick player, when I was playing this game, and he is obviously one of the best Killicks out there. He gave me a lot of advice and helped me out with learning the game a lot. And that's the other thing too, the one thing that I have learned a lot about, the Tekken Soul Calibur community, when as you mentioned, it's kind of like new foray into 3D fighters for me. And the community has all been super helpful. I've had like all the top players like even coming into my stream and helping me out with stuff and everything. So
I'm glad, because sometimes I hear mixed things, but I'm glad that you've had a good experience, James. That's great. I'm glad. No, actually, for the most part, I think a lot of the communities are very, very welcoming.
Yeah.
Not just for 3D. I think in this age, I mean, obviously, all the toxic stuff gets pushed on social media all the time, right? But there are so many great sub-communities, so many great people that really are just trying to learn the game.
And it's an interesting situation because everybody that I talk to, whenever they say they go to their first event, they're like, it's nothing like it is on social media.
This is different from Twitch chat. Yeah, you're damn right. No offense to Twitch chat that's watching. I love you guys. Not the bad ones. Oh, we got Siegfried here.
Yeah, the chat currently has all the good ones in there right now. Yeah.
All right, so NT Fighter right now starting it off.
That's the launch, and go ahead for it again on the meaty on his wake up.
Yeah, he puts him into Dark Legacy. I feel like this is going to be one of those matches where MT Fighter is going to take the aggressive approach here in the matchup. He has so many options, and Siegfried not known for having that many quick moves unless it's in the mid-range, right? There we go. But this is different once he's glowing blue.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Oh, what a whip punish, but still not enough to kill, and tried to backdash. And, obviously there's a little bit of vulnerability on the backdashes. You can't block right away when you're trying to get back there. And plus, you don't want to hit guard right away a lot of times because you're trying to build that distance. It will cancel part of your backdash if you do.
Oh, he got him. Look at that. Look at this. Again, we're seeing great offense here from NT Fighter, but right now, Cheese Festival is in Dark Legacy. This could hurt. Oh, my God. This is definitely going to hurt.
Look at this. Almost half life right there.
I'm glad he blocked that. Okay.
Soul charge for a soul charge. Soul for a soul. Gonna get that soul stone on Vormir.
Oh.
What a crouch and a punish.
Who was the sacrifice? Was it Shanghua?
It wasn't like one of Shanghua's like sisters or somebody died or something in story?
Don't make me sad, James. We're not supposed to talk about the story.
Okay, fair enough.
The story is pretty sad. There's so many lost characters.
Oh, got him again.
Caught him with the flapjack here. He's going to get the follow-up. And the reason why he's doing that, anytime he lands that, he's able to build stacks with the Dark Legacy. Okay. Ugh. Hurt.
Yep. And has the mix-up afterwards. Goes for the throw.
Oh, there was a duck. Okay, here we go. Burst on him. And that's going to hit.
Yep.
One more mix-up. There it is.
Low again right there. Couple of lows back-to-back for Cheese Korogasi Festival. And now MT Fighter in danger of losing this first match.
And they trade blows there.
Fortunate trade for MT Fighter.
Yeah, he's been making great use there of the wall standing cape, but a lethal hit. This is going to hurt too. All right, what's the mix-up here? Doesn't have dark. Oh, he picks him up. Keeping that pressure.
Good defense.
Okay.
Oh no, that same lethal hit. We saw the damage last. Oh, he tried to reset in there to get some extra damage to make sure he finished him off. Knew the combo wasn't going to kill, and you know what? This could come back to haunt him.
He's going to have to do something because right now he is on a sliver of life left.
Oh,
but he has meter. That's the thing. He has meter. Oh, this is bad.
That wasn't enough to kill, but that trade. Oh, okay. Actually, no, never mind.
Should have been aware. I mean, when in that race, he just started glowing blue. I knew he was going to pop. I knew he was going to blow up there.
So there you go. Cheese, Kotogasi Festival. Having a little party here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see Empty Fighter trying to assess what happened, trying to figure out where he went wrong.
He got blown up. You see him glowing blue, you better run. Especially with how much guard damage it does. Jeez. Obviously it doesn't kill, but I mean, it's going to put you on that one-touch death situation.
Very dangerous, yeah. It looks like Empty Fighter right now trying to maybe be a little more aggressive here.
Oh,
yeah, look at this round all of a sudden.
That's the thing. We've seen a lot of rounds like this where he would start off very, very strong, but once it puts Cheese Fest into the Dark Legacy mode, it gets so scary. You got to guess right.
Yeah, you got to whip punish that.
He's going to go for it again. Try to catch it.
There we go. Good round for Empty Fighter now.
Yeah, I'd actually like to see that a little bit more from him, using the range from crouch 3B. Try to catch him in conjunction with, of course, his tracking attacks, his horizontals. The kick sequence here. What's the mix-up? Here we go. Goes for the from crouch 3B again. I like it. Now, here's a comeback from Siegfried. I don't want to jinx it, but if it happens, that'd be tight. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, look at this. It's a good start. It's a good start. Yep, you got to block that. You have to deal with the mix-up afterwards.
Oh, he blocked it, but not the second
hit.
He
blocked the low. He blocked the low. Oh, that's a back turn, but too slow. Oh, the guard impact. The guard point.
You never see that. Oh my God, that was so sick.
Oh, you cannot feel good if you're Empty Fighter now.
I kind of jinxed that. I'm sorry.
I mean, you said here comes the comeback. So.
I mean, when he's in that mode, there's a comeback coming. He's either going to die or he's going to hurt you.
Well, this looks a little more like round number 1 here. Empty Fighter trying to stay in close. But there we go. Nice counterattack from Cheese. But here we go. Nice block on the low again and swap sides. Here we go. Like you said, build up the stacks right now and now towards the wall. So you see Empty Fighter trying to get away from there. Activates out of the range. Uh-oh. He goes for the low poke again. Oh, what a crouch!
And he was able to get it. Look at him. I mean, Empty Fighter really needs this match. But again, making that use of well-spaced from crouch 3B, able to launch, able to keep him in contention here in this matchup so far. That move itself has really been keeping him in. Okay.
Yeah, just going for a lot of more quick pokes and staying in. That's how Empty Fighter got the 2 rounds that he's gotten.
Yeah.
Nice tech.
Follow up here. That's going to hurt. Here's the mix-up. Goes for the low this time. Guaranteed follow-up. Oh.
Where did all the life go? Just melted off in one nice sequence here in Cheese Kotogasi Festival.
And he gets a follow-up. He gets a full charge hit there.
Match point for himself.
Okay.
Okay, gets the launch here.
I like how he's using that move now. He's been getting so much mileage off it again.
Yep,
what are you going to do?
Off the mix-up.
Eat the mix-up. Go low this time. Oh, crap. Never mind. Let's put a stop to that.
Yeah, Cheese Kotogasi doesn't want to deal with that. Okay, getting away. Got him.
Oh, be careful, though.
Yep,
oh, my God.
He's
It has begun.
Oh. Yep, switching around.
Oh, he tried to jump over. I like that sequence there.
Okay, you know what? I need the advantage right now. Let me blow you. Oh, no reaction.
Here we go again. What's the mix-up?
Nice.
Gets to the low.
Faces him.
This is scary because this is a big round. He gets it.
Oh, they both swung. They both swung right there, and Empty Fighter just got him maybe 1 or 2 frames before he got hit.
Killed.
That was the difference. About like 2 or 3 frames, I feel like, was the difference between right there about going to loser's bracket or tying it up 1-1.
Welcome to the
yeah, and that's the thing with these tournaments with so many rounds, so many players. You do not want to go to the loser's bracket this early. You don't want to have to spend double your lifetime here double your soul gone.
Yeah. I mean, again, you know, people not familiar with how double elimination brackets work. If you make it to grand finals to the winner side, or if you lose in the first round and go to grand finals, you play twice as many matches in the loser side. You just have to play that many more matches.
I wonder how the pressure is for the Japanese players, because, you know, up until maybe pretty recently, I would say, the last few years, you know, single limb tournaments have been the norm. It's still the norm, kind of. Here.
Yeah, you can't change characters, one game sometimes, you know. Ooh.
Nice, he gets a follow-up there with the throw. What's the mix-up? Gets him, caught him moving, and look at that. Empty Fighter, again.
So, Empty Fighter, same kind of start as he had the last game. And he's probably going to hope that it can keep going this time, too.
That's the thing, is you don't leave him room to breathe. If he starts swinging his sword, those mix-ups, I mean, he's been getting a lot of those mix-ups, too.
All right, you see him just going with a 2A right there, trying to get him off of him. And, yeah, it paid off with a huge amount of damage.
How did that miss?
Okubo, please.
Yeah, I almost said Harada on accident.
Yeah.
I'm so used to it on the other side.
But you know what? He should be able to take this round with this one. With the pose. Yeah, there we go. Ding.
All right, here we go. MT Fighter now looking really, really good here.
Yeah,
the
but
sun is shining.
We've seen good, you know, comebacks. Nice. Gets the... Oh, he tried to impact him right back.
Yeah, he's been doing such a great job, really just capitalizing now on the damage. Here's the pressure. He's not going to let up this time.
Yeah, it's all going Empty Fighter's way right now, so that's why going to activate the Soul Charge. Try to reset the situation a little bit. Oh, what a sidestep dodge.
And the wall is right there.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, he had to change it up.
You see how much life he lost?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
An epidemic. Oh, my gosh, he caught him out of it.
But was just
so he's literally trying to burst right there.
Gets the throw, it's enough to kill, and Empty Fighter comes back 2 games in a row to take it and send Cheese Korogasi Festival. Festival has been canceled.
Yeah, no more cheese for everybody, man. But I like what he did there. You know, he lost that first match. He tried to figure it out. I mean, obviously aggression was key, right? He stayed on him. He did not give him an opportunity because all those rounds lost were towards the end of the round. Good stuff there. So MT Fighter will be moving on, repping that US of A. Great stuff.
Oh.
Hey, that's us. That is us.
That's right, and we are here, of course. Shout-outs to all the people who helped make this event happen. In particular, of course, Neeson, of course, always with the cup noodles here.
I actually noticed some flavors. We got a Korean barbecue flavor.
Korean barbecue.
Sweet chili flavor.
Do they have this in the States?
No, I've never seen a Korean barbecue flavor cup noodle. You know, we might have to get some hot water over here. Can you guys hear us back there in production? Just don't spill it on me, but if we can cook a cup, I'm down.
Had that happen to me one time. I was in France. We were at a restaurant for Red Bull Kumite. And
Wait, you got hot water spilled on you?
Yeah, a waitress accidentally spilled hot water on the back of my neck, and it was super hot, and it like almost kind of burnt me. And the funny thing is, the waitress was just like super apologetic. And
I hope so. I would hope so.
Right? But I mean, honestly,
I'm not sure what you're into, James, but I would hope so.
I was like, it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
Oh, what can I say? Sorry, American player here.
I mean, like you said, right? I mean, sometimes we've done worse when we're hanging out in private and everything like that. So.
James, not in front of the kids. Anyways, we have another matchup coming up. We have Gio from the U.S. going up against Monkichi.
Okay.
I believe they are getting ready on the stage right now. But Gio, you can see right there on the screen. I wonder if I wonder if he's also one of the season 3 character switcheroos. Did he change? I think the last time I saw him play was at the LCQ. Well, personally, the last time I saw him play was during the LCQ for the Soul Calibur World Invitational.
That's right. And it's interesting right now. So the Invitational was won by...
Skill from France.
From France, right. Okay, and Evo Japan last year was also won by France, right?
Yes, from Kiev.
Yeah.
Kiev ended up winning.
Yeah. And then we also had Kayane make top 8 at Evo last year as well.
Her pop-off. Well, it wasn't really a pop. She was just happy.
Yeah.
She was just happy. I don't know. I kind of hate that we all call everything pop-off.
Yeah. It's not the same.
A reaction is not a pop-off.
I mean, that's the cool thing, too, because, I mean, obviously she's been playing forever, and, you know, getting top 8 Evo was cool. But, I mean, obviously, the reason why I bring it up is just France has just been so dominating. It's been winning a lot of the big ones, right? So
that's the thing, too. You know, maybe a lot of people know Kayane from her exploits in Street Fighter, right? She's done very well in Street Fighter throughout her career, you know, beating some of the top players. But Soul Calibur is a game that she loves. That is
Yes.
the game that got her into competitive fighting games.
I still remember, actually, it was at the PAX East Mad Catz booth.
Oh.
You had her play against all the people where she
Yeah.
just sat with her back against the screen. She couldn't see the screen, and she was beating everybody.
Which is kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. She was able to beat without even like
Look-
without even looking at her opponent or the screen.
It was really cool.
Yeah. And the crazy part is that wasn't the first time she did that. She said she's done it before, and she felt confident to beat anybody in the
How
crowd.
much you want to bet she did that to her brothers a lot of the times, you know?
I don't know. It might have been a competitive environment. Maybe they played for eyeballs back then. I don't know. Who knows, man? Sometimes, Asian households, you got to be careful.
I mean, now I can see why, in France I'm getting scalding water poured onto my back if people are playing for
Got to
eyeballs.
raise the stakes, bro.
Playing for eyeballs, jeez.
Yeah. You guys playing for your tokens and waiting in line. That's nothing. That's nothing.
Oh, man.
All right, let's see what they got here. It looks like okay. If that's correct, we are going to be seeing Aswell, the rising star of the initial season of Soul Calibur 6.
I mean, Aswell's been kind of on a roller coaster, right? Obviously
Yeah.
very strong at first, then got nerfed, then got rebuffed, and then kind of normalized a little bit again.
Yeah, I'd say normalized is key.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of the complaints from a lot of the players was that his toolset was just too strong for his basic
Yeah.
attacks.
And when he got nerfed the first time, he got kind of put on the lower end, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
And,
right when Season 2 dropped.
Yeah. And so now he's back in the mix here.
Yeah. So this is actually, for like everything that I'm seeing, this is such a fresh, new look at things. This is, probably one of the, I don't want to say newest majors for this game, but it is the first event on the Soul Calibur Tour. So we're going to see, of course, what a lot of people have been practicing in the off season. Oh, there you go. Command grab right away.
Yep, Aswell, of course, got to choose between the axes and the spear shield and the sword.
Yeah, Mokichi starting off strong here. Here we go. Oh, it's the Japanese voice of Aswell. I'm so used to the American.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Is it as epic? Who knows? Keep up.
Well, not a good start for Gio so far. Monkichi's been having his way, but here he goes, the start.
Yeah, nice there. Able to get the 6-beam follow-up. But he's not doing well. I mean, there's that mix-up. Mokichi now on top.
Nice crouch, but too slow on the punish right there.
Yeah, that wants that to be a little bit slower. See what he goes for? Goes for the axe murder.
Yep, backdrop into the wall. No, not quite there. Almost there. Almost there.
Wow, just outside of range.
Nice. Misjudgment on that low right there. And here we go. Monkichi trying to stay in there with Ivy, actually.
Yeah, and that kick that Ivy was just doing there, very dangerous against male characters because it causes a lethal hit only against the male cast. I wonder why. Lethal, huh?
It's like some MK1 Johnny Cage right there.
Yeah. I want an equal opportunity kick. Let it work on everyone.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
Just outside of range on that low.
Chipped away at the life bar though.
Yep, just needs that one more hit. And you know what? Look at that. This time Monkichi going with just a couple of very quick lows. Gio not the one believing. Really thought that she was just going to go for the mids at that range. So now Monkichi at match point, game point. Oh, got him low this time. Towards the edge of the ring. See him trying to be a little aggressive. Stay close in there. Nice. It's the guard impact. But, he's so far down in life right now, and then just got clipped trying to sidestep. You saw him sidewalking right over there, and Monkichi called that out. Caught him with a nice horizontal attack with the range, and that's the dangerous thing about Ivy. You can't just be sidewalking around her at that range because she can get you.
Well, that's the thing too, is you can't stay idle either. She has that unblockable low command throw. She has a command throw mix-up. She has so many tools that go towards like her game plan. That's
right.
She wants you to fall into her trap. I actually think playing up close against her is probably the best place to be.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, like, you have to have some quick moves.
Right. And
Gotta
you have to also just be able to read what Ivy's going to do. I mean, that's the classic zoner, right? You got to figure out how they're trying to keep you out So then you see right there a couple of fire range horizontals that you can try to crouch under. And look at this, Gio going for Yoshimitsu instead here.
I love Yoshi. Yoshi, one of my favorite characters in the Soul Calibur series. Nice, gets him with the from crouch 3K, but doesn't get the crouch cancel follow-up.
I always like the fact that, you know, he plays pretty differently than he does from Tekken, but both of them are still just weird as possibly can be.
Yeah, they have a lot of charm.
Yeah.
Transcending.
Oh.
Oh, there's a mix-up. Goes for the break attack here. Nice blocks there. Got to get those.
Ah, the sidestep, the lethal hit, and the death. KO. Monkichi dominating over Gio so far. Seems like Gio got in there, but he backed up a little bit. A little tentative on the offense. Tried to go for some of the flight mix-ups right there. Not going to happen. Oh, here we go. Goes for back-to-back throws. Gets a little extra meter. Still hasn't spent any of that meter yet to try to keep the offense going. Nice crouch under the throw attempt right there. There we go, guard impact. But didn't really get much off of it. And again, not really. Oh, wait. Yeah, that can whip punish anywhere, but not in time. Just a little slow off of that one.
Yeah.
But look at this.
Ivy's in red now.
Yeah, she's about to get guard broken.
Whoa, what an attempt there.
Oh, here we go. Oh, got the sidestep on that and then didn't take advantage of it again.
Nice block. Goes for the wall standing K punish. Here we go. What's the mix up? Oh my gosh, he might break him. There he is.
Yeah, there we go. Can he capitalize?
What was that?
He's still in it, but the low kick right there. And yeah, he's smacking his head right now. He's like, I can't believe I got the guard break. And that should have been a kill.
I don't know what he was going for. He just went for BB. That was a free counter hit there.
Yeah.
Oh man, just unfortunate there for Gio, because right now he is one round away from getting knocked into loser's bracket.
And that's one of those frustrating brain fart moments right there. You're just like, what did I do?
Yeah, but it's a brain fart like, 5,000 miles from home.
Okay. Get off me.
See what he does. Oh, this is not good.
He went right back in there.
And the mix-up afterwards could prove fatal.
Okay, nice punish on the low block.
Here we go.
Okay.
He got him.
There we go. The unblockable into death.
That was nice. An amazing sequence there. Only possible because of that soul charge sequence. But now, what does he have? He has no meter left.
Yeah, he spent everything there. But you know what?
Oh, that was sick. He was able to evade out of it too.
I can't sidestep that one right there. Oh!
That's big. This is big. The follow-up here, what's he going to do? Goes for the mix-up. Again, back-to-back.
Wow. You see right there, just like that, down to 33% life left. Says, get off of me. And wow, did he catch her running forward?
He knew that he was going to try to go for something, but Gio able to kind of snip it in the bud there.
But still not enough to kill. Still not enough to kill.
Oh my gosh.
2 lethal hits, 1 critical edge, and she's still alive. And trying to make this comeback with the side kick right there.
Oh, the 3K able to get in. Gio right now taking it to a final round here. He needs this.
Like, hit him with only like 4 moves that whole round, but here we go.
They're all landing, James. Oh my gosh. All right, second hit. Nice again.
Same thing. Same thing. There you see 1/3 up.
That was smart. He almost ate the unblockable.
Yeah, he was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And here we go. Ooh.
Oh no, be careful.
Oh, caught him right out of the air. Sucked him right out of the air. And was enough.
The Jess frames, baby. You gotta get him down. But man, Monkichi taking it over Gio, but wow, what a valiant effort towards the end there. I thought he was done that first round.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of a sigh of relief from Monkichi right there. After he won, we were talking about how everything's called a pop-off, but that was like the opposite. That was like the, whew.
The breathe out.
Okay, I'm good. So, yeah, so shout outs to Monkichi. He's going to be moving on. So we saw one of the U.S. players traveling out here.
Yep.
Moving
MC
on.
Fighter was able to win.
But Gio, unfortunately, is getting sent to the loser's bracket, but he's got a chance. Again, double elimination. You always have a second opportunity down there.
Yeah, hopefully able to learn from your mistakes in the battle, hopefully progressing you to new heights and better heights. Anyways, absolutely. We do have more Soul Calibur 6 action. I believe we are going to be taking a quick break. But before we do, I think I'm going to drink some of this amazing energy drink from our sponsors over at Zone. But guys, we'll be back with more Soul Calibur 6 from EVO Japan.
EVO Japan 2020 third year of EVO Japan, getting bigger and better year after year. We're here for some Soul Calibur 6. I'm James Chen.
My name is Mark. How's everybody going?
Joined by the illustrious Mark Man.
I like that. Illustrious is a good word. I like that to describe my hair. No one ever sees my hair because I'm always wearing a hat.
Yeah, that's right.
But I feel like I have good hair today.
Oh, okay.
Under the hat. You know, we'll keep it that way.
Okay.
But either way, guys.
I mean, I always feel that too when I'm running my fingers through your hair as
Thank
well.
you, James.
So, you know, it's definitely
Thank
very
you.
impressive.
I really
so.
like that. I appreciate it. It's always good to know that I have a good feel around me. Anyways, guys, we just saw some crazy matches. You know, international clashes between a lot of these players. This is the first event on the Soul Calibur World Tour, and already some of the biggest names in the competitive world for Soul Calibur are here.
And again, you know, shout outs to Bandai Namco, shout outs to Okubo. You know, I especially at the Evo Troll that they did last year where they're like, let's look back at our wonderful year. And then they revealed the season 2. And now they have this world tour. I mean, they did the Invitational last year, obviously. But having this world tour here, you know, for a lot of these games, it is really a shot in the arm for a lot of these games out here when you have these world tours. And, you know, with all the experience that Bandai Namco has had with the Tekken World Tour, I mean, personally, I said it last year, I thought it was just like one of the most amazing events run, the dojo events, Tekken World Tour, the event itself. You've been traveling around the globe. It's just amazing. And having all that experience to be able to extend it to Soul Calibur is really exciting to me, and I can see the excitement on the Soul Calibur players.
Well, yeah, I'm glad they're here. I'm glad. Otherwise, it'd be me and you in the finals. That'd be tight. But yeah, I'm super happy.
I would body you with my kilt. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sure you would, but then I would switch characters to something you don't know.
Yep, Just have to pick some Yoshimitsu, and I'll
oh, we
like,
have
what is this character doing?
a Mask of Brian Fury on stage.
Nice. That's Nao Mahara, I believe, going up against Hatagin, or Hate Jin.
I hate gin and tonic. Not a fan.
Gonna make Nao drink some Hate Gin.
Let's see who they're going to be picking, but I'm excited seeing more and more Japanese players that I'm not used to seeing. I usually watch Fighting Tuesdays, so I know the regulars that are there, at least within the Tokyo area. But
that's right.
Soul Calibur scene in Japan has a huge online community. There's a lot of people that play exclusively online, so hearing that a lot of them made it out for this event is actually really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting because, you know, whenever you listen to, especially like Majin Obama, talk about all the players, he knows exactly where they're all from in Japan, you know, if they're East Tokyo or, you know, West Tokyo and all this stuff. You know, as players in the States, oftentimes we just think everybody's from Japan, you know, but even in Japan here, they've got the regions, the home pride, you know, the city pride and stuff, so.
Gotta have that regionality. I mean, that for the longest time, and we come from SoCal, which is always beefed with NorCal, right? And
I mean, you're from San Diego, too.
San Diego has a beef with the SoCal,
yeah,
too.
they don't even consider themselves SoCal, even though you're more so than SoCal, but you're your own thing, you know? It's always been that way.
Everyone just takes pride with the people that they play with, the guys that they go to battle with. Anyways, we're going to get into the matchup right now. We got Naomi Hara versus Hatagin. Let's see how this is going to play out. Of course, shout out to Cup Noodles, making me really hungry. I smell something. Is that someone cooking these?
I think it's just because we're sitting right next to...
Do we have an Aswell mirror?
You're right next to the curry one, too, which is definitely the... Oh, my gosh, we do have Aswell.
What is this, season 1?
Aswell well.
Might as well.
Okay. Yeah. Aswells know the Aswells well, so they're going to be... I didn't mean to do that one that time. But, you know, they're blocking each other's low attempt right here. Here we go. Good throw.
Yep, gets the follow there right now. Hatagin is in the dominant position here. Nice.
Yep. Catch him during his sidewalk. There you go. Oh, that says Hatogin, or is it a Hatagin?
There are typos, so I don't mind. All I know is he's the purple one. Or yellowish purple.
Yeah, more the Lakers one right there.
Damn, the Lakers. The Lakers beat the Supersonics.
Supersonics don't exist anymore.
Don't say that. People get mad about that
I know. Sorry, Bizarro Mike. Anyways, here we go. What's the... Oh, okay.
He's going to push him towards the edge of the stage. What's he going to do here?
Okay, no, yeah, just get off me. Smart decision right there. And then try to push him back even further once he has that soul charge activated. Has access to that, but then the range, he wasn't expecting the attack.
Great read from Hato. So now is going to be pushed into the yellow, but he's very close to being pushed into the red. Close to a guard break again. Nice jump tech.
That's what I like too. Is like they did a lot of stuff in this game to let you build back your guard gauge through the patches, through time as well. But he's still in that red danger. If he blocks anymore, yeah.
Oh, he's done. He is done. One more hit. What did you do it?
Actually, it doesn't even matter. He's gone.
Well, the crazy thing is now carrying over to the potentially the final round.
That's right. Yeah, that guard break doesn't go away. He's still at the danger.
Oh my gosh! Don't block it. Oh, good. That was a good option.
Yeah, okay. But he's still in the danger. He's still in the danger right here. If he can get this, he can try to build away from it a little bit.
Right now, he's gonna have a good opportunity because this might be it. But they have double soul charge now.
Yeah,
Who's gonna break first?
Nice. Sidestep into the lethal hit.
But he's
the
still
common
red.
lethals. Oh no, to yellow now. So he's slowly recovering. But it might not matter if Hatogin can take this. Gets the launch. Gets the launch on the jumping attack right there.
Yeah, scooped him right out of the air. Got the follow-up there with the 6BB. Able to close it out. But Hatogin. Look at that. Man, I like your mask. Is he wearing a suit too? Jeez, you got a blazer with the mask on. I'm all about it.
Maybe he just came straight from work or something, you know? See, now that we know it's actually spelled Hatogi, makes me sad because I can't tell you're making you drink some hate gin anymore.
The hate juice, not having it.
Yeah. Oh, towards the wall. You're going out. See ya later.
So now Mihara finally getting around here.
Not doing on the ring out. Of course, the stage, very easy to ring out. No safe walls anywhere. Every side is a danger.
Oh, he went for a guard impact, not able to get it. A great whip punch. Goes for a throw attempt. At least you got to do something.
Chasing him on a tech. Oh, okay. And hasn't actually, no, he's putting himself into the corner now.
Yeah.
Very oh, boy. I almost thought he was going to launch himself out of the ring.
Yeah.
Here we go, trying to push him out. Nice throw tech to stay alive, and they're both kind of at the side now. Yeah, you see the sidewalk right there. They're trying to keep Hatogin at the wall. Get off of me.
That's a good chance, but now Soul Charge goes for the spinneroonie.
And hey, anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh, he didn't even go for it. He baited it out. Now he has his opportunity.
Yep. Oh, they both went for it.
Damn, the Ancient Ogre. The follow-up, the drop down. Hit him with the Super Scroll.
After he hit him with it, it was like he was kind of confused on what was happening.
Okay.
There we go.
Man, they're, oh my gosh, broke
yeah.
finally.
Let's get the big damage here. Yep. And then gets the chase as well. You're in the corner. Oh boy.
Oh, goes for the low attack. I like it here. But he does Soul Charge the follow-up here. Great. He was able to really kind of nullify that attempt there. Whoa, on Wake Up.
What? I don't even know what just happened there. I just saw a bunch of lights and explosions and someone died.
Smoke machines and laser racing.
There we go. Got the low. Cash out.
Nice. All right, he's making the push here. He does have Soul Charge. Caught him. And oh, here's the mix-up.
Nice jump right there. Little hop attack.
Oh my gosh.
They're just swinging.
Yeah, just enough evasion built in there. Oh, he's in red. He's going to have to be careful now, right now, looking to take this match.
Yeah, if the guard breaks him here, he might be able to just take him out of the ring.
He went for the low. Either way, here's the mix-up.
Yeah.
He might be dead here. He might be dead.
Okay.
Never mind.
Oh, the guard impact, but nothing. So, yeah, see, that's the whole thing is like people are so used to the opponent guard impacting right away. Nobody ever goes for that hit really quickly.
That was crazy. He has him in the red again. He's going to have to be careful. Here's the mix-up. Oh, he went for the low. Ikimasu.
Dodging that spear. And here we go. Gets the reverse ledge. There we go.
What I'm seeing here. Here's the mix-up again. Caught him off the ground. The relaunch.
He can take this right now. The big... Oh, no. That's it. Right there.
That was sick.
Nice.
Right into the soul attack. Oh, man, you got to be kidding me. All right. Now Mihara doing it now.
He's gonna win right here, right now.
Damn, that's a good song too. Right here, right now.
We've never been karaokeing together, have we?
No, we haven't because the world ain't ready for it. You know, they would kick us out of the country, right?
I know you love your karaoke because, you know, not to, you know, profile or anything because I know, you know, the Filipino history is there.
My people, yeah, I guess so.
All of my Filipino friends from the past, they always had like they were always the best at karaoke.
Battle 1.
I don't know what it is. It's just something about the feel-good of music.
Someone told me that it's true that every Filipino family either owns like a magic mic or a karaoke machine in there.
Yeah, guilty as charged. Oh, he got him. He caught him on the very tail end there of the reversal edge. Right now is continuing this hot streak that he had in the previous match.
Oh, there you go. Look at this, Mihara.
And the taunt at the end. All right, this guy, he's
Feeling himself now, charging himself up maybe. Yeah, there you go, reversal edge, but blocked in time. A little bit slower now.
Nice while standing attack. The follow-up here, what's he going to go for? Good block and a big punish.
Yep. Oh, got him.
That's what you got to do. I mean, that's a big risk for Aswell to go for. You got to make him pay for it. Don't let him get... Oh, my God.
Got him.
He predicted the range there.
Oh, gets to throw no tech, however. And so here we go. Nice. There you go. Picks him up off of the attempt to get up on the Oki. Get off of me again. But you see that he activated Soul Charge and then was very defensive afterwards.
I feel like, usually they'll pop Soul Charge and they'll go right in.
There
They'll
you
go
go.
right in. Oh, what a jump.
Yeah.
That was big.
Oh,
That might be enough for a
this is
mix-up.
big too? No. Okay. Block the low and got the punish right there. So now Mihara.
1 round away.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of this where the first player who wins the game, then the other player making the adjustment, coming back. So now Mihara right now at match point. Good block and the punish. Might not have been a punish, might just have caught him with that launch. And now, speaking of launch, lethal hit launch. And then catches him low. Gets a muscle buster in there.
Oh, the dive attack, the follow-up here. 1 more mix-up. Oh, my God, this is going to be crazy.
Okay.
They have meter, too. What's he
Chipping
gonna
away
do?
at low. Yeah, neither of them spending that soul charge just yet. There it is, finally, from... Oh, wait. That was the critical edge. I thought that was the soul charge, but he got him with the critical edge. And there it is.
Yeah.
Now Mihara's going to take it.
Oh, look at them.
Show respect.
Showing respect to each other. That looked like a third strike intro if I ever saw one. Oh, what kind of stick is that? Oh, cool.
What does he say? He always...
It's like a
what's
cigar box.
The English actor always say when he hits you with that soul, with the critical edge. I forgot what he said.
You mean that really long monologue?
Yeah.
I don't know what he said, but it was very long. I don't have the script for that. But, man, that was a great match. Again, sometimes we see these things where it goes very one-sided early on, but then the second player makes adjustments, they make a full comeback. But now Mihara right now, on fire with that as well. I think we're going to get our next match up on stage here. That's a huge cup noodle on stage. That's pretty big. That's like up to someone's waist.
So there's one right next to you.
Oh, crap.
And you know what the worst thing about it is? They've created it just right that it has that, flap to pull the top off.
Yeah,
I want to peel it off, and
Yeah, and get kicked
dive into some noodles like Scrooge McDuck style, you know what I mean? Someone asked me one time, if I had to give up one, would I give up rice or noodles?
Oh, that's the worst debate discussion. I've seen this on Twitter before,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
stopped
yeah.
reading it because I don't want to judge people. What was yours?
My answer was just kill me.
Just kill me.
Just take me out now. Because
Noodles, rice?
I can't live without either. I can't live without either of them. Honestly, it's just not gonna happen. So.
How about rice noodles?
Well, yeah, that's kind of like the little mix right there. I mean, that's what some people were arguing that,
Yeah, I saw that.
But the thing about it is, when you have like the handmade noodles, like at the Taiwanese beef soup noodle shops and stuff like that, oh man, I must be hungry.
We should just leave and go get food.
I know, right? Actually,
You guys got us, right? You guys gonna cover us? All right.
I actually just got some some noodles from the food trucks right back over here.
Oh, I forgot there's food trucks.
Yeah,
here.
there's food trucks right back there. The noodles were actually pretty legit, actually, and the prices were good too.
I would hope so.
And
Either way, if you guys are tuning in, this is Soul Calibur World Tour first event, Edgemaster Evo Japan 2020. We're live from Makumahari Messe in Japan, just outside of Tokyo.
Now, I loved hearing you talk about this venue, that it is, where the Super Battle Operas used to be, and where Tokyo Game Show was taking place.
After SBO kind of went away, there were still, there's still a lot of tournaments around this area or within this venue. There were the Mad Catz Tokyo Game Show events that happened for a few years afterwards. The what's the big Japanese event they have now on the Capcom Pro Tour?
Oh,
But it would
like
be
the
just
Japan
outside of
Major.
here. Yeah, the Japan
Yeah.
Premier event would be out here as well at the building just across the way. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on here still for fighting game fans.
Right, because I remember the first year of EVO, like obviously Tokyo, obviously a big city and everything, but they don't really have a big venue like this.
Yeah,
right?
well, what they do for the Olympics, but we're not Olympics.
I mean, last year, that's why we went to Fukuoka,
Right.
right? But now, we're just a train ride away from Tokyo at this point in time. Just about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on which trains you catch, which ones and stuff. And I'll tell you right now, I like I said, this is my third time here. I'm still getting lost on all the trains. Oh man, it's a learning process.
It is a
here.
learning process. I mean, yeah, I think you'll get used to it. I mean, this is your first time coming out here, so of course it's
Yeah.
kind of expected. But I mean, for the most part, I think it's really easy to get around
I
Tokyo.
think like the first year I flew into Narita,
Yeah.
right? And so I was trying to ride the train over here to Chiba, and I was trying to get off on Honchiba, but the one that I got on, even though it was the same line, didn't stop at Honchiba, went to Narita. I had to get off and go the other way. I felt like I did the same thing the first year trying to get to the airport, and I think I must have got on the other one that went the wrong way.
Can you imagine having to do this before the advent of the internet and Google Maps, where you actually had to print out directions and stuff like that?
Okay, so last night I was making my way from Shinjuku to here, right?
Yeah, that's-
But
yeah.
the thing is, I was going off of my friend's Wi-Fi hotspot. So I actually took pictures of everything,
Okay.
and then when I came here, I was coming here by myself.
Yeah.
So I didn't have internet access last night.
Yeah,
and
so you had pretty much printed out directions.
Yeah, so
In
I
theory.
took photos of everything, and I got lost, and yeah, that was kind of rough. Thankfully, some of those stations have free Wi-Fi that you
Yes,
can connect to.
correct.
But some of the stations that I got off to definitely did not have free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, usually the major stations. So if you were in Shinjuku, that station definitely has it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not that bad. You probably took the yellow line from Shinjuku to Nishi
I actually
Furumachi.
took the Shinjuku line, which is the light green one.
Yep.
But like I said, I got on the wrong one, which took me towards the Narita airport instead of Honchiba.
Gotcha.
And so I got off.
Different part of Chiba.
Yeah, I got off on one, and then the ride that I went back, I got off one exit too early before I got back to Chiba, and then I finally took it again and got back to Chiba. I had to find the right one to Honchiba. Oh man, yeah,
Sounds like you're better at fighting games than traversing trains.
maybe not anymore. Old now. Oh,
Oh, we have a big match that's going to be coming up. We have Kamizono.
ooh.
Kamizono, the god, versus
Yeah.
Weasel.
Welcome to the
And I was
stage
about
of
to
the
say, we haven't seen any of the Korean
Kodori
players
Ama.
here yet for Soul Calibur, but here comes one of them.
Yeah, this
Weasel
is Korea versus
Kodori
Japan.
Ama.
Kodori Ama third dead.
3 Dan.
I'm sure that's something very bad in another language, but I'll say it anyways. Anyways, let's see. Kamizono traveled quite a bit last year for the Soul Calibur Asia Tour.
Okay.
That was run from our friends over at Elephant in Asia. Shout outs to them. So I remember seeing him at Southeast Asia last year, and he did really well in that tournament, getting a top 4. He used Sung Mina for most of last year. I wonder if he's going to be sticking to her.
It's interesting. I
And then
mean,
we have Kodori Ama here that you guys see on the screen right now.
for the history of Soul Calibur players, I mean, have they mostly just been like sticking with the same characters and stuff, or do they switch around a lot?
I feel like this, the Japanese players in general, a lot of them are like, character loyalists. And the thing is, the competitive scene for Soul Calibur hasn't really been much of a thing globally anywhere, really.
Yeah.
So we're seeing, I don't know, it's like a new age of Japanese style gaming where they switch a lot.
Because obviously you've been playing Soul Calibur a lot longer than I have, but Soul Calibur 2 has always been considered like the gold standard, and Soul Calibur 6 is like the closest that it's been to that, right?
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. And I heard Okubo and everybody, they really looked at Soul Calibur 2 when they were working on this game as
A
well.
merchant ship replete with riches attracts.
Yeah, and actually, I think that eased a lot of people's worries early on when they actually mentioned, like, hey, we're looking at the speed and pacing of Soul Calibur 2 when making this game.
Doing a little bit of a button chest right now.
They still have those? Button checks? I want to
That's
win a
always
button.
my favorite things about playing, tournaments on arcade cabinets is there's no button checks, And that's what a lot of those guys are playing in the back over there. I saw some Tatsunoko versus Capcom cabinets. I saw the, what is it? what was that game? Sengoku Basara X?
Oh,
I think it
wow.
was?
Yeah, the Arc System Works Capcom game.
Yeah, so I was seeing all sorts of crazy stuff back there. I can't remember what the name of the game was that I don't remember having ever seen before. Let me see if I can see.
Ooh, this is fun. Test of obscure fighting games.
What's that game called here?
If you guys want to play that game with us, make sure you guys go to Evo Japan next time. What is that game?
Demon Bridge or yeah.
Damon Bride.
Damon Bride, that's the one. Yeah. I hadn't actually heard of that game before. Darkest Shadow. Oh, it is going to be Seongmina still going up against
Sophie.
Sophitia here. How do you pronounce it? Sophitia, Sophitia,
Sophitia.
Sophitia?
At least that's what the announcer says.
Okay.
But I mean, I hear a lot of people saying Sophitia, Sophie, Sophitia, Seongmina. Nice. One of the things I actually really love the design of Sophie. Her movement, just the ability to get in with her twin angel step is probably one of my favorite movement options in the game. Nice 6-6 speed. Ball goes for the low, not able to get it. Here we go. And that 6-6A, I love her tracking move.
Yep.
Not as much range as it's been in past games.
You see a lot of those guard impact points on a lot of her moves there.
Yeah, she has built-in guard impacts through a lot of her moves. But sometimes the guard impact window is only for either horizontals or high.
Yes, yeah. It's not a universal. Oh, tech. Get out of the follow-up on there. And only 4 seconds left on the clock.
No
So
time.
Kamizono's got to do something now.
Oh, that was tough.
enough. Wow.
Yo, he scumbagged them at the end.
There was some cheese festival right there. Woo.
All right, gets the grab there, smacks him down.
Yep,
That's a
trying
big
to go
throw.
for a second throw, on his wake up. Oh, here we go. Big damage.
Oh, yeah. Gets the follow-up, and that does a ton of guard damage as well.
Now, I don't know if they've lowered her damage in some of those patches, but Seongmina is just known for that damage. Hits you with some far hits. Oh, there we go. Yep, no tech that time.
Yep. Nice. He's in the yellow. I mean, he's in a bad position. He's going to have to start making an advantage here. Try to, deal some damage. Oh,
Ooh,
out of the air, too.
Yeah, he'll take that trade. Good trade.
See what he does here.
See them run up and stare at each other right there.
Yeah. Gets the spike here. The follow-up.
Yep.
What's he going to go for?
Yep.
Gets the pickup.
Ooh, just out of that range. And here we go, slow charge.
Yep. Gotta watch out too, because that big swing, very easily whip punish. Nice, gets the follow-up hit.
Woo! Nice. Gets him with the low.
Yeah, these are big new changes from Season 2 for Sophie and how her soul charge works.
Just a
Nice, good
little
block.
bit left. Oh, but here we go. Kamizono now trying to get a little momentum. Wow, got him low. Go in for a couple lows. Yeah, back off. All right, trying to keep it going. The momentum is all on Kamizono's
Oh,
side.
and he went for it 3 straight rounds. He was able to get the right reads. Goes for the big mid option there.
Oh, that's a tough one right there for Kodori.
Yeah.
Ama right there, because it's just like that whole round felt like it was yours. But we've seen some crazy comebacks in this game.
Yeah.
And it's just about reading your opponent, just understanding how they want to go at you to try to drain that last bit of life. And a lot of times, it's like, like if you're from a 2D game standpoint, when you were back in the games where you could die by chip, someone tries to do the easy chip kill and then all of a sudden they stop doing the things that got them that lead in the first place. Same thing happens here,
Sometimes you gotta just go back to formula, go back to basics, right? Anyways, they're gonna go back into the match here. Quick rematch. And again, Kamizono with the lead right now, 1-0 over Kodoriyama. Let's see if there's going to be some adjustments. Kodoriyama didn't do too bad once he got the flow on, especially once he was in soul charge state with Sophitia. He was able to put some damage in, but right now, Kamizono feeling himself.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I like what I'm seeing here.
Okay, guard impact right there, but nice sidestep to avoid that, but didn't get the follow-up in time. Committed to the second part of that, was juggled out of the air. And look at that, just Kamizono getting him. I believe that's like an up A or up AB, I'm not sure. 8, I should say.
Nice. Able to get the hit here. The follow-up again. He's been getting a lot of mileage out of that. No breaks. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, switching it back and forth on which he's doing the forward or the back version. Oh,
Oh, and look
There
at
we
that back
go.
sway. Follow-up here with the 236V lethal hit. Ooh. And the wall. What's the mix-up? Oh, again.
stuck at the wall. Oh, but then gets the one hit that he needed and is out of there.
Yeah, good stuff there. So Koduri on the scoreboard right now. That was the first round that he's won here in the match. Let's see if he's able to make adjustments there, but Kamizono again, his
Here you
face.
see the range right now of Seongmina and why she's so scary to fight against. Obviously, back in season 1, a lot of people consider her to be, oh, what a sidestep and a punish. Is this gonna kill? Most certainly it is.
All right, uh-oh. Nice, gets the grab, but nice tech. Again, here's the follow-up. What's the mix-up? Goes for the low there. I like what I'm seeing here. Kamizono just playing such a controlling way. Oh, he misses.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just missed that juggle right there. Just a little bit off axis. Here we go. Activates the soul charge.
Yeah, I like Koduri in this sequence right here. He's going to be able to continue with some pressure.
A lot more guard breaks here and lightning strikes as well.
Yeah. Doing it again. Here we go.
Yep, spend all that meter. Needs the comeback. Needs the win now. No reason to hold on to this meter.
Unless you want to hold it in the loser's bracket.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Can't take it with you. Okay, there we go.
And
Launch.
Oh my
One or two more
God.
mix-ups. One more mix-up.
He knew it wasn't going to kill, so he didn't go for the 4B afterwards.
And so you saw right there the soul charge. I like that choice from Kamizono. Get himself off of there, and then the point blank low. Usually you see
That's
people,
a ranged one, right?
Right. You usually see people use that from far away, but I think that's why it worked there. Why would you go for that at that range right there? But it was a call out by Kamizono, and he's gonna take it.
Yeah, he was able to pull it off, and kind of unexpected. I was like, why would he do that?
Yeah.
That range? But he pulled it off. Oh, this match is going to be sick. We have a big French versus Japanese match, and it's the reigning EVO champion.
Kira Dems from France versus Yutoto from Japan.
I wonder who Yutoto is using now. I wonder who he's using, because, you know, he obviously known for his Voldo, right? He uses a lot of other characters at high level, but who is he using in this season? That's my question. I want to see.
Yeah, and again,
who's his real tournament character?
And that's another one of the coolest things about, you know, storylines in terms of Soul Calibur. You know, Yutoto taking Evo. We talked about the strength of the French players.
Yeah.
You said yesterday U.S. took the little regional battle there. This is a very global game.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a global game. And, you know, there's always been hot spots for Soul Calibur throughout, you know, throughout the entirety of, you know, many different iterations of the series. East Coast has a very strong scene around the New Jersey area. France has always been a powerhouse. Singapore has always been a powerhouse, you know?
Do we have any players from Pakistan? Are they?
Let's not tell them about this game.
I know, right?
No, I'm sure there's
come out of nowhere.
I'm sure there's great players in all games out of Pakistan. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing.
Arslan Slash is going to come out here and like take everybody in Soul Calibur.
Which is unfortunate because, you know, that country has been dealing with the visa issues still getting to this event. But hopefully we'll be able to see more representation in things like, you know, the tours throughout the year.
And shout outs to eFight Pass.
Oh, yeah. Sherry Jennings and eFight Pass do a great job of helping get players places.
Arslan Ash wouldn't even have had that story. We wouldn't have had that iconic photo and win at EVO last year, you know?
Esports story of maybe the decade.
Yeah.
Maybe the decade. I keep forgetting how short this decade was, or this past decade was.
Right. One of the most important stories, absolutely.
Yeah, competitively.
I mean, it changed so much. I mean, I've talked about this. Obviously, this is, you know, regarding Tekken 7.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to have all the players like me and everybody go to Pakistan to train for the Tekken World Tour.
And, you know, that's the crazy thing. Like, the person that ended up winning the Tekken World Tour Finals, Chikurin, right? He was the first one that went to Pakistan to train. He knew. He already had the foresight. Like, I need to train with these guys.
And one of my favorite things, one of my favorite, like, side parts of that story was seeing the footage of me landing in the airport and having all the Pakistani players, like, welcome him like a hero.
Yeah, a hero's welcome.
You know, and it's just, that is the FGC that we, you know, that you and I love. That is the FGC that has been around for a long time. and doesn't get talked about enough. You know what I mean? That positive aspect of it.
If you can, get a whole nation, a whole community of players excited just by you showing up to play,
Yeah,
that's a good thing, right?
From Korea to Pakistan, right? I mean, there's like such an interesting exchange of cultures there.
They may not speak the same language, but they definitely speak the same game.
Yeah.
They definitely speak the same
games are that universal language.
Yep.
Even when we have as well in Japanese and we don't get to hear them.
I miss his English voice now.
Oh, man.
Anyways, we're going to get into the matchup. Kira Dems, last I saw him, he uses Cervantes. I saw him at Southeast Asia Major last year, where he actually did pretty well. One of the few Cervantes players in high competition.
Yeah, shout-outs to the France players traveling to all the different locations as
They
well.
got to. This is one of their games that they take pride in. They've always been a force ever since way back in the Soul Calibur 2 days. They actually played host to the World Championship for that game.
Yeah, and again, it just, just like how largely due to your help as well, but
I didn't
also
do
the community,
nothing.
Tekken 7 bringing, becoming the force that it was way back in the past. You know what I mean? To see it at that level again of popularity has been awesome. And, I feel kind of the same way for the Soul Calibur players. I remember when it came out on the Dreamcast, it was like the first game on Famitsu that got a perfect score.
Yeah, and you know the lore.
Yeah, and then Soul Calibur
Back when they
2.
didn't give it out, now they give it out to everything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was like the first game. I think like Ocarina of Time was like another one or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, it was one of the first ones, and Soul Calibur 1 on the Dreamcast was like the must game to buy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge jump from back then we were used to like PS1 still, right?
Yeah.
It was a nice polygonal jump, I would say.
And it had a lot of really nice one-player content too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
I would just enjoy watching them do their weapons forms in that
Yeah.
3D viewer mode.
When I used to work at the arcade in college, I would just sit there and watch those, during the demo.
In a cursed
The attract mode.
It's what always made me want to play Maxi or Li Long. Like, that's the character that I first wanted to play, but everyone's like, if this is your first Soul Calibur, don't play Li Long. They're like, go somewhere else.
Okay, it looks like Utoto is still using Voldo. Right now we have this battle. Kira Dems, oh man,
I should clarify, it was Flo who told me not to use.
Flo. We could have had a prodigy in the Soul Calibur scene, but you kept James from playing. Anyways, Kira Dems right now starting off. He started off with a big lethal hit combo with the 2A+B.
This is a big match here. This has got to be pretty far in the brackets.
Yeah, I would imagine. Obviously still winner's side. Oh, again.
Oh, there we go. That should probably do it.
IGDR, the follow-up here. He should be able to get the kill. Oh, it
no,
wasn't enough.
Not enough, but there you go. Whip punish right there.
It's smart that Utoto stayed on the ground because that the 2B+K would have killed if it was that full charge if he tried to get up. So that was great presence of mind there from Utoto. Okay.
The hardest thing about this game, is that every character has stances. You got to get kind of used to their stances and their options out there, the stance transition. But Voldo, man,
He
back stance.
He has stances, and then he has some weird things that you don't know if you should be looking or not.
When he turns into a car, you got to pay attention if it's head first or feet first. And
What happens when he turns into a submarine
yeah.
or a rush jet?
I think my favorite video was the one where they turned him into the reindeer, and then they had Yoshimitsu as Santa, like riding on the reindeer.
Yeah, the creative community behind the creative character.
Yeah.
I'm obviously not allowed in tournaments, but there's a lot of cool stuff that this game has.
I turned Killick into Falk just because I wanted to see what she looked like well animated.
Nice. Goes again. He's really trying to get mileage out of the 2A+B, going for that lethal hit trap, trying to beat the light attacks.
Oh, nice. Got the sidestep.
Yeah.
Not going to be as big of a damage combo as that lethal hit in the first round. But they're both sitting on almost full bar now. Yeah, see, you're seeing a full bar for Kiridev. So if he doesn't spend anything right now, yeah, then that means he's gonna lose that extra meter that he gained, basically.
That was a lot of great Oki dominance there from Utoto towards the end. Really knowing how to, exercise his options.
And you'll see that a lot, from EVO champions and all the top players. You'll see them lose the first round because they're just testing how the opponent reacts to situations.
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways. I mean, you got to test them how they're reacting, after they block certain things, how they get up from the ground. How can you deal the most damage is really what you want to get. It's like, there's going to be a point where one of these players are going to be like, I got you. You got up wrong, you're dead. Nice. While standing beat, no punish though. Decides to pull out the Soul Charge. Has access to a ton more moves here. Cervantes really got buffed in Soul Charge for Season 2.
It's really interesting so far because we really haven't seen Yutoto use. Oh, wait. Guard.
Oh, he got hit by the classic.
Oh, no.
But he didn't finish it.
He dropped the combo. We've seen that a couple of times already, and he went for the attack right away. After the guard impact, he just went directly into the attack.
Yutoto stealing that round.
Yeah.
Gira had it.
But that's
he must be upset.
That's the second time here on stream we've seen that, perfect read in that situation with like a guard break or just like a lethal hit like that and then just dropping the follow-up afterwards.
Allez, France. Let's see what he does here. Is there going to be an adjustment? Because he had that nice IGDR, the follow-up. And then again, Yutoto just staying on the ground, trying to minimize the damage and the Oki options there.
Interesting though, not like we haven't seen Yutoto. I mean, like whenever I play Voldos online, you just get the shenanigans all day, right? The Mantis crawls and stuff like that.
But this is like full control shenanigan mode.
Exactly. Look at that. Exactly, as you said, full control.
If you're not out of control, you're not in control.
Woo!
I think that was Fast and the Furious 2.
It was weird. I'll talk about this during the break because it has nothing to do with Soul Calibur, but Fast and the Furious, and I don't.
Were you in that movie too?
No, I was not.
All right.
But got him out of the air, and then went for the throw on his wake up. One more mix-up.
Yeah, he went for a kill there. He wanted to get while standing B. Oh my God!
Oh
Get
boy.
it wrong. Jeez.
Okay, off me. One last chance here. You're going to get... though, outranged him. He just outranged him. But here we go. Yutoto at match point.
Akira, again, he was doing such a great job earlier on. This time going for the soul attack. The mix-up, he is still in soul
Rage, but nice avoidance right there. And the punish. And keeps the pressure going. Chases him down. Is not letting him get up. Now back to the wall, but...
Oh, he didn't have anything to do after that.
Oh, got him low. He tried to guard impact right there.
Oh, he went for the big hit.
Yeah, the range was not there. Or actually, I should say Yutoto with the perfect spacing to cause that to whiff. Because that's what's going to happen.
Kiradim's now going to the losers bracket.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to admit something. And I don't know if this is going to disappoint you or anything like that.
Should I step away?
So after the third Fast and the Furious movie, I haven't seen any Fast and the Furious movies after that.
I don't know. That's not going to disappoint me in any way. That was it? That was all the anticipation?
I know a lot of people live for those movies. You know, I heard 4 you can skip. And on the flight here, or was it to Frosty Faustings? I think it was on the plane.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll watch some Fast and the Furious movies, right? And they had 5 on there, so I watched 5.
They have a lot of them now, don't they?
There was like 8 different ones. 6 wasn't on the plane, 7 was on the plane, 8 wasn't on the plane, and then Hobbs and Shaw was on the. So they like had the odd Fast and the Furious, so I couldn't even get to the 6th one. I was kind of disappointed.
Huh. Well, you have to put it on your bucket list now.
Yeah, exactly.
I only like the first one. To be honest, I only like the first one. Wow. But then again, that's just me.
My favorite was I actually really enjoyed the 5th one just because, you know, Han, you know, Gal Gadot, you know, come on, let's do that. So,
okay,
you know.
I got you. All right, looks like we are going to get our next match. I think we have Arutena and Astoro coming up. It's going to be a battle of 2 Japanese players. And then after that, we have 2 Korean players going at it.
Oh, dang.
They're clashing.
That's always that unfortunate thing. Let's go fly to Japan from our country to go fight each other. But you know what? Again, that probably means they're far along in the bracket.
Correct.
At that point in time.
Correct. Eventually, you're going to have to fight somebody that you know or that you've played against before.
I always like to quote this. I believe it was Jason Cole who said it a long time ago, is by the time you get to semis, that's when you start eliminating friends.
Yeah. Friends or enemies.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
I mean, there shouldn't be any friends in this kind of stuff, man. You just got to kill everybody.
I mean, that's always the great thing about the fighting game community, because like when you're sitting there playing against each other, they are your enemies. But you know, when people talk about arcades and communities and everything like that, yeah, we've all had bad arcade experiences before. I've been, you know, hit and stuff in arcades or whatever like that. But when you actually go to those arcades and become regulars and you build that community, my memory of the fighting game community was from like those Southern Hill Golfland days, and we would all go to Norm's afterwards, and we would all sit there at 3 a.m., you know.
The real learning experience is to talk smack about the matches and how you could improve afterward, right?
Yep. And Vi would always just be the ruler of the roost at Norm's because, you know, nobody could beat him at Southern Hills Golfland. And everybody else, like, you know, shout-outs to Madge and Flipmane and, you know, everybody.
Oh, man,
all just
Flipmane.
yeah. Shout-outs to Flipmane, by the way. Yep. Saw he is one of the old-school guys.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about, you know, just like a lot of the people that have been going to like every single Evo event. So I saw Fubarduck here, and he hasn't really missed one. I don't think he's missed any. He's been to, like, every single one. You missed one of them.
Evo South. That's the only one that I missed, but I don't think that counts.
A lot of people don't even know there was an Evo North, West, South, and East. A lot of people don't even know that.
So I won't count that one. So, you know, that was a fringe one. So, you know, but all the major Evos, I've been to all of them. I was even at B3, I was at B4, I was at B5.
I started at B5.
Oh, you started at B5?
I started at B5.
Okay.
B5 was my first, convinced my parents to let me go to some event with some guys I met off the internet.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when we went to B3, we drove up there. And, you know, I'll tell you, that's one of the bright sides of being a good kid while growing up, because by that point, my older brother, you know, and I asked our parents, can we drive up to NorCal? We've never driven that far. Can we drive up to NorCal for video games? And our parents were like, sure. Because, you know,
it doesn't sound that bad. This was
kids.
in the early days. This was in the early days. So, yeah, for video games, sure. For drugs, no. Yeah, video games is fine. It's not like you're saying you're going to go to party or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that was weird when I was young, trying to be like, hey, I'm going to Las Vegas. Why do you go to Vegas for? For video games?
Yeah. It's a different time.
Actually, the first time I went to Vegas wasn't for Evo. It was before Evo even went there. It was for the Second Four National Championship.
Oh, dang. Okay. That wasn't the one that Vi won, right? He won second tag.
Tag.
Right?
That was in NorCal.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, into the action, we have Arutena versus Astoro, and it's a match that we don't usually see. It's Siegfried
and Cervantes. Oh, or just Siegfried so far.
Yeah.
Because Arutena right there.
We got Samurai Siegfried too. We got the big blade. Nice. Caught him with the second hit. That's something you always got to be aware of. This time gets the big launch, the follow up here into the flapjack. Nice break.
Oh, gets the launch and the follow up. There you go. Arutena. 2 quick rounds, which, according to how we've been seeing the matches goes, means Astoro has him right where he wants him. Oh, never mind. Getting launched again. Nice throw break. But again, Arutena, I don't even know if he's lost the full bar of life yet. But okay, no, here we go. Astoro finally getting the hits and gets the pickup as well. But look at that. Wake up, not scared, goes right into the launch, into the throw. Arutena, game number 1, 3 rounds straight, round brown.
He's like, that wasn't a button check, right? Damn.
That option select, right?
That was pretty, what's worse than one-sided? Was his monitor on? Someone check?
Yeah, it's just, you know, button check, basically.
Welcome to the stage of history.
All right, they're going to go right back into it here. And it just everything hit, and, you know, Siegfried isn't really a rushdown character. But, I mean, you know, Cervantes has been out on the ship for many, many months now. He probably...
I mean, look at his skin color, right? I mean,
gotta get his
definitely has some sort of scurvy or something.
Scurvy, there it is.
You know?
Lacking vitamin C.
Yeah, not enough citrus.
Yeah, he's looking kind of pale.
Oh, there we go with the pressure.
Ooh, nice. Gets him with the kick. The follow-up here.
Oh, reading everything so correctly. Now look at that. Even caught him with the little horizontal launch, mini launch there. Arutena. I feel like that's, you know, 4 rounds, 3 of them are really dominating rounds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everything's just been hitting. I mean, just looking at a lot of the, you know, Siegfried moves. But there's a big lethal hit. The follow-up guaranteed there.
Good damage off of that one.
Yeah, the 4-4K ender. And the follow-up here, he almost had him another time, but now he puts him into Dark Legacy.
So here
Blow him up. Blow him up.
Good tech. But still going in. He got him. He barely got him.
This guy got the Game Genie on. I don't think anyone knows what we're talking about, but he got the Game Genie on.
Felt like Genie. Oh man.
Jeez, that was crazy. Nice. This time not falling for the second hit. Nice step there, right through that 2A plus B.
I'm surprised anyone was able to use the Game Genie, man. That thing had like no instructions, and it was basically random.
You had to go to the stores and write down the codes that you see in the magazines. There was no internet.
To the wall!
Just like
there
that.
you
Jeez.
go! And 3 rounds straight.
6 straight rounds.
6 rounds straight for Arutena.
Arutena.
No problems. Looking super dominant there. Not sure if that's like the start of maybe the brackets or maybe just, late in the brackets as well.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was domination right there. In fact, that was the most one-sided match I feel like we've seen on stream so far. Most of the matches.
Out of all the games.
Yeah.
Out of all the games.
It's like been really back and forth a lot, and that one right there was just a clean wash right there.
And I'm pretty sure we are pretty deep into the bracket.
Yeah.
As we are, because, Soul Calibur is scheduled to end tomorrow morning as well. So we're trying to will ourselves down to our top 8. We're trying to figure out who's going to get there. And, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of matches are going to be happening throughout the weekend. So if you guys are tuning in, watching Soul Calibur, I believe we are going to be switching games pretty soon.
Okay.
But there's just so much going on.
Yeah,
here.
again, and shout outs to Mr. Ace King Offsuit on Twitch, on Twitter, I should say. Usually anytime anyone asks me like, oh, what's the schedule and everything, I just say twitter.com/@AceKingOffsuit.
There you go.
You guys want to see what the schedule for everything is, definitely go there. He has a post on Evo Japan, has all of the schedule over there, so you'll see what's coming up. But that is Soul Calibur for now.
Yeah. No, actually, I think we have one more match.
Oh, do we have one
We
more
do
match?
have one more.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
We do.
okay. You're right. I see it. My bad.
So we had the Japanese battle. Now we're going to have
Oh,
the
that's right.
Korean
The Korean
battle.
match. Okay. My bad. I almost
It's all good. I mean,
tricked
if you want to go on break,
everybody
we
at
can go
home.
on break. Let's just throw the headsets off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. About to say, my most famous tweet, but I probably shouldn't do that right here, right now.
Do you ever say that? I'm sure you get requests a lot.
I do that for all of my subs on Twitch. Whenever they sub, I say that to them.
That's pretty cool.
And then afterwards, I always have to be like, I hope you know the inside joke. I swear I'm not a jerk. I swear.
That must be so hard to explain to people. Especially people that aren't involved in fighting.
Right,
games.
yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Anyways, we're going to go into this matchup. We do have Meng and Ciel from Korea. Looks like they're actually maybe even on the same team.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
That is
ASL.
That is an interesting acronym for their team. I don't want to butcher it, but it says ASL. ASL to me is a different thing. That's what we used to throw out on the internet when we were trying to
Long
find
time
people.
ago, yeah.
And I'm definitely not going to say my age.
It's all right. As I tell everybody, as long as I'm here, everyone can feel young,
Still, I don't feel good about it.
Stage of history.
I mean, the thing is, the fighting game scene is still probably just, one of the youngest scenes that changes all the time. We went from, like you said, having rivalries with our other state, like people from the north side of our state, but now we're in Japan.
Even the arcade across town, that used to be the rivalry.
We had a bike over to another arcade?
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I think it was what Hado said to Tubaware at Frosty Fausty. He's like, how long can we do this for? And it's like, as long as James is still here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know about you. I'm a lifer for video.
Oh.
I am a lifer.
For me, it's largely, fighting games and maybe Tetris as well. For you, it's fighting games.
I saw your Tetris sneakers.
And Chrono Trigger, right?
Yeah, I like that game too.
How many?
That game is timeless.
How many copies? literally, it is, right?
Yeah.
So, but
I have every copy of that game, every version of that.
I was about to ask how many of that is that?
There's like 13 different versions.
Really?
Yeah, 13.
I didn't even know there was that many.
There's a lot.
Are there like ports to like obscure consoles? I actually got to.
No, there's not, because it hasn't come out on too many consoles. But there are 3 very hard to find ones.
Yeah, we actually were at, me and my friend were at Super Potato yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Checking out a lot of the stuff there.
Out in Akihabara?
Yeah.
That one? Okay.
And you know, I'll tell you right now, there's like one particular game I'm looking for, but I can't.
Maybe I can help.
I don't know how they're organized in there. You know, it's like not quite
why don't you
alphabetical.
just ask. I mean, you're in Akihabara. If you tell them, like, I'm looking for this game, if
Right.
you know the name,
super
they'll tell
obscure
you.
fighting game, because it was one that's like not even that I enjoyed that much, but I had a burned copy, you know, back when.
Ooh, that's another part of old technology.
Yeah.
Burnt copies.
So I wanted to see if I could find an official copy, just to, you know.
I'm curious now. What game? Obviously a disc-based game.
Yeah, it's called Critical Blow.
Critical Blow.
Critical Blow.
That's on the Saturn.
It was on the PlayStation 1.
Oh, PS1, okay.
Yeah. And
All
here
right,
we
so
go.
Meng and Seal going at it.
Yep.
Ivy and Siegfried. You know, we've seen 3 Siegfrieds in a row.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, we've been seeing a lot of Siegfrieds here. We've
Yeah.
seen one Ivy earlier. Ooh!
Some of the flapjack the other way. A slide B.
Yep, trying to build that space again. But then again, Siegfried has a lot of space as well, and just really fast horizontal attacks as well.
And-
Wow, that killed?
Yeah, Meng able to pull out the throw. You got to make sure you break those.
Yeah, that's that really twister throw input.
Oh, you mean like all the directions?
Yeah.
Every color of the rainbow, every direction.
Pretzel input right there.
Oh, caught him. Clipped him just with the edge of the sword.
Everyone always makes fun of me because I call those inputs codes sometime. And
Codes?
Code, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like it's
if
an
you
old
say
school
the number
thing, right?
notation, it's definitely a code.
Yeah. Oh, just a little too far. Went for that. You saw the little guard point in there. Oh,
Nice duck. Oh my God, this is gonna hurt.
got that whole code in there.
Did I do it in time? All right, yeah, we
Out
got
of
the
the
bomb.
range.
Oh my
Oh, got
God!
it again.
He dashed
Twice.
in and did it.
In a row.
He landed like 3 times in that round. No, I'm sorry. He killed with the last round, but 2 in 1 round.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
greedy, son.
If you actually thought like SPDs were hard to do, 360s, like that is a crazy thing over there.
It's like a misinputted 720. All right, gets the grab here, puts him into Dark Legacy. You know, there's a time for a comeback. It's now.
Oh no, gets launched. Not even going to have the opportunity. Meng, 3 rounds in a row. This is the second match here that we've seen of kind of dominance.
Yeah. People are, the Soul Calibur players here, they're like, you know what? It's that time of day. I just need to get this over with. There's still tomorrow I have to deal with. They don't want to risk it.
All right. Let's see if and again, we mentioned that they're both on the same team.
Welcome to
I
the
wonder how
stage of
often they
history.
play each other, and if they just know each other's tendencies, and you know maybe Meng just has a good success record against AS.
I mean, that's the thing too.
CL.
That's the thing too. Is like sometimes people will be on the same teams, but they've never played each other,
Right.
or they've never even met each other.
Right.
You never know nowadays.
Because we got Glow.
Oh my God, we have Taki. I love seeing Taki.
You know,
You rarely see Taki.
Obviously, you know, this is all coming from Flow, but I know, like, Taki wasn't particularly strong for the longest of time, but now that the balance, everybody's saying so strong, I'm really excited to finally see some Taki action here.
We'll find out. I want to see some Taki action too. She makes things blow up. I love her wake-up attack too, into the stalker. All right, nice block there on the 6-6A.
Yep, that's that range, but Taki, again, is another one of those close-range characters, wants to get in on you, rush you down. Nice crouch. Got her low.
She's a demon huntress. Oh my gosh, there's the counter, or the lethal hit.
Stance canceling. Oh.
Double up here. What's the mix up here? Try to go for the...
Oh, she's like trying to dance over there.
Oh, caught him.
No dancing, no dancing.
Oh my God, again. That was so sick.
And he needs one more. Actually, he needs a lot. Oh my gosh. Tried to go low on the wake-up, got her.
Nice unblockable. That obviously
Not
guaranteed
enough
there.
to kill, though. Oh. Oh, did you see he ran so far in there?
The sliding attack. Nice block. Able to get the punish.
The universal slide attack right there. Wow, just going for it.
Yeah, Meng able to get that punish. That was tight.
I think Meng is really good at that input, by the way.
Maybe it's one of those things. Just naturally got it down. All right, goes for it. Oh, be careful. Oh my gosh. Again?
To punish. Yep.
What's up, man?
Oh,
What's up, man?
are you serious? Just on his wake up, he just goes and adds another one?
Do you think he lied to him about the throw break? He's like, yeah, you can't break it.
What the heck?
He is definitely like at 10 of them now or something like that. That was crazy.
If he doesn't finish the match off with it, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah. Here we go. The follow-up here. He's going to go for it again. No, goes for the possible bounce. What's the mix-up?
I said, makes things blows up. Oh.
He's going to go for it again. Watch. I've seen this episode.
Backs out. Oh, I felt like if he was closer, he would have did it. Okay, there we go. Empty jump.
Nice jumping A. Follow-up. Oh, my gosh. It's begun. It has begun.
Actually, one more will kill, too.
Okay, goes for it. Critical edge. Oh, my gosh. That was sick. That was sight. Do it again.
Oh.
He wants it. He wants it. He hella wants it.
Oh, actually, no, that's
man
gonna
grab.
do it right
That's
there.
dead.
Okay, so CL saying, no, you know what? You're not out of the woods yet.
Nice.
Oh, some running slide attack that time worked for me.
Trying to set up shop there. Unable to get anything out of 668. Full extension.
Okay, good punish.
Again with the hold.
But back across the screen again.
He's working that.
Way in, nice.
That's the thing, is he's using that to keep him from moving. Then he's going to run up and throw. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Little run right
He's
there.
setting it up. I have a bad feeling about this.
Me
Oh,
too.
66K, follow up here. Gets the follow up in the C. This is going to do a lot of damage. It's not going to kill. But what's the mix up afterwards?
Scaling right there. Is he just
do it.
on his wake up?
2A plus B.
Oh, there it is.
Looking to close it out. There it is. I wanted to throw. I'm
I
so
did
pissed.
too.
You know what? I'm done with this game. Let's change game. I'm so pissed. I really wanted to see that grab. But either way, Bang moving on. CL now into the loser's bracket. But a brilliant match. You know, we've seen the last few matches just pure dominance.
Yeah.
From all the players.
And what's interesting,
it was all
about
first player side.
It was pure dominance from two players on the same team as well.
That's
So,
right.
Very interesting.
That's why we were asking, like, do these guys play against
Yeah,
each
I
other
know,
often?
right? Is there just like some history of Sultan, you know, in that situation? Like, I can't ever beat you. Why can't I ever beat you?
Well, it's that time where I'm gonna probably get this curry flavor of cup noodle.
That's the one I can keep smelling from over
Yeah.
here, by the way. It always, like I said, has the nice fragrance to it.
Yes, that's a good word.
Pungent smell right there.
But yeah, I've been having a good time, guys. Thank you guys for watching some Soul Calibur 6 action with us, James. I'm sure we'll see you later on throughout the weekend for maybe some Street Fighter and some other games as well.
Yeah, and thank you again, you know, for just since I have you on stream, thank you for all the stuff that you do for the fighting game community.
I'll keep doing it till I die.
Valuable community member right here. So there you go. The illustrious Markman23. There you go.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with some more fighting game action live from EVO Japan 2020. We'll be right back.